What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sunday Night Football. I am Joe Morley. I'll be joined by Mike on the mic, Tony Tucker, and whoever else wants to join us tonight for the Steelers versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks starting, of course, Geno Smith. Opening kickoff has already started, but it is Sunday Night Football. Raiders won, Chargers lost. Cowboys came back, big win there. Some big games, right? We'll talk about those throughout the night. Everything that needs to go on. But right now, it's Seattle and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm trying to find the Sunday. Oh, there it is. Here we go. And here we go, back again. So the Steelers and Seattle have already started. Like I said, Steelers started off the ball. We'll see what happens tonight. Juju Smith is out for the Steelers, so that's going on there. Pittsburgh, Seattle. We'll also keep track of the Major League Baseball score. As you can see, it's all there. So if you guys want to talk about fantasy football, you want to talk about anything that happened throughout today's game or today's games, bring it up. We'll bring it up on the comments. The comments are free. Unless you want to donate some, then you can do it, and then we'll leave those comments up on the screen for a little bit longer. Also, let me know how your fantasy teams are doing. And then I also put the scores at the bottom. So if you guys look at the bottom, scrolling across the bottom, of course, you can follow us on the Warzone Sports Network on all social media platforms. But I have the scores throughout the day rotating. So hopefully those are all correct. If you guys see one that's wrong, let me know. Also, Prize Picks. I hit this morning, a good one this morning on the London game. If you guys want to join us on Prize Picks, download the Prize Picks app, use the promo code Warzone, and we'll match up to the first $100 of your deposit. So if you guys put $100 in, we give you $100, and then you guys can continue to win more and more. It's all over and unders. It's fun, something great to do. I have some in for this game as well that we'll talk about later. But as of right now, 0-0, Pittsburgh driving. It's going to be fourth down, so they're going to be punting the ball. But here we go. Dodgers had a big two-run home run by Seager in the first inning, and that's the only runs that have been scored in that game since the last time I checked. But like I said, I will be joined by Tony Tucker. I will be joined by Mike on the mic when they get here. It's a little sad day for Charger fans because they were riding high, right? They were up here, and today they got smacked on down to the reality. So maybe they'll come in with a little sense of knowing how it feels to get your butt kicked, right? Maybe a little humility to these Charger fans. But Lamar Jackson had their day with them. We haven't seen the Chargers play like that all year. So I am a Raider fan, and I will smack them a little bit because they've been talking crap to me all year. So I might as well talk crap to them. But it is the worst game that we've seen the Chargers play. So every team goes through it. The Chargers go through their bye week next week. They should be able to bounce back. But until they bounce back, I could talk my crap, right? Raiders bounce back. They had a good week against the Broncos. Remember when the Broncos started 3-0? They're now 3-3. They actually had to play some winning teams, right? Change it up a little bit. Patriots and Dallas Cowboy game. Hell of an ending. CeeDee Lamb took that in for the last touchdown to win the game. Geno Smith. Was that a handoff to the tight end? Is that how you? That's how you're going to start the game against one of the top defenses in the league? You're going to be like, hey, I'm going to trick you up, and we're going to give it to a tight end. Yeah, there we go. Love that play. We got a backup quarterback, but we got you. We got you with the backup tight end. Trickery right off the bat. Who else? Sam Darnold. Sorry, Sam Darnold and the Panthers almost made it a game, almost came back, won that game against the Vikings. But the Vikings said, nah, we'll take it. We're going to let you come back, but we're going to end up winning the game. Alex Collins. Remember, guys? Remember Alex Collins? I like when he scores touchdown because he does that little river dancing kind of thing. I used to be able to river dance until I gained about 300 pounds, but I used to be really good. Just take my word at it. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm pretty good at it. You can ask my mom if she ever comes on here, and I doubt she will, but you can ask her. What else we got going on? Cincinnati, another big win for them as they continue to move up the standings. Indianapolis finally put their foot down and showed that they're a good team. People are making a big deal about the Rams win today. They played the Giants. They played the depleted Giants with nobody on there. And they're like, well, did you see Matthew Stafford? He went out there and threw 5 touchdowns. I could throw a touchdown against the Giants. So if I could throw a touchdown, 5 touchdowns from one of the best quarterbacks in the league doesn't mean crap. The Giants are depleted on offense and defense. A lot of hate for Daniel Jones. I don't see why. Another guy who deserves a lot of hate, Baker Mayfield. We had a big talk about that. Baker Mayfield, horrible. He did get benched late in the game. Game was already out of hand. Maybe they just want to see what was going on, maybe stay away from injury. But Baker Mayfield, Cleveland Browns, was this just a week? Because the Chargers and the Browns had one hell of a game last week. One hell of a game. 46-42 was the final, or 47-42, whatever that was. One hell of a game, and then both of those teams came out and just laid eggs today and got destroyed. So was it a hangover from last week? Let's put it on that. Let's just say that they got hung over from the big game last week. But Baker Mayfield looked like the worst one out of – he looked bad. And for all you people that picked the Browns to win the Super Bowl, I feel bad for you, son. Feel bad for you. Come on. Still 0-0. I can't really update the baseball score because I'm not watching it at the time that we're here. But see who's in the comment section. Phil K, how about them Cowboys? Yep. Phil K, you know you were scared just a little bit. You know you were scared when they took the lead. When the Patriots came back and threw it deep and took that lead, you know you were scared. You know you were scared. What's up, Same Old Sports? Doing Joe work. Oh, doing homework? I mean, you could do my work, I guess, if you want. Mike's here. What's up, Mike?
What's up? I'm here. I'll pull up the Dodger game from like the game cast in the background and try and keep up with it. We're up 2-0 right now.
Yeah. Geno Smith. I'm expecting Geno Smith to be okay.
I'm not.
You guys have – yeah, I know you meant homework. I know that. But if you want to do my work, I got some work you can do. He said he got some Joe work to do.
Some Joe work. The only work that Joe did today was watching the Raiders beat the crap out of the Broncos.
Yeah, and the final score didn't do justice to the act it was.
Yeah, because the Broncos always do this thing in like the fourth quarter where it's like, oh, we're going to just score a bunch of garbage time points.
That's when Teddy Bridgewater looks good against like the prevent defense. Like, oh, well, maybe we'll give him another week because look what he did in the fourth quarter.
He still threw like 3 picks against the prevent defense.
Yeah.
It just also threw a couple touchdowns.
Mike, what did I tell you this morning about the Raiders? I said they're going to be a little different. What I liked about it is they kept their foot on the gas pedal. Right before halftime, they got the ball back with a minute left. They said, nah, we ain't taking no knee. We're going down there and doing it. With the old coach, John Gruden, they would have probably ran the clock out. In the fourth quarter, they were up, and they said, you know what? We're going to go for it some more. Hit big time clutch Brian Edwards. Why not? Fourth quarter Edwards for another 51-yard bomb.
Edwards and Ruggs played really well today, but this is officially like I tried to hold out, and I already had a sneaky feeling the Broncos were going to get work today, but I just was holding out to my stubborn opinions. Officially going to just go ahead and backtrack on that one. Raiders over Broncos. Congrats, Joe.
You're just going to give up on the Broncos?
We're still in the mix with the Chiefs and the Raiders and the Chargers. Not sure which team's the best out of those three. I mean, we just know it's not the Raiders. That's all.
What? The 4? You remember how many wins did you give the Raiders before the beginning of this year?
5, and now I think I might bump it up to 7-ish, maybe. Going up in the world, Joe. Going up in the world. Chargers still in first, so I guess the Raiders winning worked out for us. I'm not sure what the tiebreaker was with Denver. I think we had it over them too because of division wins, but I wasn't 100%. So I know we have the tiebreaker over y'all because the head-to-head. So go ahead, Joe. Stay in second. I'm okay with that. Keep the Chiefs down. You guys stay in second, and we'll feel good.
The good thing is it's another conference win for the Raiders. So the Raiders have 4 conference
AFC wins. So
yeah, all their wins have been against the AFC.
So if you get to the third tiebreaker, then you got it. Yep, it's a big one
well,
to have.
If you ever fall, like you never know if you guys ever run into another good team, just like you did today.
Well, if it's tied between us two, there's one team that has the tiebreaker no matter what you do. It's the team that beat you. Yeah. By a lot. It made it look easy. It was up 250 to 40 yards at halftime.
Yeah. It's going to be a totally different game. Now, are you going to still rest those starters come week 18? Is that what you're claiming still?
Yeah, because we have a stretch of games versus – I think we have a stretch of 8 straight games or something like that, and only 2 of them are above 500 right now.
We'll see.
Unless
I'm excited.
We would
bring on the Eagles.
Huh?
Dalton, you want to do some promos for next week? Dalton, hit me up.
I thought we were going to be – and I was being honest when I was looking at the schedule. I thought we were going to be 1-5 or 2-4, and I still felt like we could win 10 games starting off that bad with this.
Mike, don't come on here and try to bullshit the ultimate bullshit.
We are right? 4-2 heading into the
look right here
6 bye week.
Look right here.
Time. What's up?
There's no way you as a Charger fan and the biased fan that you are was gonna go. We're going 1-5, but we're gonna finish 10-7.
I mean, I posted it all over Instagram if you want to go look.
Well, I would have to follow you on Instagram to actually care.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you should drop a follow. I jinxed the Dolphins. I believe that deserves a follow.
Yeah, you did. I don't think Alex Robson got it. Tony Tucker's being quiet today, but okay, I'll take it.
He's muted, so it doesn't even matter if he talks or not. It's good to hear from you, Tony.
Is it working even?
There you go.
It's working.
Can you hear me?
Yep, now we can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to complain? You want to yell?
I don't want to complain. Congratulations to Joe. I love that, Mike, that you still come in here and talk shit even after what we watched today. It's absolutely horrendous.
It's football. It's an East Coast game with a team that is absolutely destroyed. And we're not even like injured. It's just a bunch of players are banged up trying to play through injury. I think everyone but 10 has some kind of injury.
Don't do it, Samuel.
Samuel looking for all the trades.
Everybody's injured. I was able to get over the Chargers loss pretty quick in the second half, right? Like pretty quickly, I was like, "Oh, this is just not going to be anything that resembled what happened last week." It was very evident of that. The thing that crushed my spirits today was the fourth quarter action of the second games in fantasy. This is the third week in a row where garbage time in the second half games have just destroyed me. Oh. That overtime game for the Cowboys was the worst thing that could have happened for me. Absolutely the worst. Dak Prescott picking up half of his points in the final half hour, 45 minutes of that game couldn't have been any worse for me.
You know what a roller coaster that was too? I had in my group chat, I had the same guy who was just like so impulsive with his takes and just going up and down. And he went from, wow, the Cowboys suck and Dak Prescott just failed them completely when they missed that field goal. And he's like, holy crap, Trayvon Diggs for MVP off of pick 6. And he's like, oh, Mac Jones is the best ever. I'm like, the Cowboys missed the field goal. All right. Trayvon Diggs got a pick 6 and you said he should be the MVP. that Mac Jones threw, who then you said should be the MVP because he threw the touchdown to Bourne, where the person who you also just said should be the MVP, Trayvon Diggs, got toasted. Just a complete jumble up at the end of that game. That was just Mac Jones and Trayvon Diggs just giving each other one each.
Okay. Turn that question back to you. You're the fan. I'm not the fan of the Cowboys. I don't care if the Cowboys win or lose. I prefer they lose. But are you more surprised where the Cowboys are? Are you happy where the Cowboys are? And you have to be worried that you were going to get your butt kicked by the Patriots. The Patriots had you guys on the ropes. Now, I don't make the schedule. We don't make the schedule. You play the games that you played. But you beat you lost to the Buccaneers. You lost to the Chargers, right? Both teams have great records, doing good. You beat the Eagles. You beat the Panthers. You beat the Giants, and now the Patriots. Is that something to hang your head on? Are you happy about those?
Yes.
Or I heard at the end of the broadcast, they were all on the Cowboys' nuts on the end of the broadcast. This is real Super Bowl contender team right here, right? That was on the CBS broadcast. They were all on the Cowboys' nuts. I'm not buying it.
I think the key is for them, like they built and they brought in a bunch of really good starters, and they completely fixed the defense. I mean, they didn't play amazing today, but they did good enough. And the offense obviously is going to be there because Dak and the offensive line, everyone's healthy. As long as they can stay healthy going into the playoffs, that's going to determine how real they are. If they start losing guys in the O-line and they lose a couple guys in the secondary, they're going to go back to what their defense was last year and their O-line was last year.
They're what, 5-1 right now, Cowboys?
Yeah, I like it. I called 10 wins and some jaws hit the floor. I'm like, 10 wins doesn't seem like a lot in that division. Now they're looking at 12 maybe or 13.
I don't know if Jay watched the Charger video.
Omar, I'm not sure which Chargers video you're referencing.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But you can, if you are on Twitter, you can tag him, and then he'll for sure watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Cowboys are 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm rooting for the Cowboys to go 16-1. Why not? Run the table, then lose in their first game in the playoffs.
I've been waiting. Like you were talking about how much Cowboys hate videos you're ready to come out with. I haven't seen any yet this year.
I should still come out with it. Like
You should.
I should make one tonight about how they're bragging about beating the Patriots. Like you beat Mac Jones and the 2-4 Patriots, and it took you a last second touchdown.
Yeah, you gotta go over the
Jalen Mills is a horrible defensive back in the league. Of course you should have beat him. Like the CBS broadcast said, you should have beat him 3 plays ago. Like you should have ran that play all game.
That call that McCarthy made had me mad because I'm heavily rooting for Dak and the Cowboys to win that game. That call to take it out of Dak's hands, 4th and 1, and elect for a 50-something yard field goal with like 2.5 minutes left in the game. That was a bullshit call by McCarthy.
And 3 timeouts.
He got absolutely bailed out by that pick 6. Absolutely bailed out because that was a terrible call.
Oh, okay. I almost lost 4 matchups because of that final game. In that pick 6, the guy had the Cowboys defense and Zeke and was down. It was just like everything that could go wrong kept going wrong. And then the injury to Kareem Hunt, and it was just like, okay, this is just how it's going to be. I'm just going to get the shit beat out of me the whole rest of the day.
That Kareem Hunt injury looks bad too, Tony.
Yeah, they said it was a calf, but I was like, I don't think that's a calf. That looks more like an Achilles, sort of like the kind of injury that KD had. I don't know if you remember that, where all of a sudden it feels like they describe it as it feels like somebody just kicks out your leg from underneath you, like you're just running and then you reach back and grab. Like, what was that? And it's just like something snapped. So obviously don't know what's going on. Oh, Gino.
The Browns are on the brink of their season being ruined by injuries already.
Yes.
And Baker.
Zeke.
Baker's not helping. I'm happy for Zeke, man. We knew he had the juice left. He still doesn't even look like the same Zeke, even playing well. But he's definitely got the O-line back, and he's hitting the holes with some aggression again, at least.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to run the ball more. They're trying to do some stuff.
Perfect change of pace back too, so you don't give the defense any kind of rest in between running backs. I'm watching this game and I've been doing all second half prize pick stuff, and like I'm just ready to put unders on the entire Seattle offense if it goes bad in the first half.
You do what you want to do, sir.
Ooh, how much fantasy points do I get for DK making a nice block downfield like that?
I don't
7.
know.
7?
7
Okay,
points.
great.
Let Prize Picks know that I told you that.
Awesome.
I don't know if they care, but
I had another close one, Joe. I could have got 4 out of 5 if your boy Jacobs would have got 2 more rushing yards.
really, just 2 more.
Just 2 more yards, 2 more steps.
Hey, you know what? They look better today. Whoa, Homer!
That fourth quarter touchdown by Josh Jacobs, everything, all of it can just go. Take a long walk up a short dock, as far as I'm concerned. Every time you guys talk about touchdowns, and that none of them were on my team, except for CeeDee Lamb in a dynasty league in which I was getting blown out by 100 points.
I just want to win this damn game against Willie because I thought I had a bye week this week.
I can't believe you accused me of setting up his team. I went and looked at it. He still isn't putting Teddy Bridgewater in the second flex, or you would have lost.
No, it wasn't. Oh, shoot. It wasn't an acquisition of you going in and setting his team. I thought someone got in his ear and told him, like, hey, man, it's time to, do this. This 1 week that you're playing, you couldn't wait a week? Tell me.
Listen, I fully grasp what you were saying. What I'm telling you is there's no way that I would have told him to set up his team and not told him to put Teddy Bridgewater in
that's fair. And I would be losing if he did.
Yes, I would have definitely tried to fully reach inside your chest and rip your heart out. No questions asked. Not having a good day. No. I'm having a great life. Today, not so good. Today, Ice Cube would not say, yay, yay. Okay? This isn't good.
Yeah.
Herbert and Eckler killed me, but it's part of it. Got to rebound Dustin bye week and get ready for week 8.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. Is like I needed a bunch of wins this week because I have Vikings and Chargers and everybody. My week 7 teams are going to be like Alex Collins and Kenneth Gainwell in my running back spots. It's going to be pathetic. We didn't even welcome TDs. He came in. He said, "Yo, yo, yo."
TDs.
I mean, we kind of expected the defense to get shredded like that. I'm very disappointed in the play calling. I don't know. It was awful. The play calling was awful. Joe Lombardi did not have. Yeah, he did not have a good showing today.
Herbert didn't have a good game, but don't even look at the offense. Special teams is horrible, Mike. Every aspect of it. The kick return game, the kicking game, the punt, the coverage. I watch any other game and everybody else has a play where they burst out to like the 35 or the 40. Never the Chargers. The Chargers never get past the 25-yard. Ever. They have nobody back there. They have nobody who can kick. Then it's like you go like they never are like you see all the times people are close to blocking punts. Not the Chargers. Nobody's ever back there close to blocking anything. They don't make tackles on the kick return coverage. You get turning Devin Duvernay into like a special team Hall of Famer.
Return of Jacoby Jones.
Oh my goodness. Everything about it was nauseating watching that. And on top of it, it's like I could actually, if I was a Charger hater, I would be playing more of the angle of like, oh, you guys are lucky that didn't happen with the Browns too. And that you guys got lucky on all those 4th downs against the Chiefs and all those things that could be being said if you went back through and went through the wins, because the Ravens and the Browns are the 2 worst matchups for the Chargers. Any team that can line up and run the ball. We made Latavius Murray free agent. The Saints were like, yeah, we'd rather have Tony Jones than pay you more money. Le'Veon Bell, who by all accounts was DOWN before he got there.
DOWN.
And Devonta Freeman. What the hell? All 3 of those guys scored touchdowns.
That shows that anyone can do
The
it. to us.
trifecta of shitty running backs scored touchdowns on you guys today.
Yeah, but it wasn't really the running backs. It wasn't like they were breaking a bunch of tackles or they had huge holes. It could have been anyone in the league. It could have been they could have put Marquise Brown back there at running back, and he would have had the same amount of rushing yards.
Anybody. Devin Duvernay was taking end arounds, like 3 of them for a dozen yards, multiple times.
TD, it sucked that Tony went down today because he had 3 catches for like 36 yards.
Immediately,
he was on pace to have a huge game, and he went down.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see that absolute just sloppy play by the Seahawks there, trying to down the ball inside the 5?
I thought they did. Did they not? I took my eyes off the TV.
They fumbled it around and then kicked it into the end zone like idiots.
Oh my goodness! Now they got Geno Smith playing special teams too. It's gonna be a long night. Yeah, no, 7. Appreciate you coming in. I don't think we're getting Joe to wear Steelers gear after such a big victory like that for his Raiders. Because let's take a second to say some nice things about Joe and his Raiders. I don't know how you guys pulled off the craziest week ever, and then you put out a guy who sounds like he owns a pizza chain on the East Coast as your head coach, and you have that kind of performance. I honestly was just like, oh, this is at home, Denver, they're retiring Steve Atwater. Like, I was for sure in my head the Raiders were getting smoked today, and the defense played awful. Like, I hope that's the same Broncos defense we get, where they're not covering anybody downfield the whole game.
That's what really shocks me is the secondary.
Henry Ruggs is fast, but come on.
Well, Simmons was blowing coverages, and I'm like, that's the best. I'm a Raider fan, but I know how good Justin Simmons is, and I know, and I always preach that he's one of the best safeties in the league. But it was horrible. They played horrible. Von Miller never even got in there. But the Raiders did some different things today. If you were watching. Yeah, they were rolling them out. They were moving Carr around. They were doing some stuff, and they were just. But like you said, they were wide open. Wide open.
I was freaking forced to watch.
Young people, look at the screen. Otis Anderson. Woo.
Mike.
Yeah, I saw that. It's on my TikTok page. Same old. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw your TikTok.
You want me to play the video? On here.
Gruden wasn't holding them back, but Gruden made a lot of mistakes.
It doesn't have any music, no.
Okay. It's way too soon to say that that any of this is tied to or not to whatever. They beat the Broncos. No.
But do I think they would have tried to run the ball a couple spots, like I mentioned earlier, in that 1 minute left in the first half? They wouldn't have gone for it with Gruden. You know that.
No, I do agree that, like, this guy has nothing to lose. If he comes in and does a good job, he could become an NFL head coach who gets like a 4-year contract. What I love is I've never heard of this guy. And then they're like, Mark Davis said this guy's one of the best leader of men he's ever met. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, and then you have Mike Mayock. Mike Mayock says, I promoted him. I've tried to pimp him out to be a coach for many other teams before this. And you've never I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I've never seen his name for an interview.
Wait. He didn't use the words pimp him out, did he?
No, it's just a word that I use. You know?
If he threw on a pinky ring and was like, I'm trying to pimp out the Scotty for years, then he's fucking canceled. Cancel him right now.
Cancel. Get him on out of here. Claypool, there you go.
Claypool, who picked him this morning?
But who'd you pick him against?
I forget. I don't know. Here's the thing. When I was racking my brain today, and I was like, I made a bunch of good calls for other people, and yet none for myself.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens, Tony Tucker.
Absolutely. And there's not really much I could have done. I'm a little bummed I turned down a big trade for Sam Darnold earlier in the year. Whatever.
No. Did you not just hear what Tony was saying? The Raiders went through the worst week in any team could happen, and they still came out and dominated another team. Come on. Thanksgiving Day, you'll find out. You'll find out, Felke, on Thanksgiving Day how good these Raiders are.
I mean,
the moment we can hire people, same old sports is getting a job. The moment we can hire people, because that is exactly the one that they asked. And everybody said Pittman, and I said Claypool instead. And Pittman had what? 2 catches for 34 yards?
I didn't say Pittman.
Yes, you did. You guys were all touching fingers in your little.
Well, weren't you against Herbert, Tony? Who was against Herbert? Someone was against Herbert this morning.
I didn't. I was against Herbert and several other chats. I jumped into the chat for Hart to start last night.
Sport, you're hired. You're hired.
Nuts. All right, here's the Aaron Rodgers video, Tony. Listen carefully to what he says to the Bears fans.
Oh, I already saw it. Let's see.
What did Aaron Rodgers just yell at the Bears fans?
Pumps and runs. Aaron Rodgers is inside the pylon. Touchdown Packers. It's Rodgers running for the score. Right on cue, Joe.
And he'll always own them, to be honest.
Cancel.
You know what's so funny? They went from Favre owned them for two straight decades, and then they didn't even get a break. Aaron Rodgers came in and is now on a decade and a half of ownership. Like, they've been owned by Green Bay for 30 plus years. Aaron Rodgers said, what'd you say? He said, I blacked out. You know, you have moments in a game where you black out. I woke up and some woman was like giving me double birds. I have no problem with Aaron Rodgers saying, I still don't like Aaron Rodgers, but I have no problem with Aaron Rodgers saying this. Like, I wish we caught more of this stuff on tape of athletes saying that.
That just goes.
Anybody else watch Ben Roethlisberger struggle to get the ball 16 yards downfield to Deontay Johnson?
When the Packers get healthy, maybe you get a little worried about them. I mean, yeah, they're playing close games, but there's some kind of mojo there. I don't know what it is. I can feel something, a little tingle going on.
Well, maybe it's like there's a little bit of the effort quality when you watch it.
That's it.
You know, you ever play that game of darts? I don't know if you guys ever play cricket, right? You're playing cricket and you're way behind and you're like, I'm not going to be able to hit a triple. I need a triple 18, a triple 19, and a double bull to win. It's like, F it. And all of a sudden it's like, and you're back and like, you're literally one dart away from winning the game now. Like, it feels like a little bit of that with the Packers.
And just sometimes that works out.
Yeah.
If they catch like a break in a game against Los Angeles, or, you know, God forbid, an injury break to the Buccaneers, the Packers are like, I think, number 3 and competing for the NFC this year still, even with all the drama in the offseason, which is kind of crazy to think about. Their star quarterback basically did not practice until week 1 of the season.
Hey, TD, I've never seen that happen. Would be interesting, but they should switch it back. I know the ESPN app, the guy I'm playing has Ertz, and they never took his points away, so they should switch it back.
You should send an email. Very, very
but you should hit him up.
Yeah, whoever your commissioner is has to credit you points for that, or he's the worst commissioner ever. You should drive to his house and then pick up his doormat when he opens the door, slug him with it. But you can't get double points, but you at least need to get some. You need to get the first game's points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish Kenneth Gainwell would have been traded, and then they would have been like, "Oh, we're taking away his 1.1 performance on Thursday night, and you can put in J.D. McKissick instead."
It was weird because the commentary, Joe, was like talking about how he's inactive and he's a scratch because he just got traded. Like, no, he's a scratch because he just played 2 days ago. He just cried his eyes out walking out of Philadelphia 2 days ago. That's why he's not playing, guys.
Bye.
Wait,
bye,
who's not playing?
Ertz.
Zach Ertz.
Well, you can't play twice in 1 week. It's an NFL rule. So you can't play 2 games in the same week. We had this a couple years ago. Remember Antonio Brown was like cut by the Raiders and then signed. He played in a game and then signed somewhere else. You can't. Zach Ertz wouldn't have been eligible to play this week anyway.
I know, but he was saying the commentators were acting like he was only inactive because he just got there.
They weren't mentioning the fact that he just played, almost like they'd forgotten. I don't know.
TD, you should get the points. If you don't get the points, raise some hell.
Yeah, no, you definitely should get the points.
What do you guys think about the Cardinals?
Oh
wow, that was crazy. I didn't even see that comment.
Is Arizona for? I do think Arizona has. They
You got to
have
remember
something.
today they did it without their coaching staff.
Mm-hmm. Biggest weakness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did it without their coaching staff, but what's his name? Vance Joseph or whatever. Like, he's been a coach in the NFL. It wasn't like they were over there with a special teams coach that nobody heard about a week ago and they were winning a football game. You know, like that wasn't the case. Here's the thing about the Cardinals. It's the defense that's so surprising. Like, how well they're playing. J.J. Watt is healthy, which is weird. He's making Chandler Jones even that much more dangerous. And then Simmons and Baker, they're scary. They look like linebackers, but they're not. They're fast. It's like you shouldn't be able to have two players like that on the field at the same time. And they had them last year. Zaven Collins was making some nice plays in past games when I've seen him. So, like, it's the defense that's scary to me because if they can stay healthy and they only get better, Kyler just needs to stay healthy. Like, keep sliding, Kyler. Stop. If you really watch the game, it was pretty sloppy. There was a bunch of missed snaps. Kyler was handing off with the wrong hand on a bunch of plays, like kind of carelessly putting the ball. A little bit of that.
Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson with their little revenge there.
Jock Peterson with a 2-run bomb to tie it up.
Jacques Peterson. Get out of
here. But
Jacques.
something about Arizona.
Parents hate you, Jacques.
Am I the only one that feels this way? That something about Arizona where you just feel that there's going to come a time where they go.
Well, it feels contingent on his health. It feels contingent on Kyler's health to me. Oh, we got to block this. What the fuck is this? Come on.
No, I actually I think that they're legit, man. I think that they are. And you already talked about their defense, and we talked about Kyler. Let's talk about those wide receivers in Arizona. They are quietly becoming one of the best wide receiver groups in the NFL right now. AJ Green's reemerging now that he doesn't have to kind of carry the load of a wide receiver one, maybe not even a wide receiver two, because Kirk and Rondale Moore are both putting in work for them. And Rondale Moore has become a guy that they can use at the backfield, that they can use in the slot. They're putting him outside. They're running screens. They're running end arounds. Rondale Moore has added a whole new dynamic. I hope I filled for you to do what we needed to do.
Rondale Moore is he's interesting because I feel like he's better right now for football than he is for fantasy. Like, eventually he'll get you some big weeks because he's just that talented. But when I watch the way they use him out there, there's a lot of decoy stuff with him just because of his speed and how much you have to respect it. And I'm like, oh, they should get him the ball. And it's like, oh, no, they're just using him so that they can get Kirk Cameron or Cameron Kirk or whatever is Christian Kirk open.
Who's Kirk Cameron?
I like that Same Old Sports has to comment on it instead of us just pretending like it never happened. But I'm going to comment on him commenting about it to make it even weirder. Yeah, Same Old. You have to excuse my uncle. He drinks.
Omar, they got Zach Ertz.
Yeah, and they're bringing Zach Ertz in.
And they didn't have to give up Andy Isabella.
Yeah.
They gave up Tay Gowan, the cornerback.
The Cardinals are the real deal, man. They are, and I think they're going to compete with the Rams for the division. I still would probably take the Rams to win it in the long run because there's going to be games down the line where they're going to have to play without some of these guys, and it may not go their way.
Yeah, I think the question was from Seven was like, are they for real? Yes, they're for real.
Yeah.
Like, they are real. They are a good team, especially with the injury to Russell Wilson. Like, I don't think that the Seahawks are pulling out this game and maybe a couple others during the stretch. So they're there. The 49ers can't figure out what they want to do. Do we want to commit to the future? Do we want to play with the jawline and see if we can make the playoffs, but inevitably we'll lose because we know he's not good enough? There's all of the turmoil, like questions, decisions going on with the 49ers. So, yeah, they got a real shot to either win the division, at the very least, be a high wild card team. You know, like whatever it is, the first wild card team at, what is that, the 5 seed?
HQ, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to lose. You're going to lose. It's going to be sad. Bass is going to go.
550. I have Knox. They have Tyler Bass. HQ is going to be a tough loss. The first time in the history that Tyler Bass is going to hit 10 60-yard field goals.
Andy
Ouch.
no, he's not used right. Yeah, it would be nice to see him get somewhere else. Down by 27, I have A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry right now, Najee Harris, and Dawson Knox with me. The dreams.
That was the ultimate fan humble brag right there. Hey, we have this guy who's like super talented, and I happen to notice that the Lions couldn't beat a bunch of wet paper bags. You know, we'll give you the Andy Isabella off our roster. Like, he's like, we have so much talent, this guy can't even get on the field for us. I love it, Omar. Congratulations, your team's balling out of control. 6-0.
I got Dawson with a 17-point lead over Zach Moss, and it is just setting up for a doomsday Monday night for me, as it does every week.
Oh, I need Dawson Knox to have one more of those where the hell did this guy come from type games tomorrow night. Jay the Plug he's one of the guys who had Dak Prescott, and it was a manageable opportunity for me, and Jay got a bunch of garbage. He got a bunch of garbage time from him.
The Ninja, I don't know if you'll be able to pull it off, but I'll root for you anyways.
Down 27, have A.J. Brown, who all of a sudden has an illness of some kind. I didn't read more into that, but I saw it. Derrick Henry, right now, Najee Harris and Dawson.
You got it if you got all four of those guys.
Yeah. Wait, you're down 27 and you have all of those guys left? Dude, you're going to be karate kicking him in the head by like first quarter tomorrow night.
I thought he was saying that he had A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry, and they still had Harris and Dawson. So I read that wrong then.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, if he has all four of those.
I mean, you guys are asking somebody who can't spell or read, so I don't know how to decipher that comment right there. I'm down 40 with Singletary and Julio. It's a long shot, but it's a chance. That's all you need. A chip and a chair.
A chip and a chair at the table. That's all you need.
I said it first, Joe. I said it first. Who's the
we were going to say the same thing? I've never heard you say that.
I know, but I just said it first right now, so that's all that matters.
Wait, you were actually going to say what I said?
I said it out loud. Check the tape. I said chip in a chair before you said chip in a chair. You just were saying it.
No way.
Everybody check the tape. Who said it first? Me or Joe?
That's crazy. I don't think either one of us has ever said that live, and we just hit it on the same wavelength.
I'm trying to think of the poker legend who made that famous. It's old white dude. Can't think of what his name is. Dalton or Duke or
Raphael came from TikTok.
No, I don't care. I mean, it's cool to see it. It's cool to see it. You see Russ doing footwork drills. It's cool to see it. Russ, you don't need to be doing footwork drills, bro. Just heal up. What the hell?
Ralph, who's better, the Cardinals or the Cowboys? Who you taking, Cardinals or Cowboys right now?
Cowboys.
Hi, Tony Tucker. What in the blue hell?
Robson. I like the Cardinals right now.
What makes the Cardinals better than the Cowboys right now? Go ahead, Tony. Let the people hear you.
The victories they have. They went into Los Angeles and beat the Rams, who we could all say is like a 1A or 1-2. Like the Cowboys have beat anybody like that?
They beat us.
We aren't like that. Mike, we love the Chargers. We aren't like that, though.
No.
We
can't be like
that. We believe that.
We don't believe it if now we're saying we don't believe it, Tony.
No.
I believe that we are as good as the Rams, or at least close to the Rams. Maybe a little step down.
But you also said you believed that we're going to go 1-5 to begin. I don't, Mike.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
I mean, yeah, before the season, before we beat the Chiefs, Raiders, Browns consecutively.
Anyways.
Put up 50 points in one of the games.
Omar, the Cardinals had to prove it. They're in a tough division. Of course, they're going to be called the fourth best team until they prove it. They're starting to prove it. Every team is like that until they start to break out. It's about time. Not everybody's sold on Cliff Kingsbury. Maybe that's why they won today's game. I don't know.
I think the Cowboys' offense is just as good, and the defense is just as good. It'd be a good game.
I'm not saying that one team is like leaps and bounds in front of the other one. Same Old Sports is in here. I don't know when you guys want to let him in. All I'm saying is if I had to take one right now, I'm going to lean towards the Cardinals and I guess Kyler Murray, and I just like the defense better. Like the Cowboys defense has been playing amazing, but I still just like the Cardinals defense a little bit better.
Which one is there, man? I have 2 leagues. One is 1-4 in the 10-man, and one you saw yesterday.
I hope they play this year.
I don't know if they play this year or not.
Let's go, Mike.
I think that'd be a really good matchup between those two.
All right, so he's taking the Cardinals to beat the Cowboys as of right now. That's cool. Respectable.
They play week 17, Tony. That's gonna be a good one.
Cowboys Cardinals week 17.
Jousting for playoff positioning. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
That could be for something right there. Because as it stands right now, the Cowboys are going to have that division sewn up before we carve up our Thanksgiving turkeys. Like that, the NFC East is cashed.
Alex, why don't you come on here?
The NFC as a whole is super top heavy. There's like 5 teams at the top, and then the rest is just ass all the way down.
Who you guys having winning tomorrow? Bills or Titans? I'm going Bills.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. I would be shocked if the Titans won tomorrow night. I would legit be thinking to myself, what the hell's going on with everything?
TD, we can't give this away. You'll have to come to our Instagram page on Wednesday to find out.
Speaking of the NFC being just terrible after the top 5, we have a Giants fan in the house. How you feeling today after that? Same Old Sports. Get that ball!
Well, I mean, I expected us to be bad, but we looked worse than what I expected. Like, I was expecting a loss, but we looked worse than what I was expecting.
How do you look worse?
Like, I didn't expect to be competitive, but I expected more than one touchdown.
We're done with Daniel Jones, right? Daniel Jones is done. Tua's done.
No, how are you?
No,
done?
I won't give up on Daniel Jones just yet.
Oh my God! Then you're
how are you done with Daniel Jones with what he's done with absolutely no offensive line, absolutely no wide receivers, no Barkley, nobody. You're going to make the same mistake with Daniel Jones that the Jets made with Sam Darnold. But go ahead, get rid of him.
This is the NFL. And there will be injuries to every team all year long.
Not like this.
To step up and not just step back and throw balls straight at defenders, which he's been doing all year still. You know, he's been putting up garbage time numbers. He's had some games where he's flashed. He still has the turnover bug.
That was his first multiple interception game, though. Like, so far this season, he hasn't been awful. That was his first awful game of the season.
Aren't they like 1-5?
Here's my major issue.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he's played well. I'm not saying he's playing like absolutely well, but I'm not.
Who do they play next week?
They play brain work.
Who's on a bye next week?
The Chargers, the Vikings, the Cowboys.
No. I mean, like, who gets a bye against the Giants next week?
Oh,
I was making fun of your shit team.
I don't know. I don't know who the Giants play next week. Actually, that's not comes off my head.
I got you. I'll look it up real quick.
But like Daniel Jones hasn't been like the sole problem. He hasn't been amazing. I'm not trying to say he's been amazing, but he's been like okay, and he's had like his bright spots. This was his first awful game.
They play Carolina.
First game in the Dynasty League.
They do play Carolina. My friend's a Panthers fan.
I'll say this right now. For one, the Giants are going to be like 1-12 or something if you look at the schedule. So good luck with that. But for two, if they went into Carolina with Mike Glennon and Saquon, they would win.
No, they wouldn't.
They played them at home.
No, they wouldn't.
Mike Glennon and Saquon.
Mike Glennon.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes.
No.
If Mike Glennon is announced the starter, I will be taking them in my pick'ems.
Stop it.
Promise you.
No.
Look it right now.
Stop it. The only thing that Mike Glennon will beat anybody in is Davis Mills in a neck contest. Like, Mike Glennon's not the answer. They need to move on from Danny Dimes as well. I don't like when people get to support Danny Dimes and I don't get to freely support Taylor Heineke. who also was horrible today. Again,
Taylor Heineke's a garbage quarterback that should have never been in the NFL.
Yeah.
He never.
You're right.
He couldn't
You're
even
right.
start in the
You're right.
XFL.
You're right. Now go ahead and examine him, and then examine
They're the
Danny
same.
Dimes, and
They're
tell me
both
that there's
terrible.
a major difference between the two of them.
They're both bad.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if people get to support Danny Dimes just because he was a first-round pick, then I get to support Taylor Heinicke, and I don't want any grief.
I actually really
With
like
Danny
Taylor
Dimes
Heinicke.
on Washington, bet it's a better team.
Hell no.
Bet they win
No,
more
it's
games.
not.
No.
No,
Way
it's
more
not.
games.
Nope.
Yes, they are.
Nope.
Yes, they are.
Nope. I'd probably take.
I mean,
I'd probably take Jones over Heinicke just a little bit, but it's like really, really close and in a bad way. Like they're both
No.
really bad.
And that's only because Mike hates me, and he picked
Actually-
to be bad this year.
You're my best friend, Tony.
I better not be. I better not be, or we need to hang out more in real life for that to be.
J100's here to tell us that he got all of his picks right again.
All my picks right, baby. Yep.
This man never stops winning, ladies and gentlemen. Never stops winning.
Well, I got some good news for you guys. I think some good news if we get that score updated. But I thought it was going to be just a bunch of 3-and-outs the whole game, and then overtime and maybe a field goal to win it. But it looks like Pittsburgh got a touchdown already. So Big Ben showing some life here. Geno Smith still hasn't really done anything yet, but
you
turned out to
leave
be
Geno
all right.
Smith alone.
Geno Smith has thrown incomplete passes, almost an interception, and then 2-yard chunk plays after the catch. Homer and DK. Well, I don't think DK ran for anything, but Homer ran for like 20. But yeah, it's been bad for Geno.
Hey-
One more. I think I've watched a few Chargers videos. I'm not sure if I watched that one. I know. I think Mike sent a Herbert one, or Tony sent it, or something like that. One of y'all sent a Herbert one to the chat.
I don't know which video he's referencing.
The
Let me see
Herbert's
it
a
in more
junkie one.
detail.
It was something junky. I think one of you guys sent it. So there's been a lot of
He said it's
Chargers
something to
this
do with
week,
preseason.
Omar, because we've been hyped for them all week to get blown out by 30 points.
There just needs to be a little relaxed period, guys. It's just too
Wait, the
much.
21st. That's a Thursday. That's a weird day to have a WWE pay-per-view.
We aren't
A
there yet.
Thursday?
The team's really young. Like I was
Oh.
like waiting for that. I thought it was gonna be last week. Honestly, I thought the Browns were just gonna run all over us. And it was gonna be last week.
Oh, Baker Mayfield got benched today?
Yeah, he played pretty bad.
Let's go. He got benched. He wasn't even hurt. It's
But-
just like, no, you're done for the
Well,
day.
he's-
Don't-
he's
He got a
also was-
separated shoulder. There's a huge
also
difference
was.
between getting benched and getting separated from your shoulder.
He,
I don't know, Tony. He was playing after supposedly separated shoulder for like 3 drives, and then
Yeah,
and then
well, they
he
pulled
came
him
out
when the
and they were
game. They pulled him when the game was like officially out of reach. They pulled him. So yeah, they did pull him, but it was like this game's over. Let's just see if we can keep our quarterback.
Isn't
healthy.
his arm in a sling?
Is it? I don't know. It
He's
looked
not-
like
Yeah.
it was okay.
I saw he did his post game press conference and his arm was
Who
in a
needs a
sling.
shoulder to throw the ball anyways, Tony?
Everyone.
Hey, you know what though? That's smart. That's smart. If I would ever take a loss, no matter what the situation, I would walk out in 2 slings and like a neck brace and be like, "It wasn't me, guys. I had 3 broken arms."
What was Baker doing though? Was he watching Kyler and being like, I can do that too? Because he was like running around,
Crusty.
just taking crazy hits and throwing crazy passes like Baker. You
Yeah, I don't know
are
what.
a
I don't
play
know what he
action
was doing.
game managing pocket passer. Yes, you're a little bit more
Tony
mobile.
Saka.
You're not Kyler.
I don't know what he was doing. That was terrible.
Yeah,
I had
that's
OBJ,
what we-
and then I was like, Baker Mayfield, and then that was stupid.
OBJ was bad too. I usually defend OBJ, but he had a couple opportunities to catch passes that hit him in the hands. And he just dropped them.
Geno,
Yeah.
baby.
And Felke, to answer Felke's question, Diggs is the best defensive player in the NFL by far. 7th pick already in 6 games. He's a beast.
Don't start.
Monster, nonstop. Don't throw it his way.
No,
Don't even
he's
throw it his way.
not.
You can
No,
throw it his
he's
way.
not.
Interceptions are not.
Thank you for putting this on me. He's not the best. He's very opportunistic, but he got torched on the very next play, which is happening all season. If you really watch him play, he gets beat a lot. He's not a shutdown corner. He takes
Trayvon
the play
Diggs
up.
gets the 1 pick, and then people just forget about all the other times he gets torched on defense.
No, okay, it's not that bad. Okay, let's not go into hate mode here. He's like turning.
No, I'm not
into-
hating. He's just like people
here's
just
the
seem to
con.
forget. Like he gets
I-
the pick,
this
and then
is
people just
exactly what-
forget everything else.
This is exactly what Richard Sherman's prime looked like. A bunch of
Same
interceptions
old. If I was starting,
and bad man coverage.
if If I was starting a team right now, I would take Trayvon Diggs over Geno Smith as my first player. If those are the two options, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, that's obvious.
Geno Smith's a backup quarter. What's your point
I would
here?
probably
I
take
would take Trayvon Diggs at quarterback. Is my point. Same. I'll take
Geno
Trayvon
You would
Diggs.
take
will not-
Trayvon Diggs to be your quarterback.
Geno Smith
Diggs-
will not score
Diggs
more
shut
points
down
than
Mike
Diggs.
Evans, Tony.
He didn't shut down Mike.
He
Okay.
shadowed Mike Evans for like 5 plays.
Also, too, Tom Brady is the ultimate at picking the best opportunity, the highest percentage pass or route or whatever on every single play. That's what he's done his entire career.
Oh my
Interception.
goodness. Tony, I'm so glad I'm on the stream with you guys because I can't bear to really pay that much attention to Geno Smith throwing a football. I'm so glad I have you guys taking from this. I just looked
This
at him and I
Geno
said the worst
Smith
throw I
hate
think I've
is
seen
so
this year.
unappreciated.
The one
But-
player
You know
that
they
do
put it
not
out
like.
today.
You said what?
They put it out today. Somebody was saying this morning on the talk shows this morning that Geno Smith was the best backup quarterback in the NFL.
Who said that?
Who is the
It
best?
had to be like CBS morning pregame show or something. It was
Who
was horrible.
watches
They're
CBS
trying to hype
pregame
up the
show?
Sunday night game because they feel like no one's gonna
nobody
watch.
because they should be watching Wake Up Fantasy Call or whatever it's called.
Who's the best backup quarterback in the league?
Who is the best backup?
What's their show called in the morning? I don't know. It's been so
I
damn
would,
long.
Gardner
I told Tony,
Minshew.
I would take Tyler
Gardner
Henry as a better
Minshew.
backup quarterback.
Wake
than
up
Geno
call. Fantasy football wake up call on Sunday morning, aptly named by the one and only Joseph Morley every Sunday.
I came
I
up with that
mentioned
name.
it.
You
I came up with
the
that name.
You did. That's why I said
I
aptly
came
named.
up with that name. You know what? I'm taking the credit. I
No,
came up
no,
with that
Joe.
name. Nope.
What's new? What's new, Mike? Take the credit for everything.
I only came up
Did
with
you
Michael
shut down
Myers
Mike
myself.
Evans
That's
too,
it.
Mike? Huh?
I
Did you
did.
shut down Mike Evans too?
I did. I stepped up and I said, "Come on, Mike. There's a bigger Mike in town right now."
It could have been Mike's idea that Joe said out loud before he got to say it, though. So
Yeah, I thought of the idea first, and then Joe said it, and I was like, "You stole my idea, you mind reader."
Wait,
Yeah.
Mr. Double Punt
Not
himself.
sure you know what a computer says. You're old.
I'm so
but
glad he
Brady
stopped
is-
roasting me and turned to you guys. During the NBA season, he wanted to roast me, and now he's completely changed his focus.
Felke and I have a great relationship. I don't know what you're talking about.
He
Colt
always
McCoy.
roasts you every
Yeah,
He's
time.
Colt
only
McCoy.
targeting
Colt
me
McCoy,
because I
have him way
said
over him.
that
The
Mitch
Cardinals.
Trubisky.
he's only targeting me because I said something that wasn't 100% positive about Trayvon Diggs. But Diggs is not at Ramsey level or where Darrell Revis Island was for a while or any of the. He's not at that level. He can be. He's in his second year. He's a very good player. He's having one of the best runs I've ever seen at cornerback. He's picked off
dare
again
you.
today, and he housed it.
How
He's an
dare you.
That's
amazing
true.
player.
How dare you talk about a Dallas Cowboy great player like that? Diggs should be in the Ring of Honor tomorrow. Put him up there.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Okay, I
Xavier
picked the
Howard,
Cowboys to win today.
Xavier
They
Howard
won.
last year did this, and
Who?
now he's not Xavier Howard that we thought
Oh.
he was. Interceptions is not the way you measure corners. He has been in the right place at the right time for probably 5 of the 7. It's great that he caught him. That means he has good hands, so maybe he has the best hands out of the cornerbacks in the league. But that's
Krusty's
about
throwing
as
some
far.
good stats on the screen for him. That he leads the league, but also leads the league in penalties and also allowed the 4th most yards per PPR. So he's a little bit overrated.
It just depends on what people are rating him as. Like anyone that's saying he's the best in the league, yeah, he's overrated. But if you say he's like approaching top 10, I'm okay with that.
Shout out to TDs, by the way. TDs, what up? I know you shouted me out. What up? And then also, fantasy basketball. Is there a league that's going on? Because I know I'm with all the basketball leagues.
That's supposed to be tonight. I need to get into that right now.
Oh, is it? If the draft, I think the draft was supposed to start at like 5:30, wasn't it? If it did, my team's on auto draft, and I probably ended up with Kyrie Irving and Andrew Wiggins and anybody else who didn't get the job. But Mike
thought it
made a
was
point
smart.
earlier about Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman's prime, which I believe was also with Dan Quinn, right?
Yeah.
So like it's a very similar thing where it's like, hey, I have this person who has there's something about like intuition, like there's something about like seeing something before it happens, right? We're watching the Steelers game right now. Troy Polamalu was absolutely the best at that. Palomalu got burnt a lot. He got a lot of bad plays on his watch. He also made a lot of really game-changing plays for his team. You want to have a guy like Trayvon Diggs on your defense, but there's going to be some times when he hurts you, like he did when he got the double move by Bourne. Kendrick Bourne shouldn't be double moving anybody to go to the house.
No.
Kendrick Bourne is their best receiver, though, right? So I mean,
they've got 5 best receivers, which means they don't have a best receiver.
I don't think
they're
they
good.
have anyone good besides him and Aguilar, but Aguilar like drops everything. So Myers is like kind of up there, but isn't Bourne like the best? Don't you think he's the best one?
He might be the most paid, like the highest paid. It's him or Aguilar, but Jacoby Myers to me is the one that he's their guy. He got his first touchdown taken away today, which was hilarious to me.
I mean, if you get one touchdown, that'd be great, right? For being a good wide receiver.
Well, he got his first career touchdown.
It was called back.
But it was called back by.
No, you can't say you're a best receiver on a team. You don't have a touchdown your entire career. How long have you been playing, Tony? I'm the best people ever. I just did my first ollie yesterday or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't do that.
TD, if you want to play fantasy football next year, make sure you let us know beforehand. But we'll get you in.
Yes, and next year I think what we have to do is we have to split up leagues. We can't do a 16-team league craziness. What I tried to do this year because
I loved it. Let's do a 20-team league next year.
Well, we got to take away the 2 quarterback situation because people are losing interest rapidly in this league.
Give me the people that you knew were going to lose interest lost interest.
I still love it. I got Cam Newton.
You gotta love football, Tony. You gotta love football to play fantasy football in a league like that.
You gotta love football to be 1-3 and keep going, like Mike did. All right, now he's got 3-3, and he's right back in the thick of things.
Just wait till the naughty or nice list comes, Mike.
Oh, I can't wait.
What's up, Jay?
What up?
And you got a green screen.
If Mike wins the league, I should get some kind of credit because I feel like I helped a lot build his team.
Yeah,
thanks, Jay. Actually, you do. I might actually give you a shout out as like my co-captain of my team.
You're gonna get like part-time ownership of the GOAT belt if he wins. You get it like 4 months out of the year during the off season.
Yeah, you're getting it during those basketball months.
Let's get it.
We're close enough where we can hand it off too.
That's true. Not too far.
You guys see that Trey Young is at the baseball game?
Who cares? First of all, who cares about Trey Young? He loves the Dodgers. Who doesn't love the Dodgers? I love the Dodgers. You love the Dodgers. Trey Young loves the Dodgers. Who cares about the
Braves?
Actually, I'm going to the Braves, though, because I got a Braves jersey somewhere. I gotta wear it if they win.
Jay, I want you to cheer for the Braves right now.
Yeah, let's go Braves. I got a Braves jersey. I think I don't know where it's at. I got one though for sure.
Who is it? Is it Terry Pendleton, David Justice, Sid Bream,
Chipper Jones?
I know none of those names, Tony, but I don't think
I know you don't because you're 23 years old.
Oh my god.
That's the last time the Atlanta Braves won a World Series. You would know any of those. Tom Glavine, Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, Steve Avery. You would know any of these names I'm saying right now.
You're making these names up, Tony. You're just saying names. Michael Smithenson, Tony Correnti.
I just named like 3 Hall of Famers.
Do you know who Andrew Jones is?
Chip Jones, right?
That's Larry Jones.
Larry Jones. No, I don't know.
AKA
Chip Jones sounds like a thing.
Chipper Jones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got Chipper Jones jersey.
You want it?
Someone want my Chipper Jones jersey?
I'm calling Mama Fly, AKA Mama 100, AKA Mama 150, and I'm going to ask her, how old is your son? And then when you tell her that you said you were 40, she's going to be pissed that you made her like 65. She's going to be like, wait, he did what?
That was funny. I like it. That's my way to do it, though, you know?
So you're going to snitch.
Any chance the Red Sox beat the Astros, guys?
I don't know. I hope so.
If Kike keeps doing Kike.
See, that sounds like a made-up sound. It doesn't even sound like a thing.
What?
But
Omar, Sandlot is a great movie.
I don't like baseball, but I love Sandlot. Jeez. Oh, I got the Red Sox beating the Astros, by the way, fake. Okay, I got the Red Sox beating the Astros because they got.
Wait, hang on a second. Mike and I need to address this. Lamar Jackson was not the reason that the Ravens won today. Browns 32 fan.
He did his
That's
thing.
not what happened today. He had 2 interceptions, threw for like less. If anything, it's the week before the Colts made people think that he was the dude.
The only interception that was bad was one of them. The other one was like a miracle interception. Lamar did his thing. Like he wasn't amazing. He didn't go off like he did against Indianapolis, but he wasn't awful.
Yeah,
Him and Herbert both like did one of those games where it's like we didn't eliminate ourselves from the MVP race, but we didn't help our case either. We just kind of stayed stagnant.
No. Well, they're far behind Kyler and Dak now.
Yeah, one big game and you're right back there again.
Sure.
I think Lamar didn't have any reason to be great this game. You know, like if 34-6, what are you gonna really what are you trying to do? Like put up like another 500 yards on them? So I think he was just like
John Harbaugh. They came in and just like got to it immediately too. Like the Chargers tried to warm up into their offense. The Ravens just came in and pushed it down our throat from the first snap.
Mike, all they did was run the football.
Exactly.
That's the problem with the Chargers. All they did was run. They weren't even doing like complex runs. They were literally just running the football. That's it.
That was a good throw by Ben.
Was it Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray, and Devonta Freeman, I believe, are all the 3 running backs. See, I can't even the names are like they're not important at running
that
backs.
Was it. Those 3. That was it. Those 3.
Yeah. I was like, did I mess these?
They
They just grabbed any practice squad. Because they just picked up those. I know Le'Veon Bell was a big deal before, but they just picked up 2 running backs off the street basically, and then they picked up when they had Latavius Murray, who picked up off the Saints when he got cut. So they have 3 guys that shouldn't even be on teams technically scoring touchdowns on you.
What do you do if you're the Dolphins right now?
Well, first of all,
are you firing coaches? Or
no, I'm going to say it right now. Brian Flores, I think, should keep his job because people are saying on Twitter. That's the first thing. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Is you keep Brian Flores and maybe you keep Tua. That you can talk about. But I think Flores done a good job. This is just a bit bad. You lost Tua for 5 games. You can't really blame that on the coaching staff because without your quarterback, look at the Seahawks right now without Russ.
Tua was just as bad as Brissett, maybe worse.
Everybody take a second to watch Jamal Adams do Jamal Adams things right now.
I seen that. I just seen that, Tony.
Wait, I didn't see it. Don't spoil it.
What do you mean?
No, it's nothing to spoil, but
they already spoiled it.
you'll see it.
Hey, look at what Jamal Adams is about to do. Don't spoil it.
Oh,
Look at Jamal. It was like first it was whoa, and then it was. I'm about to watch
I'm just
replays.
saying,
I thought it
if
was
we're gonna
maybe
do a
Jamal
show
Adams
that's a
getting
watch
burnt.
party, we should react to some big plays in the game. We don't have to react to Ben Roethlisberger making his last decent throw down the field before he retires, but we should react to Jamal Adams laying the wood on a big running back. That was a nice hit.
That was nice. Oh, Omar, yeah. If the Seahawks could get Josh Rosen, bro, oh my goodness, they could finally maybe win a game while Russ is out. But this is why they won't get Josh Rosen because they just say Russ might come back within 2 weeks of his injury. He's trying to like beat the timeline.
It looked worse.
No.
It looked worse in fast mode than slow mo. Najee laid the shoulder too. He just fell over. That's all.
It was a good hit.
It was a good hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike just likes taking the credit away from people, huh?
No, I'm not taking credit away. I'm just saying that's what happens. Like someone's gonna fall. The hit from Najee was just as good as Adams. Najee had the momentum leaning the right side.
TD,
Whatever it was. It fell over.
I agree with both y'all because it looked nasty in live action, and then football terms, Mike broke it down extra. So I agree with both y'all. But I do want to say, TDs, I think you're right. Pete Carroll should play quarterback. He should go in there, get him a helmet right now. Maybe the Seahawks have a shot. I'm just playing. Go ahead, y'all. Keep talking about it.
The Dolphins should not relocate to London. They would not do better there.
They just hope all the teams are like this, like was that jet lagged for every game? That's how they win.
Whatever you got to do.
How would that even work?
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
be so much to have a team in London.
Just
Like
6 a.m.
London
every
games
week.
are like even when the London games like were announced, there was still some pushback from people. So
The
like
players-
having a team there,
The players would hate it on the Jaguars, and I'm saying the Jaguars because that's the only team that would do it.
especially
On
if
the
they put them in a
Jaguars,
division
and
and they
every
have
team
to
that
play
has-
them twice a
Yeah.
year.
They would hate it. They would hate it every time. It'd be the worst.
I love
thing.
London though. Like I said, it's like multiple times. The beautiful city. Maybe they would just like the experience. Take a week off. Maybe they do it before the bye weeks, except for the divisional.
The Jaguars would have crazy home field advantage though. Maybe that'll help them at least like win like 4 games a year instead of 2.
Yeah, but
Trevor Lawrence
they
looks like he
couldn't
could be
even
from
do the
like one of
London
dudes
game
that, like,
before
six
bye
feet.
week though. Because if they couldn't even do like the London game before a bye week because they would have to put them in a division, and then whoever's in that division would have to go play them twice a year.
That's what I'm saying. So you make all the divisional games like the first 6 weeks before the bye or 5 weeks, and then you just make like the last 2 games divisional or something like that.
Whoever's in that division.
Too much. You'd probably rather go to Toronto than London if you're going to.
Okay, hang on real quick though. We make cracks about the Jaguars, but since the Jaguars joined the NFL, better than the Bengals, better than the Browns. They've been to 2 AFC Championship games at least. Like
But the Browns are terrible.
Hall of Famers pass through that organization.
Don't
You
compare
say no
yourself
Hall
to
of
the
Famers?
Browns. If you compare yourself to the Browns, you're already lost. You're already lost if that's who you're comparing yourself to.
They've had Hall of Famers pass through there.
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
Fred
yeah,
Taylor.
Blake Bortles,
I think
Jalen
Fred
Ramsey.
Taylor has a case.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Same old
Jalen Ramsey.
sport. You just got to
Yeah.
raise. You just got to
Oh,
raise for knowing Fred Taylor's name.
Jalen Ramsey is definitely going to be a Hall of Famer.
Definitely didn't only know him because of House of Athlete.
Like
I don't give a shit how you know him. I'm glad that you know him because he was really good at football.
Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles, that's him already.
Blake Bortles is a Jaguars Hall of Famer.
He's a legend. He's a fantasy.
He was on that
football
TV
legend.
show with that Jacksonville guy for like 2 years until they released him.
The Giants should get Josh Rosen. You're right, Omar.
No, they should not.
RG3 coming back too.
Oh my lord.
No, RG3
Hey,
you see him running on Baylor's field. That little viral video a couple days ago.
That's funny.
If the Giants,
We should have taken a quarterback before Eli retired.
I was gonna say if, but when the Giants are having a top 5 pick next year, do you want them to take quarterback? Same old.
I mean, yeah, I don't really know the draft class well, so unless there's like a generational offensive lineman, then I guess go for a quarterback.
Lions, Jaguars, Giants, Dolphins. There's your top 4.
But there's no quarterbacks this year, right? Spencer Rattler's not even starting for his own
No,
team.
there are quarterbacks.
Well,
There's Matt
Willis.
Corral. Matt Corral.
Or Matt Corral.
Yeah, Matt Corral.
Did you draft that guy with like the 3rd overall pick though?
Who, Matt Corral?
Yeah,
He's looked like a 3rd overall pick.
there it is. Problem solved.
There it is. So the Giants.
You better lose more games than Miami because they're getting rid of their quarterback too.
No, I think they'll trade for Deshaun though.
Oh, that could happen.
Might not play next year, but
Browns should sincerely, I know they're not going to because the city loves Baker and all that story that's behind that. They should sincerely think about pursuing Russ or A-Rod very hard this offseason.
A-Rod.
Do
Aaron
you
Rodgers.
think the Packers would take Baker Mayfield? Like, if you trade, like, let's just. Oh wait, no, Aaron Rodgers reworked his contract. Never mind.
This is the end of Baker's contract. Like they can just
Yeah,
see you later.
I forgot Aaron Rodgers like renegotiated his contract.
Well, also Daniel Jones was out his wide receiver 1, 2, 4, and 5, I believe. He only had Sterling Shepard out there. Tony was out. Galladay was out. Then they lost Ward. And Saquon was out.
No.
So and Saquon was out. You can't blame Daniel Jones too much for this loss. Oh wow, that's kind of good.
Wait, what's
kinda
about to
bad.
happen?
I don't know what to make of it.
fantasy.
I can't keep
Sorry,
doing it. I just can't keep doing it. Jay.
Snap yet.
I did it all year last year. Can't keep blaming Daniel Jones for this, and I can't keep doing it into year 3. I'm done with it.
Oh, you have to. He literally lost every
Year
good
3.
receiver he has besides wide receiver 3, Sterling Shepard.
This guy was picked inside the top. What? He get picked 2nd overall or something?
No, it
Okay,
was
who you
6.
have?
It was 6. It was 6.
overall.
And he should have never taken. He was 6th overall, yeah, but they should have never taken him.
You don't get 4
But now,
years of awful.
we
losing
can't just
football.
blame all of it on Daniel Jones. It's also the organization's fault.
Daniel Jones has turned the ball over like 60 times in his first 2.5 years.
All I'll
Yeah,
say
but
is
I'm not.
You can't
I'm not
blame
trying to
him.
say. I'm not trying to say Daniel Jones is good. I'm just saying it's not all his fault.
It's time to yank him. Is what I'm saying. He's a bad
like
quarterback.
unless you have Tom Brady out there, who's winning a game with that being your wide receiver core and you not having a running back?
What do you mean?
This
It doesn't
game, they
matter.
had no running
I'm not
back.
talking about just today. I'm talking about the duration of his career. He has not been good.
Daniel Jones has been a top 6 draft pick.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just saying he's been a top 6 draft pick in the NFL. That's a fact.
You do not get 4 years if you're a top 10 pick of bad football.
He should have
Sam
never
Darnold
been
got
the
before,
top. He should have
right?
never been the
Over.
top 10 pick though.
Unless
Hasn't
he
Sam
plays
Darnold gone before?
MVP the rest of the season, his time as a starter is done.
The funniest thing is happening right now You guys are. I'm watching a commercial about what athletes go through on a daily basis to be able to compete, and you guys are just trashing some.
I'm not
like a
trashing
professional
Daniel
athlete.
Jones.
I'm
It's
gonna
Mike.
say he's good. I like Daniel
Mike is
Jones.
trashing Daniel Jones. I'm not.
I like Daniel
And I'm
Jones.
with. Hang on, I'm with Mike in this argument too, because like if I were actually paying attention in it, I would be doing the same thing. But right now, they're
But, like-
literally showing how hard they work on a daily basis to compete at that level, and we're like, the guy sucks. He's terrible. He should be out of the game. We should throw him out.
There's
And you're
always
just
that
seeing
disclaimer.
them.
I'm
Hey,
not,
I'll say this,
I'm not
Tony. I've worked
arguing
in a
that
few
Daniel
jobs in
Jones
my
is
day.
good.
A lot of people worked hard, and a lot of people suck. And sometimes it's the same people. So it happens.
I'm not arguing that Daniel
They're
Jones
paid
is
millions
good.
of
I'm
dollars.
just
I'm with
arguing
you,
it's
Jay.
not all his fault.
We're fans. This is
So
the way we talk.
I'm pro Daniel
We're
Jones.
supposed to do it. It's not
What?
called fest. I said we're fans. We're talking like fans. It's not that
Yeah,
big a
no,
deal.
I mean it's all
I
love.
still
I'm saying,
respect the work Daniel Jones put in. I think he deserves his millions of dollars that he has.
hey,
Yes.
million. I'll take him too. But I'm pro Daniel Jones. He's in the middle. Mike's anti Daniel Jones.
But
That's
maybe-
how it's going right now. I'm pro everybody though, Tony. So
Maybe
like
I will say
everybody.
this: he deserves the $1 million he's gotten so far, but maybe we should start bringing that, to around $750K a year, closer to that.
Yeah, because Mike
If he does
Glennon should be
make
getting
$1 million
paid more than
playing football.
Mike
I think
Glennon
he
should
make
be.
$1 million.
Put Mike Glennon in the damn game.
No, I do not want to see Mike Glennon on that field ever again.
You're gonna get the same losing results regardless if it's number 8 or
Yeah,
number
but I'd
2.
rather it be Daniel Jones. I don't want to see Mike Glennon's long neck on the field ever again.
I do.
Oh, it's like the trade for Davis Mills then. Oh my goodness.
We're
I need a DK Metcalf touchdown immediately.
Thanks, Browns.
Immediately.
Tony's asking for crazy things right now, and it's funny.
Well, I'm in a league right now that I'm like really close. I think we're tied. I have DK Metcalf. The other guy has Deontay Johnson. Tomorrow, I have Cole Beasley, and he has Stephon Diggs. We're real close. So I would like some DK Metcalf touchdowns too.
Well, we got a minute left, man. This is a good time for it.
It's a
I
good
would like a
time.
Hey, look what I
Skylar
got.
Lockett touchdown, please.
7-Eleven. What is that inside?
It's a giant ass Slurpee.
A Slurpee? I like Slurpees. I like ices too. What's the difference between a Slurpee and an icy? Is there a difference?
Now I want a Slurpee, Joe. I've had a
There is a
Slurpee.
Yeah,
difference in a Slurpee and
Slurpee
ice.
is something you can drink. Ices are more like hard.
There's a huge difference.
Wait,
Slurpee
ice
is
cream
way
Ices
better.
are fluffier. Like if you go
No,
to
but
like
they're not as. But slushies you can drink.
no
You
slushy.
can't drink
Is,
an icy.
okay, slushy is the one with the ice and you put like the juice in it. Yes, and you drink it. And icy is like the fluffier, not real ice. And then
That's so weird. You would think an icy is the one with the ice, but yeah, I get it though. I get what
And
you
then
mean. I like
the Slurpee just something totally different.
because like if you ever been to
Oh.
AMC before, like they got those red ices from the machine. Those are bomb.
Wait,
Slurpee, I'm not a Slurpee. I need a Slurpee too.
Wait, I got a
No.
question for you guys. I'm currently down 40 in a matchup, and I have Julio and Singletary. Do you think there's a chance?
They have nobody else.
They have nobody else.
Small
There's
chance.
always a chance.
Little
But
bit
like,
of chance.
if you were to give it a percent chance of it happening,
Like 4.
that's right
You
around
need
where
Dig-
ESPN says.
Omar, you love Gardner Minshew, but Gardner Minshew can't even beat out Jalen Hurts and can't even get on the field for the Eagles
don't
right now.
want-
The Eagles.
We should have drafted a quarterback before Eli retired. We waited so long out of like respect for Eli, but we waited so long to the point where there was no one left.
Well, that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done.
That's true.
Oh,
We
TK.
should have, but Eli was
Did Lockett catch
like,
that?
yeah, he caught it. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't.
They call
He
it
did.
But Eli was worse than what Big Ben is now. At least Big Ben can like sometimes make the throw downfield. Eli, his last year of his career, couldn't do it anymore. It was obvious.
Gino
Like he couldn't do it the last. OBJ was covering up the fact that he was a bad quarterback. OBJ made Eli look average. But Eli was a bad quarterback.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah,
Oh,
Obi-Wan
Browns
Kenobi.
fan. Yes, Joe Mixon. I'm gonna have him the number 2 running back right now. He moved up in my power rankings of running back. because Derrick Henry hasn't played yet. We'll see what he does this week.
My Joe
Oh,
Mixon trade worked.
Gino. Down
Joe-
goes Gino. Down.
He's just like, I don't even want to throw this ball.
The
Just get
Highsmith
me out of
battle?
here.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all told me I wasn't going to have to play a snap. Y'all told me Russell Wilson doesn't get hurt. What's going on?
Gino said that they talked to Gino before the game, and Gino said he can't wait to show the world the new Gino.
Oh,
That was it.
the new Gino is fantastic. I'll tell you that.
It's a lot better.
Love it.
Oh my goodness.
Bring Cam Newton in, Jay. Is it time?
Is it what?
Time to bring Cam Newton in?
It's been time. Right when Russell Wilson hit his finger on Aaron Donald's hand or whatever it was, that was the time.
He got vaccinated just to come back.
Pick
They
up
don't
the
have
phone.
any. Who's the backup behind Geno Smith today?
No one worse than Geno Smith.
Jake Fromm. I don't know.
Sebastian Janikowski.
No, it's actually some guy. They elevated him from the practice squad, but I forgot his name because he's irrelevant.
Give him a
But-
shot.
Put him in.
If
That'd
it
be much
gets-
worse.
not yet. It's only 14, but if it gets to 28 or if it gets to 24, go ahead and give him a shot in the middle of third quarter. See what
I have a
happens.
question for the Dodgers fans.
What's the question?
If the Dodgers go down 2-0, like how would you be feeling?
Feel good still. You try and steal those road games, but you don't necessarily expect to get them. So it's a bonus to get them, and we got to get one to win this series. But I feel very confident the Dodgers are going to take care of business at home.
Is it just me, guys? I have a question for Joe and Mike too. Question for y'all. I feel like in hockey and baseball, the series count really doesn't matter. Like it could be 3-1, and you feel like you're just in it. Like in basketball, it feels like 3-1 is kind of like you're not going to come back unless you have like a great player. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel like that's because baseball is more of a momentum sport than what basketball is.
Baseball setup is a best of 7. It's set up that more than likely 80% of the time the best team will win. Best team will win. That's why it doesn't feel like when somebody gets up 1-0, 2-0, that's going to happen. That that's over. But 3-1, a series 3-1, yeah, that's very hard to come back from.
Yeah,
that's very tough. But
So wasn't there like last year, 2 years ago in the playoffs? Like there was
The
like every
Braves.
hockey
I think it was
team-
the Braves. It was the Braves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Braves.
Yeah,
The
it was
Dodgers came
Atlanta
back on
because
the
I remember
Braves.
seeing
The
a
Dodgers
bunch of
came back
news
on the
about how
Braves.
Atlanta sports teams can't close out games.
yeah,
they came
That's
back.
tough.
I don't know.
Jake
up to
Lawton.
1, they lost.
Jake Lawton is the backup quarterback to Geno Smith today. He played for the Jaguars last year, if you guys remember. He actually beat out Gardner Minshew for a second.
Oh, I do remember
yeah,
that.
that's when they benched him.
WTON. Yep.
Imagine if the Seahawks had Gardner Minshew, they'd probably be in this game right now.
Yeah, it would probably be like 13,
DOWN,
14.
done.
If that.
What?
Yeah, what did Deontay Johnson do right there? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't
I
matter.
put it in. You guys want my second half prize picks? Or you not care?
I
Yeah,
care.
go ahead. It's all good.
All right, Ben
Okay.
Roethlisberger under 120 passing yards.
Not
Geno
gonna happen.
over 120 passing yards. Najee over 42 rush yards.
I'll give you that.
Alex Collins over 4 fantasy points.
I'll give you that.
Deontay Johnson over 8 fantasy points. We're only
I'll
under
give you
on
that.
Ben. The only reason I'm under on Ben is because if they can get to a 20-point lead, they're going to start pounding the ball.
They're not gonna
That's
get
how-
20 points.
That's
It's
how
gonna
the
be
Steelers
14.
win. Run the ball, play defense. The defense is absolutely shutting Geno down. Just keep doing it.
Hey, you ready for my prize pick of the night?
I'm listening.
Geno Smith under 224 passing yards, and I really don't even care about the other. I just picked whatever after that. I was like, as long as I get one prize pick right, that's all that matters. I know I got one, and the rest.
That's a terrible strategy. Do not listen to Jay. But if you do want to play prize picks, we do have a promo code. Use promo code Warzone when you're leaving your initial deposit, and they'll match it up to $100. So you'll get double your money. Double your money.
Let's see where we're at, though. I think I'm green on the Geno one for sure, but other than that, I don't know where I'm at.
How many passing yards does he have in this so far?
Like 5. I don't know.
I don't think
I think he has like 70 or 80.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, Geno's the only one that I'm green on, Mike. Geno's the only one.
So you're happy.
I mean, it's whatever. I expected this to happen.
I think you're about to see a lot of checkdowns. Alex Collins, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf running with the ball after the catch. So hopefully he can reach that 120 yards. It's not a lot.
He has 60 yards. 60.
Not a lot. I'm expecting him to throw it 25 times in this half, so it's not a lot, Gino. Come on.
Yeah, he might get benched before he gets to throw him,
I
though.
hope
but
that
we'll see.
doesn't happen too. That would be bad. That would ruin it, right?
Why would you bet Gino? Hold on. I got a question because every prize pick that we've ever done has made logical sense to me, regardless of what it is. This is the one that makes no sense to me, Mike. Geno Smith, you're picking the over on Geno Smith out of all the quarterbacks?
Yeah, because he thinks they're going to be throwing a lot to try to come back.
I could throw a lot in the NFL. Don't mean I'm going to throw for 120 yards.
120
Well, when
is
you're
not
an
a lot.
NFL level quarterback, if you throw a ball a certain amount of times, you should
See,
get a
that's
certain amount of
my
yards.
point.
120
NFL level
is not a lot.
quarterback. That was my point, Samo.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it if it's 21-0 in the middle of the third quarter and the Seahawks have like 6 more drives. They're throwing almost every play for the entire 6 drives. He better get me 120 yards.
Hey, you know what, though? You know what's crazy about that logic? Because I agree with you, because I used it with Baker Mayfield today, and it didn't work because he got
Oh, yeah. There is the possibility that he just absolutely doesn't complete passes. That's the way it goes wrong.
Because he's Geno Smith, and he's not at that level. And he's probably going to get benched, because if Baker Mayfield got benched, I think they're going to bench Geno Smith. But I don't know. You never know anymore.
It's not as bad as that game either. It's 14-0. It's not 35-10.
That game was a 16-point game in like the late third quarter, early fourth quarter.
Yeah, but by the time Baker got benched, it was not a 16-point game.
Yeah, it was like a 20
getting out of hand.
game.
It was getting bad.
Yeah.
We're still 2-2 here in the Dodger game.
Let's go, Dodgers and Braves.
Well, I'm just thinking that hopefully they get into a check down type of situation where they're just kind of throwing short little hitches and stuff and just starts to pile on. Now I'm starting to second guess my prize picks. Thanks, J Fly.
You're welcome.
I'm not putting any prize picks in for the second half.
I can get 4 out of 5, J Fly. Just say that.
You can for sure. I always keep it real with you, Mike. You know, I always be supportive. You'd be like, "Oh, you're trying to like just gas me." I'm like, "No, I'm serious. I'm always gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna just."
Yeah, keep it real, J Fly.
I always keep it real.
He's keeping it real.
Keep it real with Moss, Kevin, on October 30th. Just right over the top of him.
That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna start doing like jumping. I was doing a bunch of plow box stuff like a few months ago. I gotta get back to that.
Also, there's no taunting rules, so go ahead and do whatever the hell you want after you catch it.
Oh, I was gonna ask you that because I don't want to get into it, but sometimes like if I'm whatever, I get really taunting like I don't know.
Yeah, taunt away.
Oh, okay. It's gonna
When is this fantasy football? When is this flag football game?
October 30th. October 30th.
Yeah, we're gonna stream it.
I want to real quick. I need to do an experiment real quick.
What's the experiment?
Same old sports.
Cowboys. Oh.
You have Geno Smith, 122.5.
We already did
or Ben Roethlisberger, 114.5. Over under. What do you like? Which one do you want of those?
Geno.
And you want to go over? We'll get to that in a second. Okay. Rushing yards. We only have to choose from Najee Harris. Do you want 42.5?
Yeah, over.
Okay. Receiving yards.
Get some fantasy scores.
DK at 40.5. Claypool at 25.5. Lockett at 27.5. Deontay Johnson at 28.5. Do you like any of those?
The Lockett one.
The Lockett one. Okay. What else?
Lockett was over 27.5, right?
Yeah.
Geno's going to get him the ball. Geno's going to get him the ball.
Okay, so that's all they're giving me so far. All right, so then we got fantasy points.
Yeah.
We could go with Ben at 8.5 in the second half. DK 7. Boswell 4. Deontay Johnson 8.
Ugh, I got this on the screen again.
Yeah, Ravens won today. You guys know that 34-6.
Any of these you like?
They smacked
Wait, read them again?
He said, yeah, they smacked him.
These are total fantasy points. Ben Roethlisberger 8.5.
8.5.
DK 7 points. Lockett 6. Deontay Johnson 8.
Lockett 6.
Look at it.
Lockett 6 is like 3 catches, 30-something yards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I need one more. So Ben 8.5 or Najee 9, Deontay Johnson 8.
Say Big Ben.
Big Ben. Okay, so this is what Geno Smith over under 122.5.
Over.
Najee Harris over under 42.5 rushing yards in the second half.
Over.
Tyler Lockett over under 27.5 receiving yards.
Over.
Tyler Lockett over under 6 fantasy points.
You can do Lockett twice.
No, Lockett was for yards.
Yeah, it's still. I didn't know you can do the same player twice.
I see what Mike is saying. We might not be able to do that one.
Yeah, you can't do the same player for different things.
Okay.
Bourne was the receiver that dropped the pass too, that led to Diggs getting the pick six. That's pretty crazy. And the next play, he burns him.
Go get him, Diggs. Get him. Oh, Diggs missed him.
CeeDee Lamb was just waving. I like that. He was just like, "I'll see you later. Thanks for coming out to Dallas."
Why did Mills push him like that? Like, I thought that was horrible of Mills to just go and push CeeDee Lamb.
You gotta push him. You got, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hope he gets on that inch line like the Ravens game when they was on the inch line and threw that pick or whatever.
It was already over. It was already way over.
That was kind of a dick move. CD Lamb.
They didn't call taunting all that CD Lamb wave.
What,
It wasn't. He was talking to
What were they gonna do? They weren't kicking the extra point anyways.
Yeah, but still, that's
It wasn't. It wouldn't negate the touchdown.
The flag. We're gonna enforce it on the next game.
He wasn't really taunting. He was smiling and waving like kindly. He was like,
After he already got shoved because the guy was salty that he just lost.
No, Mills was in the wrong because he got burnt.
That's what I'm talking about. Mills was salty and freaking shoved him. That's why he's waving at him. It was all
yeah,
fair.
I think CeeDee Lamb did that to
yeah,
not
but
get
the
a
shove
taunting
isn't
call.
taunting. CD was still in bounds.
It's still taunting or not. He could have walked up to him and punched him in the face. The Cowboys still win.
Yeah, the Cowboys would have got it. But I mean, it wasn't taunting. He was smiling, and waving. That's being nice.
Parlay, boys. Yeah, they do that in Madagascar, like a children's movie.
Omar,
Yeah.
my comments coming to Raiders.
I'm starting to really see that fit.
Same
Yeah,
way
Mike
with the
Thomas
Jack.
coming to
The Sea
Vegas.
Chickens, it wouldn't matter if
With
he was the
A-Rod.
Sea Chickens because the Sea Chickens had no quarterback. But all right, here, Mike.
How long until Drew Brees is the head coach?
Talk. It feels weird.
What was I gonna say? I had something to say.
What'd you say?
I said listening to Drew Brees talk feels weird.
It will for a little bit. It'll get easier.
Listening to J Fly talk is weird.
That is true, though. Me and Drew Brees are both the same like that. Also, at throwing football, just playing.
They're giving him like hard questions too. Like they just asked him about Dak and where he would rank.
Wait,
him.
did Dak get a calf strain as he threw that last pass?
He might have had it from the game at some point.
Because he hops off the leg to throw it. It looks like his leg, it looks like his leg cramps and then he hops up to try to get the pass
So
off.
Baker Mayfield did dislocate his non-throwing shoulder.
He already had an injury there anyway.
Actually, yeah, he had a labrum injury.
Yeah, now he separated it.
Do they have a bye week or do they? Oh no, they play on Thursday night. That's not.
Yeah, week 13.
Against who do they play?
The Broncos. I mean, the Broncos kind of soft, but the Browns are really, really banged.
Who are the
Oh,
Browns?
Case
Who's the
Keenum?
Browns backup
A Case
quarterback?
Keenum redemption game?
It could be.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum isn't that bad as a backup. He's one of the better backups in the league.
Yeah,
Is there
that's
much
true.
difference between Case Keenum and Baker Mayfield, to be honest with you?
I was saying that Case Keenum is Baker Mayfield without the turnovers.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Mike, look at these price picks. Look how bad these price picks are. I didn't even care. I put
They're all at half.
they're all
not even up. Yeah, they're all losing except for
No,
D.
literally, I have Chase Claypool over 62.5 yards. He has 5. I have James Washington over 32.5. He has 9. I have Ben Roethlisberger over 255.5. He has 118. That's like almost half. And then Deontay Johnson 63.5. He has 33. So it's like half.
Deontay, he's got you.
So yeah, but I don't care. Geno Smith is way under 224. That's the only reason I care to even do this. My last prize pick. This is gonna be amazing. It's how I'm coming out. Yeah.
D Hop finally showed up this week. 2
Exactly.
touchdowns.
D-Hop.
Minnesota Miracle was thrown out of Keenum's right shoulder.
Keenum is not in the same stratosphere as Baker.
Gotta stop paying him. What do you mean? He's your
Well,
best.
Yes,
Baker got
Coleman
benched
did
today, Browns
amazing
fan.
today.
So if he's not in the same stratosphere as the guy that got benched because he's getting blown out, then I think that's fine. I don't want to be in that stratosphere either. I want to be in Kyler's stratosphere. where
Baker
he-
didn't get benched because he was playing bad. His
he
shoulders
got benched because he
separated.
was playing bad and because they were getting blown out. Mike said it earlier. Mike was like, they were getting blown out by so much, the game was out of hand that he got benched.
I mean, it
Although
makes
that's
sense.
okay.
They were playing their Baker probably said, "I'm fine. I don't feel any pain." So they were playing to try to come back. Once it was out of reach, there was no point keeping him in the game with an injury like that.
It
What
was
do
a
you call that?
a
What is that
protective
called?
benching.
That's not called getting benched because you're bad. It's called protecting your asset.
Kyler Murray got benched because he was good. That's the difference. He was up by 40.
I mean,
Yeah,
be
but
fair,
Kyler's shoulder wasn't separated from his arm.
I think we're both right here, guys. I think he got benched because he was hurt and they wanted to protect him, but he also played bad in the game. So both right. And look at this is what it spelled. This is what both of those things made. A big L.
You know who played bad too?
Who did?
Huh?
Getting Alex
You
Robson.
left yourself
treatment
open for that one, Mike.
Alex Robson treatment.
Oh, the Chargers. Dang. I kind of forgot how bad they played today until you brought it up.
I like how you waited a second. You're like, oh yeah, it was the Chargers.
When he said Alex Robson moment, whoever said that's what clicked. I was like, oh yeah, it's the Chargers.
Speaking of Alex
Yeah.
Robson, I bet you the Jets had a bad day at practice today.
They lost in the final.
Sony Zaka.
Oh my goodness. I do wonder, who do you think played worse, the Browns and Baker or Herbert and the Chargers? I say the Browns and Baker played worse. He fumbled the ball all over the place. You couldn't throw nothing.
I mean, Baker's arm was separated, but still he wasn't playing good.
was it separated the entire game or just in the start of the fourth quarter? I thought he separated with like 7 minutes in the fourth quarter, like 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, something like that. He played 3 drives.
The Chargers played worse.
Chargers
Browns
played
really-
like shit.
They moved the ball a little bit. They completed a Hail Mary. They scored some.
Yeah,
points.
the Chargers got the one touchdown before half, and then that was
their one
literally
touchdown-
the only bright spot of that game.
Their one touchdown wasn't even anything crazy. It was just like wide open, got it. You know what I mean? Like, good job. The whole rest of the game, not a thing. Like every single set of downs went to third down and was stressful. Every
But
single
it's okay because we expected that out of the Chargers. We expected them to go 1-5, right?
What? You twist my words around.
Wait, they're not even 1-5
I'm saying
now.
that
They're
I'm
like-
happy. All I said was I'm
1-2.
happy we're 4-2 because I had low expectations for the tough schedule of a team that went 7-9 last year with a first-year head coach this year. How is that a bad thing to have like expectations to have a really bad start versus KC, Baltimore, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Dallas?
Las Vegas.
Like, of course I was expecting not to be 4-2. I was expecting 3-3 to be like amazingly good.
I don't
Your
know,
tone
I
is
expect
totally
every single
dropped
game, Mike.
last week.
But
I expect to win every game, Mike. That's the thing.
I'm a lot higher on the Chargers now. I'm ready for us to compete in the playoffs. That's how I'm feeling now.
Playoffs after that performance?
I went from being
Yeah.
happy if we even make the playoffs to I think we can compete in the playoffs now.
I don't know. It depends on your matchup.
Hopefully not the Ravens.
Because the way it's looking right now, the Browns could be like a 5th seed.
Yeah, we could beat the Browns.
And if you guys end up playing the Browns in the playoffs, it's a bad matchup.
How's that a bad matchup? We got them. We just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, but it took Justin Herbert's fourth quarter heroics.
Okay.
How did we just go from Baker Mayfield being benched and being bad and all this to like now they're gonna beat the Chargers?
Exactly.
In the playoffs? How did we get there?
Because Baker didn't play like amazingly.
You got in trouble. You better go. You best to go.
That's what you're talking bad about the Chargers.
Get
saying.
the wooden spoon. Bam.
We'll tell him about Daniel Jones and how great he is and how you should keep him there for 10 years and keep him 6-11 every year.
It's like
I
Daniel
never
Jones is
said
such a
Daniel
bad
Jones
quarterback.
was
But the
good.
Chargers beat him in the playoffs at any time. It's over for the Chargers because Daniel Jones.
I think that any matchup in the AFC playoffs is going to be tough. Same old.
Well, the Ravens kind of crumbled the playoffs.
Isn't
too.
it kind of weird that I'd kind of rather play the Chiefs than the Ravens and Browns in the first round?
No.
It's kind of weird. Like, it's weird when you like
No, it is.
hindsight's
That is weird.
2020, but
No, that's weird. No, it's even weird now just because of their like pedigree and experience and like like when they play in the playoffs, they're not going to play their like worst game. They're gonna try to play their best game.
I'd probably still rather play the Browns, but I don't think the Browns. If the Browns don't heal up or something changes here, I don't know if they're even gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd rather play the Browns. To me, it's like in the NBA. Like, would you rather play the Warriors who don't have KD anymore? They're not the same team they were a few years ago, or would you rather play the Kings who are really good and young, but in the playoffs, I don't think they have that experience. So I'd rather play.
Or
the
maybe
Browns.
you could choke the last couple games, so then you get to play the Suns in the first round because that would be an easier round, right? And then you get your ass kicked.
That's what the Clippers did.
The Clippers are so dumb, bro. They had that series so easily won, and they just fumbled the bag.
Is Kawhi playing at all this year? Is there any
He'll play for the playoffs if they make it.
Playoffs?
He shouldn't play in the regular season.
Tough, man. Tough. That's tough.
Here we go, Gino. Here we go, Gino.
Yeah, now I'm rooting for Gino. I need that 1 point.
That was a great play, Gino.
Just step back and sling one to DK right now. First play of the game.
No, he's handing the ball off like a smart Geno Smith would do.
Well, I have Alex Collins also for that 4.5. I hope Tony put that final one as Alex Collins because that's what's going to be the one that's going to land Tony.
How crazy would this be if Russell Wilson is just so fed up by watching Joseph play, he just comes out there anyway and just like, I don't even care what's going on.
Did you see him? He was doing footwork drills before the game. Like, why? Enjoy your Sunday and just relax, Russell. Jesus.
Because he's ready. He knows what's going to come.
Albert,
Like,
what the?
What
Yeah,
happened?
Collins is going to give you those 4 points fast.
Did he drop and eat the air?
No, he just is running out.
No, I'm talking about Pujols.
Oh, you're talking about baseball?
Yeah, because that's on 2 right now, and it's actually dwindling down here.
Top of the 6, 2-2. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go, Indianapolis. Oh, he's running.
Indianapolis? What?
Uh,
That's what I'm talking about, Jay. You just come out of left field sometimes.
I meant to say Atlanta, but then I didn't want to say Atlanta because we're going for the Dodgers. So then I said Indianapolis because it's like Atlanta's started coming out. So
Atlanta, Indianapolis, same thing.
Here we go.
Let's go, Gino.
Let's go, Gino. Great handoff.
Oh, Alex Collins, go.
Let's go, baby.
Imagine if they had Chris Carson at least right now. Chris Carson would have ran that touchdown. Right
that
now.
prize pick early.
I can't believe the Seahawks
Okay.
finished first for playing bad.
I don't really like talking bad about people, but come on, man. Be smart. Be fucking smart.
Oh my gosh. It's Browns fan 32 though. He's been in these streams before. You know him. He comes out with the takes.
I can't believe it.
I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between somebody actually starting the fucking game and actually being in the game to get benched and not playing the game at all. That makes no fucking sense.
Bro, he said that he got preemptively benched because they knew he was going to play bad in the game to the point where he didn't even suit up or wear a helmet. He's
Are you
like,
watching, Jay? Are you watching?
Yeah, I see the pass right now.
To DK?
To DK, yeah. That was a beautiful 0-yard pass.
Exactly what I want. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Those little 10-yard pickups start to add up.
That's all he's done all game.
All he needs to do the rest of the game. Keep it going. Let's go. Jason Garrett up here in the upper left corner. Or is this the right corner? The upper right corner.
Oh, man.
Keep going.
What's Tyler Lockett done today?
Get
by the way?
DJ out of there. I don't want DJ with 2 E's out there running the ball. We want Collins.
DJ's and 2 E's. That's funny.
Oh, got quiet there. It got quiet there.
Gotta believe.
Oh, you
Let's go, Giants.
Braves
It's-
coming up.
Oh, relief.
Oh, let's go, Alex. Oh, Alex Collins for a tummy. Nope. Almost. You're almost there, Mike.
That would get me the prize pick, right? I think he's already got it. He only needed 4 fantasy points.
Yeah, he's got it. He's running. He said Chargers aren't the best team in their own division or their own stadium.
Why is
Pretty
Browns
good
fans
start.
coming at the Chargers? Right, he's still salty about last week. I think it's okay, Browns fan. You guys are in trouble. Just cross your fingers and hope you don't die.
Come on, DK. I need a DK touchdown.
Another
I
good
need a
run by
Lockett
Collins.
touchdown.
I know. I miss Chris Carson too, bro. He's like one of the best running backs in the league, and he's always hurt. He's like Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, I just traded for Carson in a league, and he gets hurt in that
Was it
same week.
the Mike?
Well, that's probably why, Mike. Why'd
Yeah,
you do
I
that
think
crap?
Oh, you traded me. That was me. You traded me, Chris Carson, for Saquon Barkley, who's also missed this game because he's hurt.
Okay, right here.
The best fantasy player, I would say Patrick
On the
Mahomes
belt.
or Derrick Henry. I'll say Derrick Henry.
Show him
Derrick
the
Henry
belt.
first.
Show him the belt, Joe.
On the belt.
You give me Derrick Henry's carries, and I guarantee you I'd put up better numbers.
Oh my goodness.
I cannot wait to have a belt.
Wait, don't your high
Hey,
school team got a football team?
I would pay to see
Don't
you
your high
get
school
hit
got a
by
football
one
team?
family.
No.
Even if I don't win any of my
dang.
fantasy leagues, I'm making a fake belt and pretending like I did.
That's what I did.
Hey, I have fantasy advice for everyone watching. This is some actual real good fantasy advice that I just remembered. If you ever want to disband your league or not participate anymore, what you do is the first year or that year you trade for all the first round draft picks for the next year, and then the next year you have all the first round draft picks. Your team is so dominant that no one else wants to even pay attention or care anymore. You win the championship, and then after that, no one wants to rejoin the league anymore because
There's one problem with that.
what's that?
The next year's first round draft picks are going to be a bunch of rookies. Like, you're not going to be good like that. It's going to take like 3 years of that to.
No, I'm talking about like in redraft when you play like you continue the next year. You could trade like the next year draft pick in that league.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, I'm in a bunch of dynasty leagues. So
No,
if
it's not
I
dynasty.
No, not a dynasty. He's talking
It's not
about like
dynasty.
a
It's
redraft
like
next year.
actual like you redraft every year.
then
Browns
your draft
fan, why do you
wouldn't
dislike?
carry over.
Yeah,
Derrick
like the last place, a champion gets the last pick. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes like the real NFL, but you could trade for everyone's first round pick.
I've never
Hello,
played in a
Rosemary.
league like that.
I've done it once.
That's awful.
Everybody say hi.
Everyone say hi to Rose.
Rosemary.
Oh,
On the
you
other
know,
side of the room.
hi, Rosemary. You're saying that's us. Hi, Rosemary. I kind of hate all Titans except for
You
AJ
can say
Brown.
hi with your words and not with the text if you want, or you can use the text still. Hi. Look at this.
Did Tyler
Opening
Lockett get a
drive.
touchdown right now?
Putting this opening
I
drive.
don't know if Derrick Henry is the most dislikable player in the league, but I know
No,
a lot of people
he's my
love
favorite
Derrick
player.
Henry. Yes.
Why is Derrick Henry the most dislikable player?
He's actually really likable. I like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's just
Yeah, I love me some Derrick Henry, bro. He's my
touchdown.
favorite player.
Man, really, Geno Smith, you can't get it done. You can't be throwing passes to like two of the best wide receivers in the league. You just got to give it to Alex Collins, some guy who wants to do some river dancing crap. Oh, jeez.
Well, first, there's two things about that. One, the touchdown doesn't affect his pass yards for me or Mike's prize picks. But two, you expect Geno Smith to throw a touchdown in an NFL game, like when it actually matters and they're actually playing defense?
I want Collins to get it now. The passing yards isn't going to matter. I want to get 1 yard. Go Collins. He got it. That's a touchdown.
That's
No,
a touchdown.
is it?
That's close.
He's close.
Well, way to catch up with us, Mike.
Catch up with
I'm behind. I'm sorry. It's not. I can't do anything about it. I can't
That's
see
funny.
the YouTube's up.
Who is their kicker?
Way to control YouTube TV, Mike. Way to control
trying.
it and make it slow for the whole nation.
They're still reviewing it.
Let's go. Joe's back with the Go Chargers.
Tell him, Arnold.
Arnold,
Mike.
yeah.
Mike, you want to hear? I want to tell Mike this crazy stat that I just found out today. Is that because I'm playing this football league, right? I'm probably gonna play wide receiver. I'm like a skinny Robbie Anderson, Mike.
Which football league?
October 30th, our football game.
Oh, I thought you meant like you found a flag league. Like, I want to start a flag team.
Oh no, I want to start one and invest in one, but that we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But
Invest in one. How would you go about doing that?
you can
Invest our
like, in
time,
fantasy-
like our entertainment hours, I guess. I don't know.
No, like you can actually put money.
You guys
towards,
can make that like a
football teams.
Warzone flag football team, and like every week have like an
That's what I
update.
want to do. That's what I want to do.
That's where you
That'd
can
be
you
sick.
can like make a team and
do
invest
that.
in it.
Okay.
And,
We're gonna
like-
focus. We're gonna focus on this October 30th, and then after that, Jay Fly, me and you are gonna be team captains of this team.
All right,
We'll combine forces. We'll bring non-Warzone people, but we'll be Team Warzone.
Yeah, no, I'm all for that. But Mike, here's my stat. Here, ready for this? It's a crazy stat. I didn't want to share this. But you want to hear this? I'm like a skinny Robbie Anderson wide receiver because we're the same height. I looked at this. I was trying to find a comparable. We're both 6'3", and like a month ago, last time I weighed myself, I was about 20 pounds lighter than him.
Well, don't.
that's
Oh,
what
no, that means he sucks, Mike. Get him off your team
yeah,
now.
play better than Robbie.
He almost won the game. He had a game-winning touchdown almost.
Almost is the key word in that.
Well, I mean, he actually got it. It just Sam Darnold couldn't do nothing in overtime.
Unfortunately, why is this comment still up? Unfortunately, yeah, Browns fan, shut up, man. I'm tired of your Chargers hate in the chat. But what was that? Now I lost my whole train of thought. Thanks, Browns fan 32.
You were talking about Jay being a skinny Robbie Anderson.
Oh yeah, almost only counts in horseshoes because you get a point if you almost get a ringer. In hand grenades because it still blows up if you almost hit the guy. And in like
What's
cat
hand
dance
grenades?
or something.
It's a game where you throw this explosive at somebody and it blows up, right?
Yeah,
Like a worthy?
yeah.
Makes sense.
I
Should have got it from
Like
the name.
same old. If I step back and I throw a Danny Dimes close to you pass with a hand grenade, you're still getting hit by it.
So what you're telling me is that Geno Smith should have been in the military, not playing football.
But you can't almost win a football game. You either won or you lost.
No, I'm not saying he almost. I'm saying that Robbie Anderson made the touchdown that should have won them the game, but
But it
Sam
didn't.
Darnold didn't do anything in overtime.
But it didn't.
And
So
lost
I
the
need you
Vikings.
to be better than Robbie. I need you to be Justin Jefferson or whoever made the plays for the Vikings to win.
All right, I'll be Justin Jefferson. Although I don't think he had a hand in win. I don't think he scored any touchdowns today, but I'll be both.
What?
Be Adam Thielen. Be the Adam Thielen.
Who
He's an amazing route runner.
I picked the Vikings to win too, and I got a lot of heat for it in the TikTok.
Did I
comments.
pick the Vikings?
I think the
Who
Vikings
they
to win
play?
too.
High five.
Wait, who the Vikings play?
Screw those commenters.
Screw them commenters. They play Chuba
Not you
Hubbard.
guys. Omar.
Oh, Carolina.
Hey,
Oh, I picked the Vikings
Project
too. High five, guys.
Drivel. Can't say the same about Browns fan 32, but the rest of you guys in the chat, cool with y'all. Dak's clutchness is Dak did go clutch. Although, like, some of it was out of his control. He got a
I
little,
swear, next gen stats find the weirdest stats to show me.
that's why it's called next gen. It's gonna be weird.
Well, there was a
Passing with-
stat.
He's 10 for 12 with passing under 2.5 seconds.
So he's
That's
good under
such a
pressure.
random stat.
He's good
But
under
did
pressure.
you hear the stat? Did you guys hear the Cowboys stat? Dak
What?
Prescott threw the 2,500th touchdown since 1960, which is the most touchdowns thrown since 1960 by a franchise. The most random stat.
This is true though, Browns fan. Mike Williams is really encroaching on Keenan Allen's fantasy value for sure.
That's why I didn't draft Keenan Allen.
Keenan's gonna have like a random big game, and I think that's your opportunity to trade him if it happens before the deadline.
KJ Osborne.
Hey,
KJ
you know who was happy today? I'm
KJ
gonna tell
Osborne
Samo because he didn't see it. Samo, you know who was really happy today?
Who?
Alex Robson, because Sam Darnold in overtime did nothing and they lost the game to the Vikings.
before overtime, he almost won.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Robbie
but
Anderson.
his quarterback isn't doing much better.
Who?
Zach Wilson.
Oh, Zach Wilson's way worse, and he should
Yeah.
know that. But
I love how
Oh,
he's
man.
bragging about like Sam Darnold not being good on another team when his quarterback looks like probably the worst starter.
No,
Yeah,
they-
it's funny 'cause
the worst part.
one guy's like, "Oh, he's a GOAT." The other guy's like, "He's the worst quarterback of all time. He's a California bum." And
Yeah,
then when
but
he's
I don't
playing
know
that
why
guy-
like Brian Bolster like genuinely believes Sam Darnold's the GOAT. He does it to get Alex mad, and it works every single time.
I had to explain that in the group chat because I was like going along with it. I think Mike's seen it. I was like, he was making that fourth quarter drive. I'm like, yeah, he's the best. And then he lost in overtime, and I was like, yeah, he's a bum. He's garbage.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he's not either. He's actually like
Well,
okay, middle of the
you
time.
see that
Yeah,
Paul
he's like an
Hollywood?
average quarterback. I'm pretty sure Bolster doesn't actually believe that.
No, Bolster hypes him up more because he's a USC guy and he likes pissing Alex off also.
What is Bolster from LA?
Sam Darnold does have flashes, but he just seems like he's a quarterback that just needs a team built around him. Like he can get an
I
executed.
feel like
game
he
plan.
need whatever Josh Allen did in that offseason to propel him. He like Sam Darnold needs to go through.
I would rather have Sam Darnold than Daniel Jones. Let's all agree on that.
No one is it just your day to just like pound on my team?
No. I just want to hammer it home that there are. Look at Joe. You guys can't see him, I guess.
That's
Anyway.
like saying like, oh, I'd rather get shot than get stabbed. Like technically,
Exactly.
yeah.
No, but I
Everybody
think
gets shot.
once they get CMC back, they're going to start winning again. If the defense can play well still, CMC comes back, and they have a guy that can kind of carry the load until Sam needs to unleash. Because when you let him go and go, okay, go ahead and make plays, Sam Darnold makes plays. But when you ask him to stand in the pocket and throw a 7-yard pass on 3rd and 3, he just can't do that for some reason. I don't understand it. So he's bad. Overall, the overall assessment is he's bad, but has room to elevate, I guess. This comment right here, if the Steelers signed Cam and cut Ben, the entire city of Pittsburgh would absolutely pitchfork and riot.
They should do it. I want to see that now. Actually, no, I don't want. We had too many riots.
No, I don't want to see that because I feel like some mean things would be said to Cam Newton.
The upgrade
Nah,
from
poor
Cam from Ben to Cam, if it is even an upgrade, is not even worth it. And the Steelers are quietly like they're about to be what 4-2. or 3-3.
No,
Yeah.
3-3.
They're about to be 3-3. I mean, they started awfully. It looked really bad. Other than that Bills game, they were horrible. So kind of take it as like Ben's doing what he did last year. Just the defense isn't historically dominant as it was last year. Sam Darnold isn't good. He'll never be good. He's acceptable as best in a good situation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if he has CMC, he has the receivers, if he has Tremble going off, defense is playing well.
Allen
He's not going to go out and
Look at
just
Troy. Did Troy Polamalu
Like
cut his
Daniel
hair?
Not that I noticed.
I am mad that you're making fun of the Chargers because
He has a
just lost to
Troy
the Chargers.
Polamalu has a beanie on. Did he cut his hair?
Maybe he just has it up.
Yeah, they would not be a fan of that. And I don't think Pittsburgh fans are scummy. They're just really passionate fans. I think Raiders fans are pretty fake.
Mike, why are you making fun of Danny Dimes every sentence? That's not very nice. We
It's
don't
the theme-
appreciate
it's the theme
bullying.
of the night. I'm deflecting my pain onto someone else, which is same old.
Do not deflect it upon me. I'm in enough
All right.
pain as it is.
I'll stop.
Deflect it onto
I'll stop. I am saying that you do have a good quarterback on your roster. I have been saying that all night too, though. At the same time,
Daniel Jones is not awful. He's okay.
Daniel Jones is good. I like Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is
won't
okay.
I won't say anything. See,
He's cool. He's good. He's
Mike Glennon's
15 quarterback, probably 15.
I do not want to see Mike Glennon and his long neck ever take the field again.
How do you
Please.
What if he got
What is
neck reduction surgery? Then would you want to see him take the field?
No.
What do I think the Cowboys' weakness is right now?
Say one mean thing about the cat. Wow, that's just a funny comment.
You're a linebacker. Oh no, I can't even say that.
The secondary still is a little sketchy. I'll say
All
that
right.
about that.
Yeah.
I'll say a mean thing.
Your
Okay, the Cowboys
secondary
surgery,
makes
that was mean.
opportunistic plays, but then yeah, it's inconsistent. Yeah, they make opportunistic
inadequate.
plays, and then the next play they like give up a big play.
They've got the makings of a really good team in today's NFL. They've got a really
They have a
elite
Richard
offense.
Sherman. They need a Cam Chancellor now.
They have a really elite offense paired with an average defense. That's what's successful in the NFL nowadays. So
Saquon
Talking about
Barkley is
that,
not
he
a
just do a
bust.
dime. I don't know. Do you guys see that? Y'all might see it right now. He used to do a dime. I think it was Deontay Johnson. Like
Saquon's getting close to being a bust.
Saquon's not a bust. I don't think they should have picked him at that pick though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my
They
goodness.
picked him too high for the injuries.
I made a
You guys-
video
you
on
guys
that.
just say
I
every
made a
guy is
video
a
on that
bust. You
today.
guys
I
just
made a
hate
video
guys.
on the
I don't think he's a bust yet.
the
It was-
Giants should
Saquon and
trade
Daniel
Saquon
Jones are not
Barkley.
busts. They're top
Daniel
6
Jones
picks
is a bust.
for a reason.
Daniel Jones
They're
should have
good.
never been. He's in the same situation as Saquon. Should have never been taken that high.
Yeah, he should have been drafted in the second round or third round.
But
Like,
I made a
there's
video. I made a video on this earlier today. I think the Giants should trade Saquon.
That might be a
Not
good
because he's
investment.
bad, but what you can get in return helps the franchise.
I think if they went to a really, really good team and they were able to get something out
What
of him,
really good team needs a running back?
I mean, it would have to be.
Seahawks
In
right
the,
now.
it'd have to be in the offseason. It wouldn't be this year.
No, but I'm trying to think. Like, what really good team would need a running back?
Well, by the offseason, we have no idea. Really, we don't. Running backs aren't like hard to find. So
But I'm trying to
could
think like
come out of
right
nowhere.
now who could use it.
like if the Chiefs decided they're going to be a run first offense, Darrell Williams might.
Oh,
be
the
really good.
Chiefs.
We
Yeah,
don't
the
even
Chiefs.
know.
If they decide to. But isn't Saquon up for an extension this year?
I believe so.
Yeah,
can
they
get-
would have to pay his extension, whatever
Omar,
team.
you said what really good team needs a running back, and you say the Lions?
He can.
They're
Get
they're a bad team that has 2 good running backs.
I think
The Jets could use Saquon.
the
The
Jets
Jets
could
are
do it.
rebuilding their offensive line. They have.
the
I think
Jets-
Saquon would help Zach Wilson a lot.
So when we said good team, did that just not mean anything? Because I feel like that was a really important part of the
Yeah,
question.
but the Jets would make sense though. They're rebuilding their
Yeah, well,
offensive line. They have decent
you're saying
weapons. Their
good team.
defense looks decent, and adding Saquon would help that offense. Would help.
Like,
Zach
what
Wilson
good
a lot.
teams need running backs? The Lions and the Jets are really
Fourth-round
good
pick.
teams.
You can get a
Yankees are
fourth
running
round pick for him. You can get a
I'm
fourth
just- I'm
round
just
pick.
playing, Josh.
Depending on his contract situation, you can get a fourth round
I'm
pick.
just joking with you.
No, I think you can. I think you can get like a third.
That'd be stretching it. There'd have to be a bidding war, I think. A bunch of teams be wanting him. He's a running back that's been injury prone the whole entire first part of his career. So
No, he's. Well, I mean, besides last year, he hasn't had like a major injury.
how many full seasons has he played?
I think he played his full rookie year and his second year.
Let me see.
I think he's only played 1. Him and Christian McCaffrey are both injury-prone running backs that people are really high on.
No,
They do
but
great
Christian
things.
McCaffrey wasn't injury prone before these.
He's only He's only had 250 carries or more once in his career, and that was his rookie year. That's now 4 years ago.
CMC, Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley are all injury prone, but I would say Saquon Barkley is the least injury prone of the three.
But Chris, if you look at Christian McCaffrey's career, he's never been like seriously injured before last season. He's become injury prone more recently, but like to start off his career, he wasn't injury prone.
I will say Andrew Bynum wasn't injury prone, before he got his first big injury either. But
do you think that's usage though? Do you think that that's starting to catch up to him now? The usage rate?
I don't think it's the usage because because this injury was non-contact. I don't think it has to do with usage. I think it's his play style. He plays like juking a lot with like sharp cuts. His game is reliant on him being like shortcuts and being able to out juke everybody on the field.
You can have non-contact injuries from usage. I mean, if your muscles are just getting tired.
I think that's part of it. I think, like I said, his game requires like a lot of like shortcuts, like fast changes of direction in order to get open.
How many touches did he have in his big year 2 years ago or 3 years ago now? 2019 was his big year. He had 287 carries and
I think he had over 100 catches.
He had 107 catches. So this man had 400 touches in one season.
I mean, they asked a lot of him, but
let's say he broke a tackle on each of those touches. He got hit close to 1,000 times last year by players. Or in 2019, sorry.
And also his game is just a lot of like short dynamic movements, which takes a lot on your body.
So yeah, it could be a usage thing, and that's scary for running backs because it just goes off the cliff at a certain point, and you're just done. Ask Lev.
I think if he just like not stop complete, but like just cut down on like the number of like short like cuts, like little bursts he does.
Luke Costlow, what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat.
Good,
Chargers, he's a Chargers fan. He took a tough one today, Luke, but we're okay. Chins up.
All right, you can still be another.
The Chargers need a real running back.
I wouldn't mind us picking up a running back, but Kelly and Roundtree have done okay this year when they've needed to, so not too worried about it.
Austin Eckler is also an injury-prone running back.
Yeah, I would say he is. Not as bad as some of the other guys because he plays through injury a lot.
Yeah, I'd say CMC, Dalvin Cook, Saquon, and then Austin Eckler.
To win the whole NFC, like 5%. I still like.
Yeah, I don't think they win the entire NFC.
I like Tampa better. I like the Rams a little bit better, and then I think I got the Cowboys next, and the Cardinals are like neck and neck with them. So 4%. There you go. I said 5. We're close, Browns fan. But huge strides forward going into next offseason. Keep building. So I think the Cowboys can start to think about this Dak contract and maneuver around it now.
Wait, Mike, you said that you would trade a first-round pick for Justin Tucker, right?
100%. Immediately. Without even thinking about it.
Why don't they do it? Why don't the Chargers do it?
Because the Ravens don't want to give up their best kicker?
The Ravens would not take that.
The Ravens wouldn't give up Justin Tucker.
If they gave up the next 3 first-round draft picks and a third round.
Yeah, but no one's offering them that.
Mike, let me ask you a question.
No one's offering them that.
Mike, let me ask you a question. Next year, Chargers have the number 20th pick, 22nd pick in the NFL draft, right? First round pick. But there's a bad kicker out there. Would the Chargers draft a first round kicker?
No.
I will say this. If you're saying we have the 22nd overall pick, you're saying we're going to win like 12, 13 games?
Yes. And the only problem was your kicker. But then you sit there and make fun of the Raiders for drafting Janikowski in 2000 when they needed a kicker and they were in the same situation. Get out of here, Mike.
I was not making fun of the Raiders in 2000. I was a 4-year-old. But I will say this. I do not want us – I'm not saying I want us to draft a kicker in the first round because there's no guarantee that kicker – like Robert Aguayo happened, all right? We can't forget about that. I want us to trade for an established kicker and give up picks for it. I don't care. Like, it doesn't have to be Justin Tucker. Like, it could be another kicker that's just really
Matt
good.
Prater?
No. He's too old. I don't know.
Tyler Bass.
Maybe Tyler Bass. I'd do that, but the Bills wouldn't do that.
What about the other kicker? I forgot his name now. John Ryan. I don't know his name.
John Ryan.
Young Hoku?
Not a kicker. We already had Young Hoku. We can't trade for him now.
Wait, who? Young Hoku. Yeah, Young Hoku.
It's Young Weiku, but
Young Weiku.
And we let him go, and that is so painful.
Wait, you guys
Yeah,
let
why'd
him
you guys
go?
let him go? That makes you like the
We
one of the
cut
best
him.
kickers.
Well, he was terrible with us for like 3 games, but you can't just give up after 3 games. Although I'm yelling you should give up on Vizcaino after 6 games. But
Is
Yeah,
it money?
but
Was it a money
Vizcaino's
thing?
been like
Did you want way too much money?
But the thing was, Vizcaino like didn't even impress in like the preseason and like
Vizcaino
practice snaps he got.
might have kicked the worst extra point I've seen since they've moved the extra point back today. He didn't even hit the net. He didn't even hit the net behind the uprights. He kicked it into the crowd.
He needs. Would you take a retired Pat McAfee over Vizcaino?
Yes. I would. I think I want our punter to start kicking over Vizcaino right now.
Just call
It's,
Pat McAfee. Pat, we got a big contract for you.
Wait, that goes back to my point of
How about
maybe it's
this?
just the jerseys.
The Dolphins-
Chargers jerseys.
The Dolphins are 1-5. Miami, you guys are gonna have to go into a rebuild. You're gonna have to get a new quarterback because Tua stinks. All these problems are about to hit you this next offseason. Maybe you trade for Deshaun Watson, whatever you got to do, but you're just wasting Jason Sanders' prime right now. So here's my
You're
offer.
wasting who? Oh, Jason Sanders.
I'll send you guys a 3rd-round pick and Jalen Guyton for just Jason Sanders,
and Jalen Guyton.
just for Jason Sanders, and let's make a deal. Yes,
Like
this is
your
why I
fantasy
keep telling
picks.
people everyone's roasting the Chargers for getting blown out today. They're about to go on a 7-game winning streak or a 6-1 winning streak right now.
Yeah, but
Or a
the
10
only
game.
thing about I think they'll drop one game because every NFL team loses like a game that they should win.
Yeah,
Like,
keep
it
that in
happens
mind.
every year.
Keep that exact verbiage in your head, so that way when it happens, you can say it and not just sit here and be like, "Oh, you guys lost 34-6 all day." I know you're not. I'm throwing low.
Oh, yeah, I'm
blows
not going
at
to do that, but
everyone.
I'm saying like every NFL team like loses like one like easy
Mhm.
game that they should win
There's a
every
few
year.
in there. Like it's mostly easy games, but there is like the Patriots. We play them. That should be a win.
Yeah, like
but
the Patriots
we drop
could
that.
do something.
We play the Vikings in that stretch. Should beat them, but we could drop that. Like those kind of teams. We play the Bengals in that stretch. Could lose to them. Should beat them.
Oh yeah, the
First round
Bengals are
pick.
How
really
mad
good.
would you be if the Patriots 45 nothing you again?
Hunters are not more important than kickers. No world. Chase McLaughlin's not the best kicker in the league in no world. Browns fan.
Who's that?
32.
Zane
Hunters are the best.
Gonzalez.
You're striking out more than Albert Pujols right now. Browns fan 32.
Wait,
Zane-
Browns fans thought that punters are the best position?
No, he just said they're better than kickers. Punters are
More important, he said.
they're not.
Oh, more important because they are better at kickers than
Very
at-
rarely. I think it happens like maybe a handful of times in a punter's career where he makes a play that might have won a game. Kickers do it like 3 times a season.
Would you
4 or
wait?
5
I
times
have a
season.
question though. Would you rather have a puncher that pins the offense on the 1 yard line every time, or a kicker that makes their PAT every single time guaranteed?
The kicker. The kicker.
You would take the kicker?
Yes.
kicker gives you points. That's why, right?
Yeah, but if the puncher pins them on the 1 every single time, it has to be
Our
a
run-
99-yard
our run-
drive
Our
every
run
single
defense.
time.
Our run defense will give up the 99-yard drives. We have
But
same old. I've went back and counted since like 2017. The Chargers have literally lost 10 games because of kicking. Seriously. You think? No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, you see that dime by Geno Smith?
there
If
was
he
no
turns it
dime.
on
It
and
was
starts
an
putting up
Alex
numbers
Collins
again,
handoff for 2 yards.
Luke,
but-
it's hard. It's hard as a DB because these guys like Micah Parsons, for example, are just going to rack up tackles, and it's just hard to stack up if you don't have like 4 or 5 interceptions, which is just tough. It's tough.
Chargers
of
are
the next
losing 3
7?
of the next 7.
Which 3 of the next 7 are we losing, Browns fan? I'd love to hear it. The pissed off Pat Mahomes will make. Did you guys see that interception Mahomes threw where he was just like, ugh?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
I don't know. Mahomes has this weird thing of like when he's going down, he feels like, man, I have to do something here instead of
Take
just
the sack,
taking the
Patty.
sack.
Just take the sack.
Like Mahomes can't just take a sack. He has to try to do something.
He did make some good plays today, though, late down the stretch that won them the game. Texans versus Cardinals, week 7. Cardinals are
I
going
just
to
got
destroy
asked,
them.
is Trayvon Diggs a top 5 corner?
Geno Smith just threw a touchdown pass, guys.
Is
He
Trayvon
threw
Diggs a top
pick
5
place
corner?
is a flat.
No,
so
he is
Will
not.
I'll say
Disley
yeah.
more people. Why
Not
will
top
this?
five.
What?
I agree with you, Browns fan, and I agree with this comment that field position is hugely underrated. But it's not more important than hitting every field goal. It's not.
Wait, but Mike, actually, this is why I might agree with Samo. Think about this. He said if your puncher kicks every single one inside the 1 yard line. So I mean,
Yeah, it
what
has
if,
to be a 99-yard drive every single
Yeah.
time to score on you.
so think about
And
this, Mike.
unless your defense like historically bad, you'll get some stops.
But see, even without a bad defense, look, if you're stuck on the 5 yard line and your puncher could kick it like 90 something yards and pin him in the one, no matter every single time, he might as well be kicking field goals for you because with that kind of power.
Well, if
he
you
can do
tell
it
me
all.
that he can just turn around and kick field goals also, then I'll take him.
Yeah, that's the
Get him in
answer.
here now. Do you guys know who Donald De La Haye is?
Oh yeah, destroying.
Yep, that's destroying. I would be down to give him a chance just because I like entertainment. If we're gonna miss kicks, we might as well miss them with some fun.
Yeah.
Byron Murphy, a
I
top
feel
10 CP.
I feel like the Chargers should give destroying a chance.
Who would you guys rather have right now? Because Marlon Humphrey, he had a good game today. He's been struggling this year. Is Byron Murphy getting close to passing Marlon Humphrey?
I think so.
Getting close? I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to do it. I believe Marlon Humphrey area is that top 10 range right there. Maybe a little more. Maybe like 7 or 6.
I know who's past him.
Don't say
Diggs.
it. Oh, man. Great stuff. I think OBJ is the most overrated receiver in the league. He's not his 2016 self.
I don't think he's overrated. I think he needs a quarterback that gets timing better.
No, today was a bad day for Odell. Bad luck. But Odell needs to get traded.
Odell to the
Yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah, I'm
For
down.
Jalen Guyton.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Mike will trade Jalen Guyton to any team for any good piece. He's like Jalen Guyton for Justin Tucker. Who else was it? Jason
I
Sanders.
don't hate Jalen Guyton. It's just the way our offense has changed. We don't use him at all.
Aren't you the Guyton guy and Tony's the Palmer guy?
I like Palmer better now. Tony.
Yeah, I
Palmer.
like Palmer.
Palmer today actually had a few routes where he was open and Herbert just didn't get it on target to him.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Palmer.
Herbie. Get
including a
it to
fourth
Palmer.
down.
Get your stuff together.
He had a 4th down where he ran a nice crisp hitch and just shoved Marlon right off of him. He was open, but Herbert didn't throw.
Crazy, Herbie.
Like he
Gosh
usually
darn
does.
it, Herbie.
Oh, Dodgers have taken the lead. They're up 4-2, double their points. That means the game is most likely over. Dodgers are advancing.
That's not.
To the
Stop
next
saying.
game?
Stop.
Jay,
Stop.
it's game 2.
Stop. But
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. They're advancing to the next game, to game 3.
Oh,
Taylor hit a double. Betts and Smith scored. So there you go. And we got a man on third. Still at the plate with 2 outs.
They're advancing to the next game.
Let's go.
Mike, tell them the series. Tell them what game 3, what
How'd
the
the
series
Seahawks
looks
put the
like.
ball back, or did they not count the Disley touchdown?
They counted it.
Okay, what's going on right now then?
The Steelers got the ball back.
Oh, okay. They're showing replays.
oh, you see Geno Smith put the fakes on TJ Watt?
I don't think Luke Costello, it does seem like Guyton was used better in 2020, but really the receiving core just was banged up and sucked in 2020, so we had nowhere else to
There's
go.
a flag on the play.
And it really was like run the ball on first down, run the ball on second down, Herbert bombs away, and Guyton's good for that. But he's not good for like sustained offense that we're running nowadays, which is, actually running plays that aren't just Hail Marys. What if the Giants get Jameis Winston? I would like that over Daniel Jones.
Wow. You know what? If Taysom Hill was not injured, that would be a great trade right now for the Seahawks. Like maybe a 3rd round pick for Taysom Hill.
A third for Taysom. What?
I
No.
don't think the Saints would do that.
No.
They're tight end, quarterback, receiving, running back.
Because Seahawks need all those things. So that'd be perfect.
Gino. See why
Go
play
Hawks,
to the
go
stream.
Hawks.
We're watching the Dodgers and we're watching Gino
Go
fight
Hawks.
against Pittsburgh. Let's see
Go
how many
Hawks.
yards he needs. The Hawks now have brought it back from 14-0 to 17-14.
And they want to go for it. You see them? They were trying to go for it on 4th, but coach was like,
This really hurts my Najee prize pick and my Ben Roethlisberger under prize pick. Both those things that day.
How many pass yards is Geno at?
Prize picks displays 65, so he's halfway there to the mark.
Let's go. I told you the over was good, Jay.
Exactly. Well, he's got a long way still. So
Look at you, Geno Smith hater.
Let's not count any
who was
chickens.
it? Mike, you're a Geno Smith hater?
Yes, I am. I am.
Dang. Don't hate, retaliate, or elevate.
Mariota's back, right? Did
Don't
Mariota
hate
play?
retaliate.
Did Mariota do anything today? Did they use him at all? I
He
don't
was a
know.
backup.
I
He was a
don't really
backup
pay
for
attention to the
the
Raiders.
No,
Raiders.
but they use him in like some wildcat.
They
formation.
use him to like run some bootlegs and stuff.
Oh, I didn't see him. Wait, so why is Nathan Peterman taking snaps? That's my question.
What? Oh, that was
Why is
'cause-
he?
well, Mariota was hurt
Oh,
so
okay.
recently.
Wait, did you guys see the Rams backup got into the game for like 2 plays, and one of the 2 plays he threw an interception?
Yeah, Wolford.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wolford took them to the playoffs last year, though. So I mean, don't sleep on Wolford.
Luke Koslow is asking if in his
Oh, he's not
life
good.
if he's going to see a championship. I think the Chargers are going to win one with Herbie at some point.
An Angels.
Luke. Hey,
The
let me
Angels
tell you
have
something,
the
Luke.
best player in the MLB and still can't make the playoffs.
And the Clippers.
Look, I'm gonna give Luke some encouragement right now because like the Clippers, super cheap tickets if you want to go to Staples Center and watch an NBA basketball game in LA, so that's great. Angels, the best stadium by far in Southern California to watch a baseball game. That's a plus. And the Chargers are just fun. They're just fun to watch and just run around and stuff like that. So
Did they start serving Dodger dogs and home runs at Angel Stadium all of a sudden?
no, I don't care about no Dodgers dogs. I just want some decent I don't want to say nothing bad about Dodger Stadium, but I
Those
just
rocks.
don't like it.
Don't give them that crown because of rocks and a waterfall.
It's just nicer. The Angel Stadium is just nicer just to be there. Like it is a nicer place.
Yeah,
Also, if you're young, Luke, I don't know how old you are. If you're like within, longer than 25 years away from your grave, hopefully the Clippers can get it together at some point.
Not in LA probably, but they maybe when they get relocated.
If you're like in your 60s or so, you're probably screwed in the Clippers.
60.
Giants should
No.
get Marcus Mariota. Oh, we already looked at that one. I don't know.
None of those teams are going
Who's
to win.
better?
Probably.
Dwayne Haskins. I think we should have taken Dwayne Haskins instead of Daniel Jones.
I think
No,
Daniel
that's-
Jones is better than Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, Daniel Jones is a lot better. Not a good. Very
I'm
think
buying
Dwayne-
season tickets for the Chargers next year.
That's dope. They were calling me like once a week, sometimes more, to get season tickets for the Chargers. Do they do that to you, Mike?
We're desperate.
My
Yeah,
friend has
I get
net
emails.
season tickets.
I get
Oh no,
emails.
that's something I would do. And I don't even care about the NBA that much, but I would definitely. Oh, but Kyrie's not going to play, right?
Yeah.
That's tough. They would have sold me if Kyrie was.
Yeah.
there.
You don't want to see Kevin Durant play because Kyrie's not out there.
No, you understand, Mike. Kevin Durant might be the greatest player that we've ever seen, like in our generation of like with our own eyes. But with Kyrie Irving, that's like almost.
You hear what he just said?
What did you
just
say?
said that Kevin Durant's the best player we've ever seen with our own eyes? Did he forget that
He
there
is-
is a man?
He's the best. I think he's the best offensive talent.
Still no. This guy is just ignoring that there is a man with the nickname King. King. You don't get called the King because you're the second best player you've ever witnessed. You get called the King because you're the best player anyone's ever witnessed. Other than Tony, because Tony's old enough to have seen Larry Bird play.
First of all, you call someone the king because their name goes with it and it's marketable, like King Henry, because there's a famous King Henry in history.
King Henry is one of the best running backs ever already.
Yeah, but he was King Henry before he was one of the best running backs because he got the name for it. All you gotta do is just give your kid the last name Henry or James or Louis IV, and all of a sudden their nickname will be King.
LeBron James Jr. is the best player of our generation. And
That's
Kevin
true.
Durant
Bronny
is not
Jr. is a
even-
beast.
Kevin Durant is not even a close second.
No, I love LeBron James. I'm a big LeBron James fan, but I would probably say KD's probably the better player of the two. But it's tough because LeBron James is stronger. LeBron James is a better post player than Kevin Durant. But I think Kevin Durant's a better perimeter player, and he's taller, so it's odd. But
Right
Yeah.
now, in LeBron's 40-year-old age, yes. But in our generation, no. Stop. I don't even like basketball this much, and you got me doing this to my hair. Come on. Tony, don't make it worse, please.
It's close. It's
Stop the
close.
bleeding.
Wait, Mike Tomlin's been the coach for the Steelers for 15 seasons?
I'm here to end the basketball conversation. We'll do
Seems excessive.
basketball like Tuesday night during.
Tony, you missed it. Mike
laughing
said you're
quietly to
Mike said
myself.
you're old.
Oh yeah, the
Everybody-
debut. The
everybody already
debut
knows.
was during Laughing Quiet to Myself.
Stop missing it.
I have trouble walking my dog to the park. I'm old.
That's called honesty, ladies and gents. Tony, to you.
Take,
All right,
take-
we're done with the NBA. Let's talk about Gino, who has the ball right now. Let's do it.
Let's talk about Alex Collins looking like
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch out there. Dreadlocks
All right,
flowing,
see,
running people
this is-
over.
this- I don't be
Tony.
saying hot takes like this. Now this is some stuff.
Like a half foot shorter Marshawn Lynch. But
I'm not saying he is Marshawn Lynch. I'm saying he looks like Marshawn Lynch out there.
Oh,
He
he
does
has like
with the
facial
dreads too. He
attributes?
does kind of look like Marshawn.
No. I'm saying in this game right now, he might as well be throwing Skittles into the stands. Like this dude's crushing it in the second half of the game. That's all I'm saying.
Marshawn Lynch would have stiff armed someone to hell and ran like 80 yards already and scored a touchdown.
Has Derrick Henry passed Marshawn Lynch?
No, he hasn't. Not yet. But he probably will. Maybe.
I mean,
Marshawn Lynch
Derrick Henry
won?
did something Marshawn Lynch never did.
He won a Super Bowl, but he also did not call an audible at the line of scrimmage on the 1 yard line.
Oh my goodness. Did you guys see Geno Smith throw the ball into the ground when Tyler Lockett was wide open? Like how many times does he think the ground is on his team because it's green as
You hear
well?
what I
Like
said, Tony? You putting it together?
Both things made me laugh.
Marshawn Lynch should have called an audible. He should have said, no, fuck that call. Give me the ball. I will take it. He should have jumped in front of the snap at the last minute and taken it.
Marshawn Lynch won a Super Bowl though.
He did. So Derrick Henry needs one before.
And he only lost one to Tom Brady, and Tom Brady's the
Derrick
greatest
Henry.
player of our generation. That's a fact.
The Titans' window for the Super Bowl is not close enough for Derrick Henry to win one, I don't think, in his career.
So Marshawn Lynch will always be better.
Is Derrick Henry a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Not yet, but he's going to be.
Yeah, he's projecting that way for sure. Mike, I also want to give you props on did Angel Stadium start serving Dodger Docs home runs yet? That was a very funny line.
You said and home runs?
They don't hit very many
Yeah,
home runs there.
I thought when you said whatever you said, I thought they were both food things. I didn't because I don't know Dodger food.
No. He's talking about the fact that you guys have the Angels have a generational talent on their team, and they can't even make the playoffs.
I'll tell you this, Tony.
They have maybe the best baseball prospect to ever grace the field, and they can't make the playoffs.
And then they have one where it's like he might be close to it with Ohtani.
And then they have probably one of the best dual threat baseball players since Babe Ruth, and they still can't make the playoffs.
But like I was telling Luke this too. It's like the Chargers. I like the Angels like I like the Chargers. Like I don't expect them to win anything. I don't care if they win anything. I just like to have a good time when I watch them. Like when I go to an Angels game live, they're running around, they're hitting the ball, they're doing fun stuff. Every time I've been to an Angels game, it's been a walk-off win. It's only been like 3 that I've been to. But every time it's been a lot of fun. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The weather's nice.
It's because they have Mike Trout, and Mike Trout guarantees you
I will admit this. As somebody who's been to Angel Stadium and Dodger Stadium many times, to both, it's better to sit behind home plate in the cheap seats, and you do get the fireworks and the little mountains and the freeway in the back of Angel Stadium. It looks nicer. The product on the field is garbage.
Yeah, I don't care about the product on the field, Tony.
Here it is.
I'll tell you this. I'd much rather watch the Chargers and SoFi than watch the Rams at the Coliseum. That's my point.
Here's the ranking.
I just care about the arena is what I'm saying.
Here's the ranking. Dodger Stadium, Petco Park, Angel Stadium, and then you do not want to go to the Giant Stadium. So just eliminate that one. That's the rankings.
Is the Giant Stadium really bad? Is it broken down?
I just don't want to go anywhere near it. I feel like I'm going to die if I go in there.
Didn't someone die at the game?
Someone actually, I think, has died there because of how bad the Giants fans can be. But Geno Smith or Jay Money?
Oh, easily. Johnny Manziel. Bro, I was randomly at some place, and Johnny Manziel was down by a lot. And I was like, I bet he comes back. We bet $20 on the game. Johnny Manziel came back and won the game.
He's like a top 5. He's a top 5 quarterback in fan-controlled football right now.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, give me Johnny Manziel. Top 5 in anything.
I was expecting he's a top 5 quarterback in college football history, but then
I knew exactly where Mike was going with that. He teed it up perfectly. Johnny Manziel is.
I want to be able to do that, Tony, with a straight face. We need some lessons on that.
Wait, J.R. Smith's a top 5 golfer in college right now. So
J.R. Smith? No, he's not.
Oh, is he not anymore?
Yeah.
I thought
he's not.
Think about what Henry's going to have. He's going to have like a 1,500-yard season and a 2,000. Wow, I'm broken. Both.
Henry's on track for 2,000 again this season.
Yeah, multiple 2,000-yard seasons, a 1,500-yard season. Like even if he just goes to 1,100 a year for 3 more years, he's already a Hall of Famer, and he's going to break records, especially with the extra game.
Wait, what is this?
I'm about to watch right now. Hey, Tony.
What
whose
is
house?
this? Quick outs to Philip Dorsett? Is that what I tuned in for?
That's all they've done.
That's what I'm telling you. This is what I expected.
Tony, how your prize picks doing?
Geno Smith.
Whose house?
Whose
The
house?
Your
Rams house.
prize picks.
Rams destroyed them.
Oh yeah, my prize picks.
Rams house. The Rams destroyed the Giants today. Oh, sorry, same old. I kind of forgot about that. We had the Rams.
No, they did. No, let's not skate around it. They did.
That was a good fallback plan, Tony.
Destroyed them. Like, that was destruction. DK got a touchdown?
Barry Sanders is the correct answer, Omar.
Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
Barry Sanders. Emmitt Smith. I know who that is.
Totally.
Oh,
I know who that is. You
I
should
know. I said I know who that is. I know who that is.
19.
You should know who Emmitt Smith is.
I know. I
Geno
know. I also know.
The,
I also
wait,
know.
Hey, do you know
Smith.
Eric Dickerson?
the
Yeah, I know Eric
science,
Dickerson.
the science of evolution would say that humans nowadays and athletes nowadays compared. I'm not going to do that, Tony. I'm sorry. I really want to. It's just.
I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm just watching Geno Smith not be able to get the ball to DK Metcalf, who's wide open.
I was about to try and put down some all-time greats for you.
You can't do anything. Oh, if you guys check my, and I'll send it to you guys on the group chat. I seen a film of Wilt Chamberlain playing basketball, and there's no doubt in my mind that he's not top 2 of all time after watching that.
Wilt Chamberlain's not a real person.
What?
Wilt Chamberlain's amazing.
Wilt Chamberlain's not a real person. I refuse.
Wilt Chamberlain is. I thought he was like a myth
Wilt
for some reason.
Chamberlain is not real. I refuse.
I thought he was like Rocky Balboa or something. Like people just talk about him.
No, Wilt Chamberlain is not a real person.
I think he's real, bro. I think he's real. I think his highlight of it, bro. He's just like
the way
dominating.
they describe Wilt Chamberlain is the way you describe Superman. He's not
What's
a real
funny-
person. He's not
What's
real.
funny is
Tony's
in
seen him
like
play.
50
Tony probably
years,
went to 2 games.
in
Not
50
real.
years, young people will think Wilt Chamberlain is a porn star before they will think he is an actual basketball player, because everybody talks more about his like sexual conquest than his NBA conquest, which is like the craziest thing ever.
I refuse to believe Wilt Chamberlain's a real person. They say he's as good as a boxer as Muhammad Ali. He's one of the fastest men to ever live, and he was great at basketball. That's Superman. They describe Superman. He's not
He's
real.
incredible at basketball. And they said this is a weird stat, but what was the stat? Tony probably know. It's like he once slept with like 100 girls in one night or something like that.
Isn't it that he slept with 10,000 women in like his entire life?
Oh, something like that. But I just know Chuck Norris calls it a slow Tuesday, is what I heard. So
He also scored 100. He also scored 100 points in a game. Remind you that too.
Dude, Chuck Norris references.
What do you guys think about this take?
Frank Gore is
Gore's
top 10
top 5.
rushers in
No,
NFL
I don't
history.
agree with that, Omar. I don't agree with Frank Gore. And
He's
Marshall
saying-
Falk.
Frank Gore-
Ooh,
I'm saying
Falk.
it's actually a fact what he's saying about Frank Gore. Isn't Frank Gore top 5 rushing all time? Doesn't he have like
I think he's
16,000
second.
yards?
I think he might be second in yards.
No, he didn't pass. He didn't pass Barry and
Did he? I don't
Did
know.
he?
I just know he's
he
up
passed
there.
Jim Brown and Barry and like everybody else at the top.
He
I
did
don't
last
know. I
longer than
know
everybody
he's
else,
up
though.
there.
I thought he got there. I can't remember. Frank Gore is a
He's
Hall
third.
of Famer on longevity. I like the question of Marshall Falk or Emmitt Smith. Yes, Sarge. I want to address this. Emmitt Smith was a very good running back. We got to see Emmitt Smith paired with the perfect offensive line for him. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't like an elite receiver or whatever. Marshall Falk was like the start of, hey, we're going to pass the ball a lot, and you can also run the football really well. So, like, you're at the perfect time for that. Like, Walter Payton was also, like, a good pass catcher, which I'm not that old, guys. I didn't get to watch Walter Payton, like, on a regular basis. So
On a regular basis.
what I'm saying is I was alive while Walter Payton was still playing football,
Frank Gore's
but I didn't
third.
watch football like the same way that I watched while Marshall Falk was playing.
Frank Gore's third all time. He's above Barry Sanders.
That was a great take, Tony, but I can't believe the last part of it. Anyway, top 5 receivers in the NFL.
He said, my sister
Top
took
5
Walter
right
Payton
now.
to prom.
Devontae Adams is officially one.
Yeah,
He's past
Devontae
DeAndre
Adams.
Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins.
Tyreek Hill.
Cooper Kupp.
No, Tyreek Hill.
Cooper's not top 5?
Cooper Kupp.
Let's not go straight to Cooper Kupp. Who's after Tyreek Hill?
Cooper
Diggs,
Kupp.
maybe?
No, it's not.
Diggs?
Higgins?
I like how you want to go straight to Cooper Kupp, but it's
It's
not.
Cooper Kupp. Who else is
not.
there?
It's not Cooper Kupp. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, who else
See,
is
I
there?
would, just,
You haven't said no
I would
names,
not
right?
have Tyreek in mind either.
Who would you put over him in the top 5?
Cooper Kupp.
No,
I'm a
Hey,
bigger
look,
fan.
hey, Sergeant, yep.
no.
Kupp, you're
It's not
tripping.
Kupp.
You're
Sergeant's a
top five,
Rams
Mike,
fan.
you're tripping.
Sergeant's a Rams fan. Take his opinion and throw it up into the sky and spike it like a Wilt Chamberlain volleyball.
Hey, I will say
Wilt
this.
Chamberlain is not a real person. Stop talking like he
Wilt
is.
Chamberlain is a beast.
Can't do that again.
Hey,
I won't make
stop
it.
texting this morning. He said Rams by 17. I had Rams by 22 plus, and he got it right. You think that, like, it could be a Rams opinion, but they slaughtered the Giants today.
Stephon Diggs.
Cooper Kupp is top 5.
Diggs.
Who? Wait,
Yeah.
I would put Diggs over Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I'm not
Not
putting
this
Diggs over
season.
Cooper Kupp. Yeah, we're talking about right now. I'm not talking about 5
overall.
years ago.
It's overall.
I was
Right
talking about
now.
overall.
Oh, in that
Talent-wise.
case, I gotta put Randy Moss number 1.
I'm not ready to put just because
Randy
of,
Moss.
because of 6 good
Oh
games.
shit!
Because of 6 good games, that does not put Cooper Kupp over Julio's entire career.
No, but hold
Not
on.
happening.
But Cooper, nice play. But Cooper Kupp, this is the thing that I told everyone, Sergeant this, I told everyone this, that, well, listen, Cooper Kupp has always been a great wide receiver. It just, he had Jared Goff that couldn't throw a deep ball and couldn't get the ball to him when he's like a guy who throws the ball like to tight ends and running backs like 5 yards up. That's why
What-
Robert Woods is getting all these receptions.
What?
Cooper Kupp, if he would have got hit openly,
Like
when he was open, if he got hit, he would
Talking
have had
about-
crazy numbers.
Stephon Diggs, who put up numbers with Kirk Cousins, and DeAndre Hopkins, who put up numbers with list as many names as you want. And
Wait, Adam Thielen has put up numbers with Kirk Cousins consistently, and so has Justin Jefferson's rookie year put up good numbers.
and
with
they're
Kirk Cousins.
they're good receivers. They're top 15 receivers. So
They
why can't
are.
Cooper Kupp do it with Goff if he's a top 5 receiver?
Because who's done it with golf so far? Think about this.
Wait,
Philly
so we're
Raymond?
saying Justin Jefferson's better than Cooper Kupp? Is that the argument that's being made right now?
No.
Oh, sorry.
My Lord.
I blanked out. I blanked
Kupp's
out
not
real
top
hard.
5. This season,
Yeah,
we're talking about
Cooper
this
Kupp is
season,
top.
he's a top 5 performer this season. There you go. We can meet in the middle here with this.
Top 5 wide receiver. He's balling. He was balling today too. He had like 2 touchdowns and like 160 yards.
Yeah,
we
this
doing
season,
the
this season,
Are we
Cooper
doing the
Kupp
list
is.
of right now? Who would I want to have?
You gonna say it?
Is that the list?
It's,
Who I
well,
want right now?
I thought
Wilt Chamberlain
I thought
is
it was-
not real. Stop this.
overall. I thought it was overall wide receivers, like including their entire career, not just these 6 games that Cooper Kupp's doing really well. But apparently it's just this year. So just this year, go ahead and put Kupp at 5. I don't know who the top
Yeah,
is,
let's go.
but go ahead and do it. It was just this year. Kupp's actually
Let's
been
go.
like he's been the best receiver.
Mike,
this year.
why
But
can't you do
but
what I
if that's
told
the
you to
case-
do before?
if that's the
Wipe
case-
your
if that's the
memory,
case-
Mike.
if that's the
Mike,
case-
wipe your
if that's the
memory.
case- If that's the
Mike
case,
Williams.
guess what? Come in,
Mike
closely.
Williams.
Come here, come close.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams is a top 5 receiver too.
I knew- but the only reason I want to put Mike Williams top 5, even though I love Mike
Don't do
Williams
this.
and he's big, is he had that one really bad game.
Let's talk about something else.
Can we talk about Wilt Chamberlain not being real again?
No, because that's just gonna make me laugh. I can't.
He's
Take,
like, God, yeah, Chargers fan. I was like,
I actually like the Rams. The Rams are my second favorite team.
Yeah, I know you guys think I'm joking. I'm very serious. Wilt Chamberlain is not real.
I think he was real. I seen a film. I'm trying to find it.
That the government made up Wilt Chamberlain.
Tony, did you ever actually see him in real life? Like, did you go to any games in real life?
No. Stop. Will Chamberlain retired before I was born.
Oh wow.
At least I think he did.
Dak
Somebody look
Prescott's
that
getting
up.
an MRI.
Wait, Chamberlain didn't play against Peyton?
Wait, who? Peyton who?
Walter Payton and Chamberlain didn't play against each other, but you saw Walter.
They
but
play
you didn't
different
see-
sports.
I thought you guys were saying that Wilt Chamberlain's Superman. He did everything.
Thank
You make a
according
valid
to
point.
people,
You make
he
a
did
valid point. They
everything known
did
to
play
man.
in
I
a
wouldn't be
beach- in a-
surprised
in
if
a
someone
beach
said Wilt
volleyball
Chamberlain
tournament.
jumped off buildings and saved people.
Fitzgerald or Randy Moss? Randy
Oh,
Moss.
they
Randy
deleted the
Moss.
tweet. Was it real?
He's put this question in here before.
Randy Moss. I like the longevity,
Randy
and
Moss.
that locks Fitzgerald in the Hall of Fame. That puts him in the top 10 all-time receivers. But Randy Moss, talent-wise, is like a step above everyone except for Jerry Rice.
I think that like Randy Moss, you have to game plan for Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald was just like, I would rather have Larry Fitzgerald on my football team. If you ask me like as a coach, but I'm also the guy who would rather have Hines Ward on his football team than a lot of other receivers who are technically better than him at wide receiver. Like Hines Ward is a guy to me that would be in my Hall of Fame if I was in there. He has good numbers and he was also a very good football player.
We've never talked about this player
Tony likes
before,
his old
Tony.
people.
We've never talked about this player before, Tony, but I'm going to say a name of a player that I think was probably your favorite. Steve Smith, wasn't it?
I fucking love Steve Smith.
Exactly.
Are you kidding me?
We're going
I
to be
love Steve Smith.
What about Doug
Hey,
Baldwin?
hey, Tony.
The name rings a bell, but I can't put a
I
face
like
to
Doug,
it.
but
Steve
he's
Smith.
not on Steve's level.
Nowhere near Steve Smith.
Tony, I heard that you went to prom with Will Chamberlain's older sister. Is that true?
What happened?
I heard you went to prom with Will Chamberlain's older sister. Is that true?
Steve Smith.
The improviser in me wants to say yes, but I am not that old. Yes.
Megatron or Fitzgerald? This one I think is close. I'm probably taking
That's Steve
Fitz.
Smith.
I'll say Calvin. Calvin
come on
Johnson.
Yeah,
I
I'd say
would rather
Calvin.
have Calvin. I would rather have Calvin Johnson. To me,
I'll say Moss, Calvin, Larry.
Well, it just depends on the convo. For one game, would I take Calvin? Yes. For an entire career, I would take Fitz's career.
Depends on what team though, because if you're on a bad team, Calvin retires, Fitz will stick around, but not gonna win either way.
Moss,
but
again.
Larry Fitzgerald was also like very healthy. Like he was always available and always productive, and he blocked and
Wait.
did
Let's
everything.
be real quick. If you were Megatron and you played for the Lions for 8 years, wouldn't you also want to retire?
Oh yeah,
No,
5 years in, I would have been like, I got enough money. I'm gonna play the piano and go gray at home.
I would have collected those checks, Tony. I would have went 0-17 every year and collected that
Jane would
money.
have requested
Is it
Jane would have
different?
requested a trade after the first game.
Yeah,
First
I
game
guess
against the
I
Lions,
would've.
they lost them.
Is it-
I probably lost one game and said, no, take me to the Tom Brady's
Lost
team.
one game. I'm out.
I'll ask Tony this because I don't believe Jay Fly is 39 for a goddamn minute. Tony,
He's
is
not.
it more popular like nowadays for players to like just force their way out of situations that are bad? Like because
When
Calvin
I was young, there
if
wasn't
Calvin
even
was
like
if Calvin
there wasn't
was-
even really
yeah.
NFL free agency, Mike. When
They
I
ruled
first started
fumble.
watching
They
football,
ruled
like
fumble
NFL
after
free agency
8
didn't
years.
exist.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
I
that.
grew up as a Packers fan, and I remember it being like the biggest deal ever that Reggie White came to Green Bay. He forced his way out of Philadelphia and came to Green Bay, and it was like the papers were covering it. It was like Reggie White is coming to Green Bay, and I was like, my mind was blown. I was just like, how does this even work? Like, how can you not want to be there anymore? Like, it didn't make any sense. So
'Cause,
like
when you sit and think about it, like think about like Stephon Diggs' situation. Not nowhere near Calvin Johnson, but Diggs was like on trajectory to be a superstar in Minnesota, and Thielen comes in, and after 1 year of not being like the number one clear-cut guy, Diggs is like, I want out, and he's out. Like Megatron could do that nowadays, but he couldn't do it when he played.
But you got to understand, it's all the organizations, and the Lions organization is honestly one of the worst run organizations ever. They could have moved Barry Sanders. They didn't want to. They could have moved Calvin Johnson. They didn't want to. The first time they made the smart move was with Matt Stafford, and they acquired picks for it, and I think they'll be better for it. The one thing we haven't talked about at all in the stream that I would love to talk about is Dan Campbell went off on Jared Goff today.
Yep.
And I was thinking to myself, Dan, I love you, but I don't think you know who you got as quarterback. Because if you think that you're going to get better play out of him by going to a microphone and saying he has to be better, we need more, I don't think you're getting better play. I think you're getting a guy who's going to be like, oh, you don't appreciate what I'm doing? You don't think I'm playing to the best of my ability? Well, next time my shoulder hurts, we're going to see Dan Orlovsky Jr. come in and play for the Lions, and we're really going to push this 0-17 bullshit to the limit. We're going to see if we can be, in year one of the new schedule, a team that can go 0-17.
Yeah, because Goff, yes, he's playing bad, but Goff ain't no chump. This dude's got a mega deal. Like, he's an important guy.
Jared Goff had the most job security I've ever seen in my life. That's all I know.
He has a mega deal, and I'm low on him. I was saying the Lions are the worst team in the league all offseason.
But honestly, let's look at this. Jared Goff got to a Super Bowl. However you want to talk about it, the defense, the system, the talent, whatever. He played a Super Bowl. He also won a playoff game last year without his opposable thumb on his throwing hand. Like, he played pretty well in that game. The guy's done things in the NFL. I don't want him as my quarterback. I don't think he's a top 10 or 15 or even a franchise guy. But if you think for some reason that he's not doing everything he can behind an offensive, like Frank Ragnor's out and Penei Sewell's injured, the offensive line is terrible in Detroit. You're asking him to do something that isn't possible, Dan Campbell. You're going in front of the world and bad-mouthing your veteran quarterback. I looked at that. I was like, dude, I know you're emotional, and I know there's a hot mic in front of you, but you have to just reel it in and be like, I can't say this shit out loud.
Tony, what's worse? What he did to Jared Goff after losing 6 games in a row, or what Joe Judge did to Kadarius Toney on live TV after catching like 200 yards and like whatever he did last week?
Tony deserved it.
Campbell's is worse.
Tony deserved getting Tony's actually balling for you.
Yeah, but
Jared Goff isn't doing anything. I mean, he's not doing anything good.
Tony
deserved to get yelled at. He just went and punched a guy in the head.
Campbell basically came to Mike and said, "We suck. Goff sucks, and he needs to play better." Like, that's basically what he said. And you know that it was bad when even Dan Campbell almost stopped himself. He like stopped and paused and looked away for a good 7 seconds, and then looked back and went ahead and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna say whatever I want." But
he tried so hard to keep that inside, and he couldn't. And you can't do that. Reprimanding Tony, he's still a young player. He hasn't proven anything. Like, for fantasy, he's had a couple of good moments for us, and we all love him all of a sudden. But he hasn't done anything in the NFL. He's a young player who punched somebody and cost his team, like, valuable yards, his talent on the field when they were injured, whatever. Jared Goff is on a team that is rebuilding. He's out there trying. He's throwing interceptions because he's desperately trying to win games. If you think that he's out there not giving every ounce that he has, the fact is that he's not really that good. Like, and you're paying him a lot of money.
Are you a Jared Goff truther?
He's getting paid more than the coach.
I just want to use that word because I heard it recently. That's all.
Truther. I'm not a Jared Goff anything other than you can't go to the microphone after 6 weeks and think that calling out your quarterback is the reason why you're losing when your offensive line is like injured, when your best receiver is like a 3rd-round pick out of USC who's given us what in the NFL at wide receiver?
Your defense doesn't have a player that would start on almost any other NFL team that isn't as bad as you.
That's true. Well, Sargent is one of the biggest Jared Goff fans I know, so
no, he's not.
Take his opinion.
He said they gave him too much money, and guess who gave him too much money? Whose house? That's who did it.
And here's the thing.
Whose money?
Here's how you know he's not good. The Rams basically said, we're already low on draft picks, and we're going to send whatever we have left to get rid of him.
Gosh dang, man.
Side note, did you guys see that Ben Roethlisberger fumbled the ball, Seahawks were in field goal range, all they do is hand the ball 3 times, kick the field goal. Geno Smith, for some reason, decides to throw the ball. I don't know who called that play. Incomplete. And then I don't know what happened the next play, but they lost 4 yards. I don't know if he got sacked. I don't know what happened. And then they had to punt the ball. He lost yards. Like, all they do is not lose yards. You got to lead.
Braves tied it up. We put your comments on there, TDs. We just were having a conversation about it. That's all. Sorry, buddy. We didn't over them. Everyone's leaving comments. There's like 20 Calvin Johnson comments that we got to catch up on.
Randy Moss over Calvin Johnson.
Again, we can't look at when we're talking about the actual players in the game and whatever else. We can't be talking about it from a fantasy perspective, what they're doing for us. What I'm talking about is Jared Goff's actual ability within the game of football that doesn't deal with us getting fantasy points. It's almost impossible for him to do good. Like, it's really not set up for him to succeed there. It was set up for him to succeed with the Rams when they had a good defense and the best defensive coordinator / coach of the year last year. Future coach of the year, I meant to say. I'm sorry. Hang on a second.
So,
But
Sean Gay.
Mike didn't even acknowledge my love for Brandon Staley at all. Nothing.
Fourth and Herbie.
Totally.
I'm still salty that the Dodgers just keep blowing this lead. That they keep
I just call him
giving.
Fourth and Herbie. That's all.
Mike, if you want to laugh, I can say Wilt Chamberlain's not real again.
What's
Um,
that? Real?
It's
Ooh,
over.
okay. Did you get Melo? Did you draft Melo?
You gotta
Melo
give
was
like
in the first round.
a week rest, Seymour.
Draft.
A week rest,
Hmm?
and then you'll get me again. You'll tickle me again once it comes up.
Are you guys drafting Melo in the first round? Anyone here?
No, my team got auto drafted.
Melo? Hornets.
Mello?
Not even
Yeah.
in the league.
Carmelo.
I'm
Ball.
pissed, but it's 100% my
Well,
fault.
I'm not drafting
The other
Melo
ball,
in
the
the
younger
first
ball.
round.
I
He's
played
going
fantasy
first
basketball last
round.
year.
They're saying he's a triple double like threat every night. I think he's one of the best players in the league. So I
I
would
should
draft
probably
him.
do my fantasy basketball draft soon.
I didn't even think about the draft. I just jumped on the stream. I didn't even think about it. My team is not. I went through and looked at it. It's not very good. I'm gonna
Give me
be.
your
I'm
team.
gonna be making some trades.
Give me your team.
You said that you got Kyrie.
I thought you guys were doing a Warzone fantasy basketball league.
We are.
We
I
did.
missed the draft.
Oh.
I missed joining before the draft also, so I don't have an auto draft team. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait like a week, and whichever team's inactive, I'm going to tell Goated to give me that team. I don't care if they're bad.
Somebody will give up on their team, and you can have it.
I had fun
who's
doing it last
Jose? We don't know. My team is clean glass and kick ass. That's my team name. It's not a good team. They had auto drafted for me, and some of the people on my bench, I'm like, yeah. Also, the setup, the bench, it's not. I don't know. Whatever. I don't
I
care.
don't
I'm
really
here to have
understand
fun.
fantasy basketball. I need to learn it.
I don't. You just draft and hope for the best. Just leave them there. Hope they score
Last
points.
year
But
I
I
had
want
LeBron and Bradley Beal.
Yeah, Ben's not showing out here in the second half.
Well,
I wanna
he
say
had
my
his
team-
Wait,
moment
where's
a few
Geno
minutes
Smith
ago.
at yards?
he's like
And
at.
why is Andy Omar? I need you to explain this to me because you bring it up every stream.
He's a Cardinals fan.
Okay, but why Andy Isabella? He's like
Because he doesn't get no run on the Cardinals anymore.
he's like the fifth, sixth best receiver on the Cardinals. Like, why
That's
is
why.
Andy Isabella like stuck in
Free
there?
Isabella, you know.
Andy Isabella is like borderline practice squad receiver.
He was
Hey,
good
man.
last year though. Before they had Rondell
wasn't.
Moore and AJ Green.
Look,
and,
Look,
He was good before they had any good players. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
so was
He
Tyrell
was like-
Williams on the Chargers in 2016. And
Who?
look at him now. Exactly.
Trey
Tyrell Williams.
Exactly.
He's like Trey Young. Like remember Trey Young was good at because the Hawks had nobody. And now they're getting pieces, and now he's like fading away.
So was Jalen Guyton in 2020. He was
Yeah, he's like Jalen Guyton, another guy. Oh, like Michael Carter Williams on the Sixers.
Wait,
There you go. Why are we talking about
I need,
basketball?
Jay, I need to hear your Jay. Give me a basketball hot take you have. I need to hear
boy.
it.
I have no hot takes.
Oh,
All my
boy.
takes are very
You
regional.
already
Hold on a
said a hot
second.
take.
Okay, give me a basketball take you have. Just give
You
me a
said
basketball.
KD
take.
over LeBron, and now you don't have any hot takes, Jay?
That's not a hot take. That's
Oh.
a reasonable take. Just because you're a
Jay-
Lakers fan, I don't like to be biased. I love the Lakers, but I'm not gonna be biased because I like a team.
I would have said the same thing when he was on the Heat and on the Cavaliers.
But I'm also
Jay-
a Heat and Cavalier fan, Mike. So that's the thing. I'm not gonna be
And
biased
you're
just because I
also
like
a
the
Laker
team.
Yes,
fan,
Grandma.
and a Clipper fan, and
Yes, Grandma.
a Seattle SuperSonics fan when they come back.
I would if they come back and they win. I'll be a Supersonic fan.
At least you're honest.
I'll see why I wouldn't.
Andy Isabella is not the help they need, though, Omar.
He's
not. He's not that high.
You know, that's the Lions need help. Let's bring on Eddie Isabella. That'd fix all our problems. We're gonna go undefeated this season.
They need God and Tom Brady to combine forces.
If we had Andy Isabella and Tom Brady together on the Lions, super squad. Might as well bring LeBron at that point.
All right, third
LeBron
down.
would be a great tight end.
Geno. Yeah, the Seahawks are actually like staying in this game. Surprisingly, Steelers.
I don't think they're really staying in it as much as it is that the Steelers are not.
the Steelers' offense is so bad they can't even move the ball on the Seahawks defense.
Like the Seahawks
I
receive
know.
only screen passes
That's pretty bad.
for like 5 yards.
They're lucky they have a defense. The Steelers just get blown out every week, like the Lions and the Giants.
Giants. What a beautiful life. Yeah, I don't have
There
any
you
hot
go.
takes for
Oh,
basketball.
DJ with 2 E's. Ah,
Oh, DJ, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're not even playing DK Metcalf. Like he's not even out there on half the plays. I think maybe the foot injury is cropped up. Either that or they're like, hey, we're running the ball. We don't want you out here blocking, risking further injury. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, they don't need DK in this game. They don't. They have no one to throw the ball. That's what I was telling. Who was I telling this to? I think I was telling Sergeant this. I was saying, look, the Giants don't have any wide receivers. They don't have a running back, but they still have a quarterback. But he has no one to throw the ball to. Now in this case, you have wide receivers, but you don't have anyone to get them the ball. You need both. You need a quarterback and wide receivers. So DK could be open all day. It's not gonna matter.
You
It's a
see
waste
this
of his
question?
time.
What if the Lions drafted Rondale Moore? They'd still be ass, and Rondale Moore would not have as many stats as he has. That's what.
Yeah.
Tony, hey, who's Chris? Tony, they're trying to trade you for some guy named Chris.
Oh, you're damn right, Felke.
It's
You have
almost
Chris
time.
Middleton.
It's almost time.
I have an overrated point guard instead
Who?
of Curry.
Oh God.
Wait, if you make that trade, that would be the best possible trade because I don't even like Chris Middleton. I fade him. Any draft I do in basketball this year, I'm fading Chris Middleton.
This series is going to be stressful. I can already tell. We're not four. We were 2-2 last night going into the night. Now we're 4-4 going into the night.
No, it's still tied. You're still good.
That's not. No, it's not good to be tied against.
We're
a
not
team
going to
that-
lose.
It's
They
not
have
good to
to
be
finish.
tied. It's not good to be tied to a team that has 20 less wins than you. That is not good. Not good.
Well, you're tied at some point. You know, every game.
It'd be like all those teams losing to the Suns last year. That's what it's going to be like.
The Suns and the Bucks.
Here's what's weird about like watching sports for so long. I'm watching a game where like Ben Roethlisberger, you wanted him in this situation, right? You wanted him in a low-scoring game, him with the ball, 5 minutes left, Pittsburgh, and the defense you didn't want to play in this situation was the Seahawks. Now the defense you want to play in this situation is the Seahawks, and the last person you want quarterbacking is maybe Ben Roethlisberger. Like, you can't get the fucking ball out. Like I've just watched it come full circle in the last decade.
Yeah. Complete twist. That's why I think that their best bet to go down there and get in field goal range is just to pound the shit. And if it gets to third and short, like let him throw it then. But let's just run the ball to Najee.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Steelers are going to win this game regardless, so it really doesn't. I think it doesn't really matter what
You're just saying that
happens.
because of Geno. Geno's going to do this. They're going to kick a field goal, and Geno's going to have a game-winning touchdown drive.
So you're saying that it's been what 50-something minutes, and then the last 30 seconds is going to be like, you know what? I think I can play football today. I don't know what happened. I got thunderstruck.
They run it to Najee. What happens? And that was bad math. 50-something minutes.
Okay, is that true? I heard he was ranked 6th in fantasy behind Jokic.
Felke, I got to look at the settings. I got to look and see if we're scoring free throw percentage and 3-pointers and everything. I need to look and see what the scoring settings are. But at some point, I will make trades because I want in fantasy basketball. I just want players I'm excited about. I'm not excited about Bam Adebayo and whatever other players I
Bam
looked at.
Adebayo was a great pick if you got him in the second round.
Why are you in the shotgun?
J-Fly, honestly, I have no idea where. I just looked at my team. Somebody was like, oh, is there a fantasy basketball draft? And I was like, yeah, I think so. My team was auto-drafted. I looked at it, and I was like, this is not a good team, and I just moved on.
I just moved on with my life. Hey,
I forgot about the draft. Nobody
Here's my top
reminded me.
players.
Not one person bothered to maybe they messaged me on Instagram, but I have my notifications off.
I'm no use, Tony. I missed the whole thing, too.
I missed the whole thing too. I didn't even know what was going on until it was going on. But look, Jokic, Giannis, Luka, top 3 fantasy players this year.
Jokic, Giannis, and who? And Luka?
And Luka.
For Devin
I can see
Booker.
it.
I don't want Devin Booker on my team either. I said players I'm excited for.
Why would
Trade
you
me
want?
like-
I love Devin Booker. They was called my
Oh,
twin for
man.
many years.
I can't.
I would not want him in fantasy.
The
I'm
NBA
trying to
stream-
trade stuff for guys I'm excited for. I want Donovan Mitchell. I want
Donovan Mitchell's a
Like-
great fantasy player. You want guys that can also do other things besides one. Donovan Mitchell rebounds and assists. Devin Booker just scores.
I want AD. I want
Oh,
players.
AD.
I want players I'm excited to watch. I didn't get one Laker on my team. That's the thing I'm pissed about.
Pick up Dwight Howard from the waiver wires.
No,
Ben-
because it's not. I can pick up Dwight anytime I want. Dwight will
Ben-
always be there.
Ben is very passionately talking to an offensive coordinator or a QB coach or somebody on the sideline while this injury is happening. He's probably saying all kinds of bad things like we need to throw the ball to this guy or that, but he should be saying 22 needs the ball for the rest of the game, every play, unless it's 3rd and 10.
Well, yeah, 22 needs the ball till I retire. Like that should be the game plan forever and ever and ever.
What if he says 20?
Seahawks defense is tired. They can do this. Just get in the field goal range with 22.
Yeah.
I don't want the Seahawks to win, man. My weekend's been bad. Just let me do good in the pick'ems at least.
The Seahawks aren't going to win, Mike.
I don't.
But you know what? They do. I root for them. I'm going to root for whoever wins.
I do not.
But right now, I'm rooting for the Steelers.
You're a Seahawks fan, so you're probably rooting for them. Low key, you don't want to tell anybody.
I'm not rooting for the Seahawks.
You have a Seahawks custom-made jersey with your name on it.
Yeah, because they used to be really good a long time ago.
Good enough to make you buy a custom jersey? Okay, show me all your other custom jerseys for the Warriors, the Lakers, the.
First of all, I don't wear NBA jerseys because they're sleeveless, and that I don't like sleeveless jerseys. They hang super low. I don't like NBA jerseys, but I would get another custom. Jersey if the right team went to back-to-back Super Bowls. If another team goes back-to-back Super Bowls and dominates.
But they lost back-to-back Super Bowls, so technically you should have bought a Patriots custom jersey if your theory is correct.
But I already have a Tom Brady. jersey, so if I have a Tom Brady Patriots jersey, I can't have 2 Patriots jerseys because I'm a fan at that point.
You're a Seahawks fan.
So I'm just like, he's a Seahawks fan.
Tony has LeBron. Felke, if I get into the league, I'll give you my whole team for LeBron. Felke, you need to call the commissioner up and tell him, like, hey, you need to replace someone with Mike because he's going to give me everyone for LeBron. A diehard. But it's okay, J Fly. We won't blame
I'm a diehard? I don't know. I will say this. A lot of people that I knew and, like, I could say grew up with, they were from Seattle. So, like, I did kind of, like, really mesh with my Seattle brothers, and like the Seahawks were like the number one thing. So I will admit that I did.
Some bonding moments.
It's a great bonding thing. Yeah, we'd always watch
LOB bonding moments.
Well, because of Sargent, I'm actually becoming even more of a Rams fan because like he texted me during the game and stuff like it's not I have some reason to like them. And you're making me a Chargers fan kind of, you and Tony, because like I just want to see people win. So I just like whoever around me likes. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are making me Rams and Chargers fans, and yeah, that's it. I can't be a Jets fan, so Robson's not rubbing off on me anyway. But
they ain't gonna win anytime soon.
Yeah. You got it. So I gotta know people who like them, and they gotta be good. Those are the two things.
Isn't it insane to just sit and like look at some NFL rosters and like think like this team is actually like 4 or 5 years of building away from being competitive again? That is so sad, and that must be such a dark hole to be in. The Chargers have been bad, but there's always like a little bit of hope going into every season when we had Phillip Rivers that he was just going to elevate us and just be better than he usually is, which he does. Just random games will just pop off and be amazing. But that never existed for the Jets or like the Browns when they were really bad. Like they had to wait all that time of failure to rebuild. How painful is that?
And time is money. You can't waste so much of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's why I told you, if Kyrie was on the Nets right now, I would have to. I love the Lakers, but I have to be a Nets fan because then at that point we're winning a championship and it's going to be a great year because it's going to be nothing but celebrations. But this year, I got to stick with my Lakers because I think they might do it with no Kyrie.
Do you think it's possible? I need Najee to get me 8 more rushing yards. Deontay Johnson just needs 3 more fantasy points.
Very possible.
Ben needs to stay under though, but in order for Deontay to get his points, then like that's not really going to work out.
Unless I don't ever like to do the under quarterback over wide receiver.
Like it's probably a dumb move. Like a 1-yard touchdown pass to Deontay Johnson here at the end. That might work out for me because I have the Ben yards.
Not the Ben touchdown.
And he needs 30 more yards to beat me, so it's possible.
Oh, you're good. I don't think Ben's going to get 30.
But Gino, unless the Seahawks get the ball back and get pinned deep, Gino's not going to get me the over 122. He needs like 50 more yards. So.
Yeah, I told you that was the dumbest prize pick in the history of prize.
Here's the golden scenario. The golden scenario is Najee Harris busts a run, gets my 10 yards, and then they go play action in the goal line, like 10 yards, touchdown pass to Deontay Johnson, who gets the prize pick there. And then Gino drives all the way down. They miss a field goal. Everything goes right. Nothing goes right.
This is what I hope. This is how it goes right for me because I need like 50 yards from Ben Roethlisberger. Mm-hmm. So, which was dumb. I should have picked under on him too. But I need him to throw like a bomb to James Washington on the 1-yard line, get stops, and then fumble the ball.
Oh, boy.
And then go to overtime and then he'll throw a bomb to Chase Claypool first play of the game for a touchdown. And that's
Well,
the only way I think I'll win this.
After that Raiders-Ravens game, anything's possible. I've never counted anything out for the rest of my life because of that game.
Chase Claypool has 17 yards. He needs 62.5.
I'm not even – I mean, the Washington Giants one tried to top it that next Thursday, but I've never seen a game like that Ravens-Raiders game. And it was just me and you on the stream too. But that game, like, there was 10 false finishes. It's like one of those WWE matches where they just keep kicking out of the finishers. It's like, why are these finishers if they just kick out of them? And that's what was going on back and forth.
I love that. That's why we need Alex Robson actually commentating these games. He'd be like, oh, like, what's that, J.R. Ross?
He'd be losing his mind. Yeah, he'd be like, what? He's got to be dead. Brian Edwards. The fact that Brian Edwards scored, they reviewed it, put them down at the 1, and they didn't score the touchdown was just that.
Stop the damn game. It's too much.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. What a game that was.
What a game. And
that's probably one of the better streams ever. Because I was very, very angry. That's the maddest I've been online too.
I know. That last game was crazy. The 1 yarder, the 1 yard game.
Which one?
Like on Thursday night, I think it was.
Oh, Martin. Yeah.
Monday night.
That was tough too.
Yeah. The 1 yarders. But you know what's crazy is that the Ravens, I think, have been the best team this year in the NFL because they've given us the best games, really, if you think about it. Like the Chiefs game was great. The Raiders game was great.
That's not how the grading works. Playing the Lions tight and winning on a 66.
That was a great game. Was that not a great game?
That's not a positive. That's not like a green check mark. Like, yep, we beat the Lions on a 66-yard field goal. Move us up in the power rankings. That's not what that is.
I think it was because they beat everyone 34-6.
Holy shit, we almost lost to the Lions. That's what that was.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Mike. Would you rather see that game against the Lions where it was close, game-winning field goal, or the game against the Chargers where maybe it did feel like it was close, but it was 34-6?
Depends on which team I want to win. If I want the Ravens to win, then I'd rather them just win 34-6. Yes. That's why Joe kept telling me at the Raiders game that we went to together, he's like, come on, Mike, don't you want to see us come back so it'll be a good game to watch? Like, fuck no, I don't want to see you come back. I want to see you get blown out. I want to see 42-3 at the end of the game is what I want to see.
See, that's why I'm the opposite. I don't care what team I like this year or if I'm a diehard fan of any team. I want to see a good game regardless. Like, I don't care what team I like. Like, the only time, even when I'm playing in a basketball game, like, sometimes if you're just blowing everyone out, like, I mean, it's fun because you guys are, like, clowning on them and having fun. At some point, you just want to have a good, close game. Like, you want to have some excitement and some drama and some adversity or something, like, something to kind of,
Yeah, I mean, that's just, like, a pure way to watch sports, and it's probably a lot less stressful than the way I watch sports. Where I just want to win. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose at all on any drive. I just want to continually dominate and win.
So, like, I'll say this. Like, say
like what happened to us, not what we did. What happened to us today is what I want to see.
What you want to do to others. You want to inflict that on people.
Exactly.
But like, if we're playing pickup, right? Say we play 10 pickup games in a row. I want to win every single game, and I want to win, like, 6, maybe, a few, like, where they don't even score, and I just dominate them, and it's just embarrassing for them to even keep playing. But then I want to have at least 1 or 2 or 3 that are, like, really close that we're like, oh, we got to come back, or we got to, like, win this game because, like, we're tired or they're hitting shots. Same thing in our football game. Like, I don't know. You said it's first and 10 touchdowns. I don't know. Do we want it to be a close game, or do we want to just, like, route them and be like, dang, we came all this way to Lake Forest.
No.
Just to route them.
J-Fly.
Yeah.
There has been so much shit talking from Kevin, and I haven't said hardly anything. Like, think about it this way. Like, every time he comes on the air, if you're here, Kevin, go ahead and get in the comments. But I bet you're not. Every time this guy comes into the comment section or is on the air, he talks about how he's going to the gym every day for the last 2 weeks. Homie, I go to the gym to stay healthy and live longer. You're going to the gym to get ready to play me. Do you see the difference? Like, stop talking about it. Jesus.
Well, I'm sure. I'm 100%. I'm like 99.9% sure that we're gonna beat them. Like,
it's not a good thing that you hit the panic button, started going to the gym 2 weeks before the game. That's not something to brag about.
Yeah, I wouldn't brag about that.
But anyway,
I wouldn't brag about that.
Anyways, we want to win 10-0. There's been so much smack talk at this point. There's no mercy.
Okay, 10-0. I think we could do that.
Like, he told me that he's gonna run a stop and go. If he stops on the stop and go, I'm going to throw him on the floor and take the penalty. That's how mad I am. That's how much I want to destroy them. 10-0. If there's a fist fight on that field and we are winning by 1, I'm claiming that victory. 10-0.
I like it.
We're going for 10-0.
So the defense has to clamp, and the offense has
The
to.
defense will clamp, and the offense will go off. We got this.
That's good. Thank you, Omar. Yeah, I will click on that link.
We were up 7-0 in the first game when we had our quarterback. We didn't have our quarterback for the second game, and we just kind of all as a team relaxed, and we're like, all right, let's just relax now.
You can't relax.
We're not doing that this time.
Yeah, I don't relax. That's why I talk. That's why I talk a lot of trash, because you talk trash, you can't relax. That's my motto.
Well, I'm gonna talk trash. I kind of want to.
I don't even know them. The only thing is, if they want to fight me, like I got my boy Gus. You know what I'm saying? And then I got Mike. So
yeah, I throw elbows and donkey kicks. I don't play fair.
Gus, well, my homie Gus, he's
Hold on.
dope guy.
Why is anybody talking about fighting at all? It's supposed to be a spirited but respectful fantasy game.
It's not a fantasy game, and it's not respectful, and it's not spirited.
None of the things you said, Tony.
He said Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
He did
Those guys
say
were
that.
spitting on each other after their third or fourth fight.
He said that.
So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a grudge match. And then after, maybe we'll be friends again. But during, no mercy, donkey kicks, elbows, everything's allowed. I'm wearing a mouthpiece. I'm ready for.
I'm wearing a mouthpiece too, and I'm not going to even play dirty. I think I'm not even going to play dirty
for ruthless aggression.
I like it. No, I'm not gonna play dirty. I'm just gonna try to catch balls, score things.
I'm ready for some physical flag football like we're seeing on our screen right now.
I will taunt though, because there's no taunting flag. You said
there's no taunting rules. Taunt as much as you want. You can do the river dance if you want, like Alex Collins does when he scores.
I won't do that because I'm incapable. I don't have time to learn that dance.
Can we do the wheel? If I score or you score, Jay Fleck, can we do the wheelbarrow thing where you grab my legs and I run across the ground with my arms?
I mean, yeah, we can practice it. Let's see what happens.
And then you can park the wheelbarrow and act like you're burying them, like it was a wheelbarrow of dirt to bury them.
That would be great. We should definitely do that. Yeah, and then you just lay there and I just
We'll coordinate these.
Let's actually work on our touchdown celebration. Even if I'm not on the field during the touchdown, for whatever reason, I'm running out to.
Should I wear the Santa shirt?
Yeah, I like the Santa shirt. I'll probably either wear the Warzone shirt or
I'm gonna rip the sleeves off the Santa shirt. Yeah.
During the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Show off the rib tat.
Hey. Yeah.
I feel like what's the over under on me having a rib tat?
Over under?
What's the money line on that?
Plus 110.
I don't even know how to measure that shit. What does that even mean?
This is basically go either way. It's 50-50, but a little bit on the side that you don't have it, 49% that you do.
Great. The Braves in the bottom of the inning have a man on second. Just what I want.
Let's go, Braves. Oh, wait.
So we got him. No.
All right, we got it. All right, cool.
Go Dodgers. Come on.
Go Dodgers.
You're in
Go
LA.
Dodger Dogs.
You're in LA.
Go Dodger Dogs and home runs.
Yep, exactly. Good callback. All right, let's see. What would Donkey from Shrek as an NFL kicker be like?
Better than Vincent Caiziano or whatever the Chargers guy.
Say his damn name. Not even close.
What was it? It's not Vince. What is it? Mike? Mark?
It's Tristan is his first name.
Tristan. Oh, I was off. My bad. Tristan Vizcaino.
Vizcaino.
Yeah, Vizcaino. That reminds me of Kevin Garnett, but I'll talk about that later.
I think he should come to us. Let's just try it. See what happens.
Ben Roethlisberger for the touchdown.
Did you see his post? Is it Deontay Johnson?
Did you see that, Tony Tucker?
I did. I don't even know what to really make of it.
Looked like a wide open catch, didn't it? Or am I tripping? No, maybe he did something.
Second and 5. Ben Roethlisberger's calling plays at the line. Steps back. Doesn't know what to do. Just throws it up. And incomplete.
It was PI. That's why on Claypool.
Claypool was ready to celebrate, and then he realized I'm standing out of bounds.
Well, he knew what he did wrong though. He pushed off big time to get open.
Yeah, he was wide open. That's why he was wide open.
Yeah, he wasn't even worried about a toe tap or anything. He just threw the DB aside and was like,
he's
"Oh,
done that before too. That's not the first time he's done that.
He's a strong guy. You know why not? Oh yeah, who's the refs in this game? Is there going to be refs?
Oh,
Oh, I can't wait for this moment. Oh,
I can't wait for this moment.
Here's
Hopefully-
the Mike. Here's what I'll say to you.
Najee.
Nope.
I'm ahead of you on the football game, and you're ahead of me on the baseball game.
Well, the baseball game, I have a game track. I'm not actually watching the baseball game, so.
So
That's why you're like
you're still telling me things about the baseball game before I see it.
you're the MLB guy.
Oh, Ben.
Jamal Adams cannot
catch.
really catch. Is the thing.
Yeah, Trayvon Diggs would have caught that shit and taken it back.
Oh, Trayvon Diggs would have had a sick. He'd have been celebrating in the end zone right now if that was Trayvon Diggs.
I did an all QB team, and Big Ben was my left tackle.
I love that take though.
That literally hit Jamal Adams in the face mask.
Okay, based on the first 6 weeks of Najee Harris, and this is with a bad offensive line, what would you pay for Najee Harris in Dynasty to have him right now going forward?
Well,
First round
I gotta
pick.
see the offensive line get better before I'm willing to pay that much into him.
Okay,
So I would wait.
so not much, not enough.
No. This is a good play though. Jeez, went over somebody, put his dick on his forehead.
Whoa. Hey, earlier, I forgot what game it was now. It's an overtime game. But he was like, they got to suck the linebackers up. Like, they got to suck them up. And I was like, why would you
This
say
is
that?
why we started our own network so I could say stuff like that.
That's good. I'm going to get started.
Imagine the commentators of the game saying something like that.
Oh no, they can never be like Najee Harris leaps and he teabags a player. When was the last time you saw somebody give him the old dick slap to the forehead? They couldn't do
Wait, you
that.
didn't hear I think it was the Patriots game when he was like, they got to suck the linebackers up. They got to suck them up.
Najee or James Conner. I'm taking Najee, but James Conner has been surprisingly good this year, like kind of what he was in Pittsburgh. So it's good to see him. It's good to see. He has a good story. Conner does.
Which
So you root for him, James Conner. How are they still with 2 outs here? What's going on in the Dodger game? This is scary.
Here's another observation about how much football's changed. The punter for Pittsburgh would be like the starting left tackle in football in like 1970. The rookie from Georgia Tech, I forget what his name is, but he's
Presley
like
Harvin. That dude's good.
he's like 6'4", 255 pounds. He'd be a left tackle for Johnny Unitas. And now he's a punter.
Yep.
Like it's wild.
And if Johnny
to see how
Unitas
big
played
he is.
today, he'd be a punter.
Oh, if Johnny Unitas played today, he would be sitting next to Joe Buck or something. Like he'd be like a sports writer. He wouldn't even be a football player.
Hey, Mike, Tony, you want to hear something crazy? Price picks? So I was like, all right, Darren Waller got my price pick, right? I was like, all he has to do is just like not get a
Oh,
screen pass
you mother-
back for 10 yards. Oh, what happened? What happened? I don't know what's going on.
Two players had a chance to get a ball. It was a hard hit ball back up the middle, but somebody's got to get a glove on that. Somebody's
Wait,
got to get.
Is the game over?
Yes. Canley could have made like a Gold Glove play, but I didn't even see who was in the middle there. Trey Turner or somebody. You got to catch that. You can't let that shit get to center field.
Damn. Well, they made
All
the
right,
game 3, though.
now I got to worry. Now my hopes are in Geno Smith that he actually realizes he has DK Metcalf. What a
Why are they
shit
rolling the
day.
ambulances up to the field?
Gino.
Because the dude who left the field paralyzed a second ago while you guys were all talking.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a long delay.
that was like a while ago, like 30 minutes ago.
They're just updating us and letting us know that there's a young man's life who's in the balance. Like,
Anyways,
it's
yeah,
real life out here.
that sounds pretty shitty. I'm
Well,
surprised it took so long to get the ambulances there. I mean, you feel like football
Might be
games might
difficult.
already be on standby. Mm,
Oh no,
Ooh,
I'm sure it was in the
Allen's still
tunnel.
running.
It's just getting him there and transporting him. Like if he has a neck injury, you got to be fragile with that shit.
true. Geno Smith, let's do it. Get me my 4 out of 5, baby.
Hey, but my question here, fellas, is Darren Waller had it by a point, and they stat corrected 10 yards off of his total. How do you miss that bad?
That means they rigged it, and you just got screwed.
Oh, I've never seen a stat correction before on Prize Picks.
More
Did that happen to
screens,
you?
TY.
Yeah, he was a full point over, and I was like, all right, he just as long as he doesn't catch a screen pass and run backwards for 10 yards, I'll be fine. And he didn't touch the ball anymore, so I was like, all right, cool. And I just checked right now, and because I was like, oh, I got these winnings. Nope, because he was not. They stat corrected it by a full point. It went from 60.0 to 59.0.
For yards?
I mean, I never really looked to see what why it was 60. I just know he caught that ball, and I was like, all right, we're good. And it doesn't even tell me his stats. Look, I can't even click on his stats.
They missed quite a bit, Omar. They missed quite a bit.
I can't click his stats. I can click the other guy's stats, but look, I can't click Darren Waller's stats.
There's something going on there. You might want to investigate that.
I've already hit their live chat. I've talked to them twice, and every time they just give me the runaround BS, and I'm just like, F y'all, I'm going to draft Kings, which I'm already on, so it's fine. But yeah. But also, guys, go in the Warzone, Prize Picks, my bad.
Code Warzone.
Code Warzone.
Good thing we only got 4,000 viewers tonight.
Good thing.
Go,
No, what you do is use the code, get the free money, and then just withdraw it all and be like, F you guys, Prize Picks, if you want to talk to me anyway. Unless if that's fraud or against all that, don't do that. I don't know. I'm not a
I had
lawyer.
one job, and that was the score, and it's wrong. Joe's going to be pissed. He's already pissed about the Dodgers. Now he's mad about the score.
Hey, everybody. Geno Smith realized he's playing with a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL.
And it's a catch. Let's go, DK.
Oh, speaking of Joe.
Okay.
My bad.
Joe. Joe's not a Braves fan. He's a Dodgers fan.
He's here to talk about the Steelers and Steelers only.
Oh, let's get it, Steelers.
Good, because I don't want to talk about anything else.
I don't even know why it's funny, but I like it.
It's all right. They're coming home. Ooh,
They're
what a
coming
throw.
home. Back to Pittsburgh, baby.
Great throw.
Uh-oh, Geno. Another check down. Oh, there you go. Good stuff, Cam Chancellor. Oh, not DJ Dallas.
He did bobble it, but he caught it.
That was a catch.
He bobbled it, but then caught it again. Man, I wish I was not.
So back to Tony's point. You said Alex Collins looks like Marshawn Lynch, but DJ Dallas looks like Cam Chancellor if you only go by the jersey number strictly. And the jersey, and the type of jersey.
But Cam Chancellor doesn't spell his name with 2 E's.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. I can't spell Cam Chancellor. Maybe he does. If you put Cameron Chancellor, it might have 2 E's. Let's see. I will now look, and I'll attempt to spell Cam Chancellor's name. I have no idea how to spell his name, bro. Let's see. Does he have 2? Let's see. This is the next question. Does he have 2 E's in his name? Let's see. Does he have a Wikipedia? What's going on with this guy? He's famous.
Every team, Omar, should have had Tom Brady. Every single team.
Oh, he does. He does have 2 E's.
Cam Chancellor?
He does have 2 E's, Mike.
Who?
Cameron Chancellor. He spelled his name with 2
They're
E's.
not back-to-back E's, though, so don't count.
Yeah, but there's an E in Cameron, there's an E in Chancellor. 2 E's.
He's the same old
I just looked it up on Wikipedia. His grandma calls him Cammy with 2 E's. So you are correct.
Same old.
Back to back. There's back-to-back E's.
What'd you do, same old?
Go.
Why'd you get yelled at?
Thanks, Tony, for the research.
Was it our fault? Was it because I
Same
told
old respect your elders. Go to bed. You got school tomorrow. You do not want to stay up to watch Geno Smith.
Yeah, we're actually so bad that we don't have to go to school because we have to watch Geno Smith.
It was probably
Who else wants to see a fade into the corner to DK
No
Metcalf
yelling.
for the win?
no
Me,
yelling. It
I
never
do.
worked.
I feel like Tyler Lockett hasn't even touched the ball.
but I also wanted to see Trey Turner catch the ball.
Fucking gay. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness. They got a second. Pittsburgh, calm down. Calm the F down. This entire fantasy football day could not have effed me any harder. And the Chargers get just absolutely dumped in Baltimore.
To be like, hey, yeah, I'll give you a DK catch, but then I'll fumble the damn thing.
And then I'll almost lose the opportunity for any interesting to happen whatsoever on a field goal. Like he probably stepped out of bounds too. If you could
Yeah, just stepped out of literally just walked out of bounds and they could have just kicked the field goal. What is he doing? That extra 3 yards was not worth it.
Tony, did I tell you that I'm in a league where I was tied coming into this game, and he had Deontay Johnson, I had DK Metcalf, and I'm getting my ass kicked now. And then tomorrow he has Diggs, and I have Cole Beasley, and it's not looking good.
Diggs is better than Cole Beasley for sure. Me and Mike
No
were talking.
shit.
Yeah, Mike has the top 5, so I think that's a little high. But
Did you see this comment, Joe? What do you think about it?
hold on,
Yeah,
Jay.
okay.
Hold on, Jay. I need you to get that statement ready again. Ready?
breaking news, fellas: Stephon Diggs from the Buffalo Bills is now, in fact, better than Cole Beasley from also the Buffalo Bills. Source: Mike.
I heard
Thank
that's
you.
a credible source.
Thank you for clearing that up.
He's pretty good. Formerly from the Cowboys, when he was probably better than Stephon Diggs, maybe. Probably not.
What
Probably
a
not even close.
dumbass play by DK. That's just bad
Now.
football IQ right there by DK. Bad display.
Whoa, Tomlin is like super hot right now. He was like yelling at him. Why are they so upset? What's going on? I don't understand why everyone's so upset.
I don't
Why
know.
can't we get along?
Pat Fryermuth, he looks upset. He's like, man, I wish I played with 2012 Big Ben. What the hell?
It's all right. It's all right. He's about to
I
play
think-
with,
I think
2000
Tyler Lockett's like, dang, I wanted to play with 2019 Russell Wilson or any other version besides the one that's sitting on the sideline right now.
There ain't no email scandals with Mike. I'll tell you that, same old sports. So
That is
yes,
true.
I am bitter.
All his emails have been top notch.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, I was on that shit for 4 years, and there was no text communication. It's just email. That's it.
I kind of want them to say that there's no time left and the Steelers win, because I really don't want to see us go to overtime now. I'm kind of thinking about this. Like, why would we
Let's
want
find
to
out
watch
if the Chargers should trade for Myers at the trade deadline. Here we go.
the kicker?
DK Metcalf gave me some hope, and then he took it away.
I feel like Charles Barkley on TNT when they got like the Knicks
This
playing the
could go to
Pistons or
OT,
something like that.
Joe. This could go to OT.
What?
This could go to OT, and you can get some DK.
Yeah, because that's all I want. More Geno Smith.
Yeah, what if Deontay Johnson gets up? So,
Hey, Mike. I don't know if you know this, but I got some family in Pittsburgh. I left them 2 tickets. I called to see if they went, and it turns out there's 4 left at the box office for me. that's a Charles Barkley joke when he watches bad games.
I actually do. My uncle actually went to this game though, for reals. Not
That's
lying.
not good.
is he having a good time?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him, Mike.
Why would they get Dan Quinn? Their defense is already elite. They don't need Dan Quinn.
Oh,
Why
they
would we
gave
get
the
Dan
Seahawks the
Quinn
ball.
when they have Gus Bradley who runs the same
What the
crap?
hell is happening right
Bradley's
now?
throat. What? I don't
It's
know.
gonna run. The clock's gonna run.
What do you mean snap the ball?
Oh
Spike?
man, Mike Tomlin is wearing out his on-camera expletives right now.
Yeah, he's cussing a lot.
Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh. Let me tell you, Pittsburgh Steelers, you need to get rid of Mike Tomlin. He's not the coach for you. Just let him go.
I know what you're
Let him
doing.
go somewhere else and be
That's
somebody
enough.
else's problem.
No, that's,
Maybe,
no,
You know,
that's enough.
You want to go to the Chargers? I know what you're doing.
Mike Tomlin's about to take this team that was starting so terribly and get them to 3-3 tonight somehow after all this.
Oh, do you
What
know
is
how
the
pissed
call?
off I
so
would
they
be?
put 3 seconds on the clock just so they can
Yeah, is
hike
the
it
call?
and do this crap all
I
over
think
again
the
instead of
call
just going
is they're
1 second on the clock and kick the field goal.
they're
That
stopping the
second's
clock
valuable though.
on the fumble recovery. I think they're stopping the clock. Right? Is that the call?
What is it?
I don't know.
Because they did
literally.
not get up and spike that ball with 3 seconds left. There was one.
Why would we want Dan Quinn as a head coach?
I don't know.
No, I'll pass.
The Falcons had Dan Quinn as head coach.
Oh, and the people get what they ask for.
Tony, I hate your
Boss
brother.
Oh
Gino!
no, Tony!
Boss
That's the
Gino!
opposite reaction of what we were looking for.
What's going on, Tony?
That's the opposite. I thought you were happy. That was a
They
happy
made the
thing.
field goal, Mike.
Good.
People asked for more Geno Smith. They
I
said,
want-
"Can
Tony's
I
like
get more
10
Geno?
hours ahead of us. He
More."
gets free.
Oh my goodness!
More
I
Geno.
didn't even want any Geno Smith, and now I have an extra period of Geno Smith.
Guess what, guys? I need
Touchdown.
5 more yards passing from Geno Smith.
Ooh, you might
Guess
get that.
what?
But I also need less than 14 yards passing from Ben in the same breath.
Okay, so did they not call that a DK Metcalf fumble?
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Well, they didn't lose it, so he shouldn't lose any points.
So basically, they called him out or something, right? Is that why there were 3 seconds left on the clock?
That wouldn't make sense because if you went out, there'd been like 11 seconds left on the clock. I think they're just saying that they spiked the ball at 3 seconds left and they just were wrong. That wasn't right. It was 1 second. Or they're saying that the clock should have stopped after the fumble recovery.
No, it was a fumble forced by Pierre. Fumble recovered by Seattle Swan. Tackled. I don't know.
This is probably why Mike Tomlin's so mad because he's probably also confused by this. You see this, Jay? You love Geno Smith now?
Do I love Geno Smith for making me watch more of bad football?
What do you
The
mean?
thing that I love, Mike, he's
You're
ruining the thing that I love, Mike. That's like if you had, I can't say you had a wife, you have a wife. It's like you had a child and you loved your child, and then someone just came in there and just like did something terrible to it. You would not like that person.
Jay
I don't want to get too specific with details.
If you went on this long rant about how you want to see a good game over a bad game, we have a 2020 overtime game between two teams that have both put together game-winning field goal drives back to back. This is exactly what you wanted, and now you're.
Wait, you're telling me that DK Metcalf finally getting a catch, finally someone throwing it to him, and he fumbles it, and they have this like 30-minute review for them to give him 3 seconds to spike the ball. I guess that is pretty fun. Yeah, that's cool. But I wanted to miss the field goal because I want to. You're telling me that winning drives. Like,
What if they tie this game? What if they just tie?
nah, I don't want that. That's why I know these are all overtime because these guys can't score the football. No, look, Ben Roethlisberger, he's gonna storm
and
down
also,
the field.
how does it feel to be like? Is Bobby Wagner dressed for this game?
I don't think so.
Is
he?
Jamal Adams dressed for this game? Like, how does it feel?
Yeah,
when
he
a
is.
guy that's not in pads is sent out as a captain over you, and you're
Wait, what?
Russell Wilson's out there as their captain for the coin toss, not a guy that's dressed out.
Well, he is the captain of the team.
Well, put a guy that's playing. He's not.
Well,
on
no,
the field.
Russell Wilson is by far better than anyone they have suited up today, so he needs to be the one that's out there.
He's not better.
If anyone's going to get the coin toss right, it's going to be Russell Wilson, not who did you say, Jamal Adams?
Did he get it right? I have no audio. Did he get it right?
I mean, if anyone was going to get it right, it'd be him. But I'm not saying that means he automatically gets it right. I'm just saying it's definitely not going to be the other. If he didn't get it right, the other guy had no shot in hell. So look, I'm going to tell you this, Mike. Jamal Adams has already dropped an interception that was right in his face and hands.
It hit him in the face mask. Like,
Yeah, I don't want that guy going for the coin toss. He can't even catch a football. He plays football. He's a DB.
Okay, what about Ty Lockett
I don't want Tyler. Has Tyler even caught a ball?
or Bobby Wagner?
Bobby hasn't anything. I didn't even know if he's playing or not.
Even if he's not playing, Russell Wilson's not fucking playing.
Yeah, but Russell Wilson is Russell. He's the best player on the team by far. Like he's not even close.
We also missed it, TDs. Tony, did you see who won the coin toss?
Nope, I was getting a pretzel rod.
None of us know who's getting the ball at.
Hey, Omar said I went from
That's
hating
okay.
Geno Smith to loving Geno Smith. Mike.
We're gonna find out eventually, right? Who's getting the ball first?
First of all, they could win the coin toss and then elect to defer.
Why would they do that?
It's possible. People have done it before.
No
But
one's
all I'm
done
saying is,
Hey. I'm playing therapist in the war of attrition. I just checked right now. I haven't checked it all day.
You sound happy.
He has nobody left.
What?
And guess who I have playing?
Michael
Geno
Jordan.
Smith.
Wait.
How many more points do you need?
So Geno Smith, I'm up by 1 point, 119.82 to 118.50.
He's gonna throw a pick, dude.
Oh man, I really hope Gino throws a pick six on the
Or a
first
fumble.
play.
He's gonna step
No, it
back.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're up by 1.5.
Wouldn't this put me up in the league, like the standings?
What?
Because I'm in fourth place. I'm 3-2, and he's 4-1. So I would jump up more. You guys would have to look at me like as one of the best.
Is the first tiebreaker head to head or points?
Either way, I
I
haven't
have
beat.
more points than any of you guys, so it
Not
doesn't
me.
matter.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You have 801 points.
How many does Mike have?
Hold on, let me scroll all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, scroll down there and read it, and then make me cry.
I don't know where your team is, Mike. I don't go that far
It's
down.
the one that says Mike on the Mike's team.
It's not worth
No, it
my
doesn't.
time. I'm
Well,
up here.
I'll tell you guys this much: my two best running backs didn't score a single point yet. So
One of them's on my team,
Christian McCaffrey.
Austin Eckler.
Oh,
He had a terrible
how do
game,
you get
but-
Christian McCaffrey? He's on my team. I see him right here. 0 points. What a terrible player.
I have over 1,000 points, Tony. I have.
Did you guys know Christian McCaffrey didn't play
I
today?
should not be in the predicament that I'm in. Christian McCaffrey did not play today.
He gave me 0 points, and I traded like so many of my players for him.
He's on the IR.
I know. I realize that now.
I remember that deal. You traded like the whole house for him.
Yeah, and now he's gone. To Tyler Lockett, let's go, Tyler Lockett. Geno Smith wanted to throw a pass that was worth looking at in
So,
overtime.
did you get me my prize pick?
Now Ben Roethlisberger is like,
Mike, Mike is 2-3, and he has 1,000 points.
That's what I'm telling you. I have like
in and out is a 9.
1,000 points in 5 weeks. I'm averaging 200 points a week.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Mike, how
Because
many?
I'm gonna
How
have the
many?
highest scoring team of the week, Mike. My
How many
team's gonna
points
put up
against?
like 240 points this week.
I'm having
Ridiculous.
I'm having an awful week this week, and I'm gonna score like 180 still.
What
Oh
the? What
my
are you
God.
doing? How
Well,
many yards?
my
did Geno
starting
Smith
running
have
backs on the
passing?
IR and in my starting lineup, so I probably am not going to win this one.
That was it, Joe. Geno Smith just threw the pass that locked you in as a victor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
That was
Well, I do need 8 yards from DK Metcalf, though.
Okay, throw it to DK. And look at this. Geno Smith also got me. Go, Geno.
Let's go to the running back. There you go.
Now, if Deontay somehow gets it, now we're really talking. I need Deontay to get 3 more fantasy points or 2.5 more fantasy points.
Oh, yeah. Will Chamberlain isn't real. Guys, he's too great at basketball.
I think I'll just play it safe and I'll just root for the 4 out of 5 because if Ben gets the ball back and goes over, I'm going to be pissed when it knocks me down to 3 out of 5.
Throw it to Lockett.
Throw it to Lockett. Throw it to Lockett.
Throw it to Lockett. Throw it to Lockett.
Throw it to DK.
Throw it to
Throw it to
DK.
Lockett.
Freddie Swain.
Throw it to Lockett.
Throw it
Yeah,
to
don't throw to Freddie Swain. That's the one guy you shouldn't throw to.
What? Gino
Oh,
fucked
no.
up, huh?
Gino,
Gino
you're
do?
the worst. Oh, my goodness.
What did Gino do?
He's the worst football player in
Say
the
it.
history of football players.
Just say it.
Again, Tony, 2 games in a row. Oh, look. Tony, high five. Don't leave me hanging, Tony. Don't leave me hanging. It's the wrong way.
Are you guys laughing that much
Oh,
over
my
a sack?
goodness. Gino's the worst.
He's terrible, Mike. He's so terrible.
You guys are laughing
I'm
like
cheering.
you're
I've been cheering all night for good things to happen, and all he's done every time I use my energy to say something positive, he fucks me over. Mike, every time, all I needed was one completion. I just needed one completion to Tyler Lockett. I'm like, Lockett, and he fucking takes a sack.
Tony,
Holy
prime Antonio
shit.
Brown or D Hop?
He's fucking oh.
I'll tell you,
Anthony
Omar, I'm going to tell you this. Antonio Brown or D-Hop will both be terrible if they had Geno Smith playing as their quarterback the entire game.
Pick one, Tony.
Welcome to the Geno Smith cam. We're on
Pick
the
one.
sideline eating pretzels right now.
Pick one. You got to pick one.
Pick one, Tony.
Omar's going to stop if you don't pick one.
Antonio Brown.
No, just kidding. Antonio Brown or AJ Green?
Oh, Antonio Brown.
Brown
Okay.
is right behind Calvin Johnson for me. So it's really not that close.
Yeah, it's a painful laugh. Here's the problem with this. Because I had the 4 out of 5 before Gino did that. I still have it with Gino, but here's the problem. I need Ben to be under 10 yards passing in overtime.
Oh, that's possible because they might kick a field goal now. They don't have to score a touchdown
Yeah, but
anymore.
they're on the 20.
No.
They got to get into the field goal range.
No, I don't want none of that. I want a tie. I want a Geno Smith tie.
I want a Deontay Johnson handoff for 30 yards.
That's
Why would you
sad.
want to tie, Joe? What do you think? Was it England or something? Or one of those countries that play sports that end in
I
ties?
really don't want to tie because I hate editing the little -1 in anything. So I don't want to have to put that on things.
I want a tie.
Damn it.
So Mike has to do extra work with 1,000-point score.
Oh my goodness. I can't take that 1,000 points thing.
Mike, you see Deontay Johnson right now?
He needs to hit 30 yards.
He didn't do anything. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's fine. As long as Ben doesn't go over, now he needs 3 more yards to go over or something.
Oh my goodness.
This is the game that nobody wants to win.
Like the Raiders-Ravens game, the first game of the season.
No, it's worse than that.
No, it is not. It is not even close still.
Oh, this game is way less entertaining. Here's the thing. It's not entertaining. What's the right way to say it?
It's a shit bowl.
It is a shit bowl.
That
It is
sounds
an
disgusting.
absolute shit
Like,
bowl.
I keep flushing this game down, and he keeps coming right back up, Tony.
Did Big Ben somehow not get 10 yards passing?
He didn't get like one.
He did. He did. He only got like 6 yards passing in that entire drive.
Mike, you are the luckiest person I know when it comes to gambling or sports betting or anything. Because if I asked for less than 3 yards, he'd get 4. I asked for 1 catch of no gain to Tyler Lockett, and Geno gets sacked.
Well, he's going to get another opportunity.
That's
He's
not
not
good.
going
Geno Smith is still there, Mike.
Oh, my God. He's on he has to drive 90 yards. He has to run 9 to 10 plays right now.
Oh, Geno Smith's going to handle this.
I
Geno
kind of just hope he
Smith-
takes a sack in the end zone and it's a safety and we can just move on with our lives.
90-yard
I didn't care about
touchdown.
Price Picks.
They should just run Wildcat all the way down.
Lame.
Just run Wildcat all the way down the field. Running back at quarterback.
I knew that. I knew Quintorius Lopez. And T.Y. Hilton's real name is Eugene.
What are you
T.Y.
talking about, dude?
Geno Smith drops back to throw. He runs it. He
He did not fumble. Oh, my God.
Geno Smith is the worst. Oh, my goodness.
I cannot. I cannot believe it.
He's the worst. He's the worst player to ever play football ever. Ain't nobody worse than Geno Smith. He's the worst. He's the worst player to ever play football, ever touch a ball. Oh my God.
And then they
He's
fumbled it.
the worst.
And then Geno Smith is sitting there like, I had a chance to win this game. My great self had a chance to win this game, and I can't believe. Geno, this is why you have multiple teams. This is why you're still a backup, you sorry bastard.
You really wanted those DK points, huh? Tony's not even on the screen no more. Tony's gone. He can't even handle this.
Wait, did he lose his price? Did he lose Warzone of attrition because of that fumble?
I swear.
Because those are like 3 points.
I did lose it.
Oh, no. Joe, you lost?
he did.
I lost.
Yeah,
He got a
you
field
lost.
miss and a sorry ass play.
-2. That's why I was laughing and I got up and ran away because I was like, he got -2 points.
This is Ben's fault, too, because Ben had a chance to end this game like 10 times.
No. Hold on. This is 100% Joe Morley's fault for picking up Geno Smith and starting him in your fantasy. That's the dumbest fantasy thing I've ever seen in my life, Joe.
How much did you spend
No,
again?
no.
How much did you spend?
Don't worry about it, Mike.
That is 90 fab. $90 a fab in the trash. Not only in the trash. I'd rather take $90 a fab and throw it in the trash than use it on Geno Smith and start him in my starting lineup. It's just bad. You can't play anyone else.
This is why fantasy football is stupid, to be honest with you. Why it's just plain stupid.
Oh,
Grown men playing dumb games like this.
Show him the belt, Joe. Show him the belt. Show him
And
the
then,
strap.
therapist is going to come on like he was the greatest damn thing.
Geno Smith. He's probably celebrating.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, Joe, I had CMC not only not score me any points, but I see now he's on the IR, which means he's not going to score me any points for multiple weeks. But I'm going to put him on my bench next week, though, because...
Okay, if this kick gets blocked, how do y'all react?
No, that's easily in. It's an easy kick.
All right, maybe we should trade for Boswell, Tony.
Geno Smith. I got to record this game and just watch it just watch that last 2 minutes over and over. I'm gonna watch it on Game Pass tomorrow. Just
Which last 2 minutes? The third one or the fourth one?
Just every single time Geno Smith does something incredibly stupid because we knew he was gonna do this. Like we knew who he was already. It's not like he was like Tom Brady and all of a sudden he turned into Geno Smith.
Turn that shit
something
off.
like that.
So we
Like,
went
we knew
limited
Geno
order
Smith
for that.
the whole week.
That's what we were like. Hey, let's go to overtime for shit like that.
Dog, that's crazy. That literally cost you the game, bro. Like that's like the craziest situation. Like that's crazy though. Geno Smith. I just want to know, Joe, when you woke up, what made you think like I'm gonna get Geno Smith and start him?
Because it's a 2-quarterback league, and I had Matt Ryan on a bye. I had Taysom Hill get injured, so I had to start somebody. Why not go after a starting quarterback in the league who actually looked okay last week, but then came in here and got poop? He looked like the same shitty quarterback he was. It looked like Zach Wilson was on the damn field right now.
Oh man, I'd have much rather had Zach Wilson out there tonight, but I feel what you mean. It's bad. Geno Smith fumbled the bag, and both these teams suck. That is facts. That is
Good for
big
Steelers,
facts.
whatever.
Geno Smith.
It
Come on.
was-
I've been
it
saying it
was
all week.
good.
Hey, Joe
It
and everyone else
was
that
good
started
when
Geno
they
Smith, go to my TikTok, J100, and look at what I said about Geno Smith, and you would know never trust Geno Smith in anything football related.
Chris Kyle, you need to watch this stream back. I'll just say that.
Chris Kyle, what are you guys gonna brag about come this week? And we beat Geno Smith in overtime? Like this? Oh, guys, it was a hard-fought victory over Geno Smith, the baddest
Hell
quarterback
yeah.
in the league.
We beat a quarterback that can't throw the ball. He can't run with the ball. He can't even hold on to the ball. That's a pretty big victory right there.
TJ Watson.
We knew that Geno Smith coming in was going to be very tough, and he was going to give us one hell of a game.
The Seahawks wide receiver one this week was the actual grass. That's how bad it was for the Seahawks.
Jamal Adams
He
was
targeted
the
the
wide
most.
receiver one. Jamal Adams was the wide receiver one.
Jamal Adams had more accurate targets than any Seahawks wide receiver did.
Who was it? DJ Dallas and who?
Well,
Randall
two
and
Alex
Alex Collins
consecutive
ran
years.
all over this defense. Like, come on. Like, two people that aren't even supposed to be running backs in this league and a quarterback that's worse than Taylor Heineke is out there. Holy crap. Pittsburgh.
Why throw a
This
jab
is,
at
like Pittsburgh's we consider Pittsburgh an elite team or a good team in this league?
They're a 500 team.
Hell no. Hell no. Pittsburgh can't hold any great team's jockstrap right now. That's the horrible. Like, you should have blown Seattle out. You should have blown.
The Raiders
Well,
beat them.
why would you want to hold someone's jockstrap? I never understood that. I feel like I
But
would
it
want
smells delicious.
Oh.
All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
For
Thank
hanging
you for
on.
sticking with us because this was terrible. And finally, we get to leave.
Chargers got their
Not
ass
much
kicked
different.
today. At least the Raiders won. The Dodgers sucked ass today. Kenley Jansen and
Oh, that's my favorite Dodger. Kenley Jansen.
Geno Smith cost me my fantasy point.
Let's just get through this. All right.
Less than 1 point I lost.
All right. So tomorrow we will be here.
No, we won't. We got canceled. We're done. Geno Smith has lost it for our hope for the rest of this season.
Monday Night Football. If you guys want to come back and see this again. If you
What?
don't,
Today's been a shitty day, Mike. Jacksonville started the game off. Jacksonville got their first win today.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
Okay. Like, subscribe, comment, all that cool, fun stuff.